Let's get into it, y'all. The NBA All-Star reserves were announced, and we have a lot to talk about, y'all, because there are some people that probably should be an All-Star game that aren't an All-Star game, but we also have to give our flowers and give our praises to the 6 first-time All-Stars. We're going to go ahead and do that. Also, we had a hell of a weekend in hoops. Jokic and SGA, they went back and forth. Well, one went fourth. The other one didn't come back. That's how that went. AJ, Dybantsa, and Darryn Peterson went back and forth. One went fourth. The other didn't come back. But we got to talk about both of those matchups. We got to get into everything. It was a good weekend, y'all. We got a lot to dive into. We had some blowouts. We had some close games. And we had some trades, too. So we're going to talk about these trades as well. But first, let's go ahead and kick things off. We got some all-star snubs to talk about. Hello, Big Ox. Hello, Chill. Hello, Real Talk. Hello, Mars. Did I say hello, Big Ox?
Yeah, what's up?
In effect, it's Monday.
You spoke on AJ Dybantsa and Darryn Peterson, but Aaliyah Chavez and Madison Booker also.
Madison Booker, the best player in the country, Ox. I don't give a about them buckets. I don't care. She the best player in the country, and I'm standing on that. I said that in September. Ron was fighting me because of the chick from Notre Dame. Ron was fighting me because
that ain't a chick in Notre Dame. That's a dog in Notre Dame.
No, she's awesome. But I told you before the season started.
Is Olivia Miles not playing anymore?
She 100% is playing. Madison Booker's the best player in the country, though. I'm
oh no, I know. I'm saying.
My bad.
I'm convinced of that.
I didn't mean to question your ball knowledge, Real Talk. Yes, I apologize. But now, chill. You put me on to Madison Booker, though. And I appreciate you for putting us all on to Madison Booker. You told us before the season that she was the best player in the nation. And so I've been paying a lot more attention.
I told you Madison Booker 3 years ago was the best player.
No, chill. But see, Ox, it's like a little poodle to be barking in the corner. I don't be listening to you. But when the big dog Chill, when he speaks, we all listen. So that's kind of how that was,
Okay, I can get behind that. But don't. No,
Ox is not. There's usually let's chill out on that part right there. I can appreciate the respect now, absolutely, but Ox is not a poodle, so let's chill out on that right there. Okay, as you were saying, Ron. Okay.
Ron. I don't know. Did you change the schedule up or something this week? There's usually a 6th member with us today.
Don't worry.
On Mondays,
don't worry.
I've kind of memorized, so I'm usually up here Mondays and Wednesdays. The particular person missing. I'm very curious.
The thing about it, Real Talk, is he can afford to miss an episode or two. He'll still meet the requisite to be in the race for MVP. Okay. He just might not win it, but he'll still, he's still played enough games, so still, he's in contention.
Mars, did I get robbed last year for league MVP, Mars? Yes or no?
Ron won it, right? Was it
Ron ended up winning it. Did I get robbed last year for league MVP, Mars?
Everyone got robbed. The chat got robbed. If we get one MVP, so he just disappeared. Look at him. Right? This the MVP. Yeah. Let's put a Darryn Peterson.
I don't know what.
Hey, why you thought? I don't know what you thought. Thought you thought, Real Talk. Hey, I don't know what you thought. What you thought? Wrong.
I would like to get into that.
Hey, I'm just saying, I don't know what you was thinking when you thought what you was thinking, but you shouldn't have thought that.
Since we on that subject,
thought that. There's my guy.
Since we on that subject, it's like
real ones ain't ducking no smoke. Talk to him, Swiper.
Swiper like the candy man. Like you say his name 3 times and he just pop up.
My name was that.
Say the candy man.
Nah, you weren't mentioning it all, Swiper. But I do want to get into these all stars though. What's going on?
Did Ox bring it up or who brought it up? Because talking about Kawhi.
No, the chat brought you up. They were just missing you. They're happy to see you. But y'all, let's get into the reserves. We got the Eastern Conference reserves. And you guys remember just last week, we did our predictions, which is funny because now we know who the reserves actually are. We got Scotty Barnes, Jalen Darryn, Jalen Johnson, Donovan Mitchell. We knew that those 4, for the most part, I think everybody had them on their ballots, right? Now, this is where things got a little, I don't want to say tricky, but it was kind of a curveball, if you will. Norman Powell got in. Some people had him on their ballots. Some people didn't. He's in. Pascal Siakam got in.
Hey.
This one is up in the air. But shout out to Pascal. And last but not least, Karl Anthony Towns got in. I think deservedly so. But fellas, you guys talk to me about these 7 names out east.
I was 6'7", so I was back and forth between Cat and Embiid. Those are the 2 guys, and I ended up going with Embiid because I thought that Embiid was playing at an all-star level. I mean, he had been fantastic. I thought Cat was struggling, but then I thought to myself, all right, so the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference got a 20-10 dude. When was the last time that happened? That the East had a dude that was 20-10 that was not an all-star. I don't remember that happening in my lifetime. If you're 20-10 and you're on the top team in the Eastern Conference, and I know how you feel about the Eastern Conference, but when you're in the top 2 in that conference, then. But I ended up going with Embiid instead. Siakam, I did not pick Siakam. I got Siakam wrong. In fact, I think there was one of you guys up here said Siakam. It was either one of you guys or Penn had said something about Siakam. I had picked Mobley. The reason why I picked Mobley because it's a fan vote, and I was a fan of Mobley, so I picked Mobley off the strength of it being Mobley. And the other guy that I ended up picking was Ox been talking about Brandon Ingram. Ox been talking about Norman Powell for quite some time now. I ended up picking Brandon Ingram because I thought Brandon Ingram was playing well enough to be an all-star. So those are the 3 guys that I got wrong.
I had personally, I had Pascal Siakam on my ballot for the reserves. So I'm happy to see that Pascal Siakam is still getting the credit to his level of play. Pascal's been playing very well. Just because the team isn't winning, right? This isn't a team success award. This is an individual play accolade, and Pascal Siakam has been playing some great basketball up there in Indiana. So I know, we're going to get to names that supposedly snubbed, right? But Siakam is not the one that should be replaced, in my opinion, if we were to put those guys on the team.
The All-Star game is just tricky, because it's like there's so many spots, there's so many people that deserve it. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like a lot of times it's just a matter of opinion. I had Norman Powell on my list, and you know what? I think I overlooked Pascal Siakam. I probably should have had him on my list too. But once again, like I said, there's just a certain amount of spots. So shout out to both of them dudes.
Quick question for you guys. What did I miss with Pat? Because like you 2 dudes ain't the only ones who said that. I heard that from other people. What did I miss with Pascal Siakam? Like, is he awesome this year? Because I haven't watched much Indiana. I'd be lying if I said I did.
Yeah, Pascal is scoring the ball very well, accurately, efficiently, in my opinion. He's the number 1 option for that team. Now, obviously, they're not doing well. And it's no knock to you, Cheer, because a lot of people aren't watching Indiana like that. The only reason why I even have any kind of vested interest in Indiana this year is because, unfortunately, I was trying to get an agenda off and it didn't go well. But it's fine. It was anti-Holly prop, but we're still here. I still appreciate watching that brand of basketball, so I still watch him play from time to time. Pascal's been great as a scorer, facilitator for that team, still a really good defensive player as well. He's one of the 15 best players in the East this year, without a doubt, in my opinion.
Is it possible, y'all, that because I've seen the most pushback, I think, for Norman Powell in the East. Is it possible that the coaches are the ones that make them choose mainly the reserves, right? Is it possible that the coaches were kind of like, all right, he had a great year last year, probably should have been an all-star, and maybe they're just kind of like 2 years back to back, let's show him some love, or
did he make the All-Star team last year? If I'm not mistaken, no,
he didn't.
It's possible. He's also good. So that
I'm missing something.
I had him on my list. I had him last year and this year, so
he wasn't
I
on
hate to have
mine.
to do this because Pascal has been good this year. I'm not. He just hasn't been good than a couple names.
Like what names?
Indiana has won 13 games.
Garbage.
No doubt.
Trash.
Brooklyn has only won 13 games.
The first reason why the individual isn't that good.
Exactly.
No, because that wasn't the first reason. That was the first thing that I was throwing out there to say. Brooklyn's won 13 games as well.
That means it was your first reason, Ron. But go ahead.
No.
Carry on.
You guys like to add context to things, right?
Carry
so
on,
I'm saying, like, if 2 teams have won 13 games, and you take the guy from this team that's playing worse than the guy on this team that's won 13 games, that's where it's kind of iffy to me. I think Michael Porter Jr. has been better than him, personally.
I agree.
Personally. Also, it's a fan fest, right, Chill?
Yes.
I think that people would rather see Michael Porter Jr. than Pascal Siakam. That's no hate to Pascal. And part of it is because we've seen Pascal before. But another thing, too, is I would like to see Michael Porter Jr. get it up in All-Star game. He one of them type of guys.
Yeah. Focus, Mars.
Also, no, don't focus, Mars. Also, I would like to see Joel Embiid in the All-Star game. If we're just talking about fanfare and whatnot, I would much rather like to see Joel Embiid over Pascal. And I think even Pascal Siakam would agree with that.
Doesn't Cat get busy though, Ron? Cat gets busy in the All-Star game, if I'm not mistaken.
I haven't even brought up Cat. I haven't brought up Cat. I'm just sticking with Pascal.
He hating on Norman Powell, man. That's what he hating.
That's the name that everybody should be.
No,
Wait a minute.
I mean, I think I would have had MPJ making it, and obviously Joel. But Joel, whatever, he gets a week off, you know.
Sure. Well, here's the thing, though, Mars. But here's the thing, because the All-Star game is next Sunday, not this Sunday, next Sunday. So Giannis is not going to play in the All-Star game. So somebody's going to move into that starting lineup, and then somebody's going to take that spot, right? So
MPJ, yeah.
Is it going to be MPJ who's going to replace him? Is it going to be
I want it to
Embiid?
be MPJ.
Is it going to be Embiid that replaces him? I'd be
surprised. Play, chill. He's not.
Man, it's in Embiid's best interest to decline that invite, man.
Right. It's not.
Well, he needs to be at All-Star game.
It's not to the same extent as the Olympics.
Right.
It's just another situation. And I think we'll have this same discussion here in a few minutes when we get to the West as well. But it's like in the East, it's like there's a short list of guys that probably shouldn't do extracurriculars. You know what I mean? And
being acknowledged as an all-star is enough. Like, you don't necessarily have to play in it, but the fact that you got acknowledged as an all-star is very much enough for this guy's career.
I think MPJ is going to deserve this alternate spot in the All-Star game.
I agree.
Is it an alternate though, Ron? Like when we talk about,
if you're an injury replacement, yeah.
Yeah, but there's plenty of people who look at these guys like when you are picked as an alternate, like, well, maybe he shouldn't have been an alternate. He should have actually been on the team. Like, technically, he is an alternate, sure, because he didn't get picked. But should he have been an alternate, or should he have already been on the crew right from the beginning? Because
keep going, Chill.
Well,
almost there.
You don't say nothing. Let him keep going. Let him cook himself. All right, that's enough. All right, Swiper, would you like to step in? Oh,
I think he should have been there. That's it. I think MPJ should have made it the first time. But
Swiper, what's your thoughts on MPJ and just the East as a whole?
Yeah, I had Michael Porter. I had Pascal Siakam making it, and I think everybody else made it. I did not have Norman Powell making it. I think that obviously he's being boosted by the winning and all that. I had Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Johnson, Porter, Scotty, Jalen Darryn, and then Pascal Siakam. And then, there's going to be a substitution in there for Embiid or whatever. But, I mean, I don't know how much of a robbery it is for Porter. I think I expected him to be there, but I also know he's on the Nets, and, coaches they're not going to – he probably doesn't have the reputation to strong enough to hold him over when they're – they've won as many games as they have, as opposed to Pascal, who's an NBA champion and all that. That's probably why they did it. I mean, I don't really know the basketball reason. I thought Porter should have been there.
I mean, Porter's an NBA champion.
I know, but Porter was a third option. I think it's the reputation of Porter as opposed to Pascal that got him in.
What option was Pascal in?
I'm just going to assume it's because of games played. That's kind of wild.
Yeah, that's really what I was probably thinking as well. Probably a games played thing. And again, Pascal, I want it to be Pascal is playing really good basketball also. Like, I think Pascal is a deserving all-star. Norman,
Swiper, you said that that Norman got in because he got boosted by the wins. Don't you think the wins got boosted by Norman?
Yeah, I mean
he is their leading scorer, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't Norman their leading scorer in Miami? Isn't he averaging like 20, 22, 23 a game, something like that?
If so, that's all he's doing.
And there's plenty of guys that's just bucking. What the hell is MPJ doing in Brooklyn?
That's true.
When I tell you MPJ playmaking better than Norman Powell.
Is that
I'm
a
not saying
fact,
something.
Mars?
That's saying
Wow.
something. So, I mean, I
Interesting.
get it.
Like MPJ's getting downhill and getting off the peel. MPJ getting to the rim and beating up on big guys, getting big guys in foul trouble, getting them off the floor. MPJ
What?
finding open
MPJ
guys.
just
And,
No,
MPJ is just better than Norman
Yeah,
Powell.
not
to me.
not
That's
more,
kind of
not
it.
really,
Better
but
than
it's just
Norman
he's scoring better than Norman too. Like he's also in a worse offense situation, scoring better than Norman. So I
could
think
get with that.
it's really that simple.
Yeah, I mean, that could be that as it may. Like I said, I mean, the wins are boosted by Norman. I know sometimes we want to try to dig deeper into things like, oh, well, this person's doing this. They're winning games because of Norman Powell. Like not only because of Norman Powell. Obviously, there's a full team down there, but like Norman Powell's boosting the wins, and
Sure.
we can't. I don't think we can deny that just because you think that MPJ passes the ball a little better than him.
Well, I would make the counter argument then for Brooklyn that the only reason that they're like competitive in any of the games they
They're
play
not
is because
competitive at all.
they are though. When Porter's playing, they are actually competitive. I think the issue is they're so bad outside of Porter that's why they're losing as much as they are. But
Yeah,
you know, I
Porter's
don't
not
like I said, that's a whatever. Like, you know, Norman, you want to get him in there. You know, he didn't get in last year, had a great third start to the season last season, calmed down right before All-Star break. You want to get him in this year, whatever, no problem. I do think Porter should have been in there.
I wonder how many 26 a game guys have not made the All-Star team. I mean, even if you want a bad team, like 26
Well,
a
I
game.
don't know.
is a lot.
There's currently a guy averaging almost 28 points a game that got left out of the All-Star game with the most points
Yeah,
ever.
we got, that's the worst.
Yeah.
Stuff. But KD averaged like 26 in year 2 and didn't make it because they gave it to like David West or something because winner. So this happened before. That's
How
the
much did
worst-
Melo
that's the worst.
average his second year? Because Melo didn't make it his second year either.
Let's see. Carmelo and
Probably like 24.
Maybe
25.
24.
21. No, year 3 he didn't make it. He averaged 26.
He made third team All NBA that year, yo.
Wait,
26 and a half.
yeah.
Year
Yeah,
2,
no
he only
All-Star.
averaged 21. Melo?
Year 2
Yeah,
Melo.
they were still developing.
Wait, no, year 3 Melo 26 and a half points and he ain't made the All-Star team. Shout out
That's
to him.
27 a game, and he didn't make the All-Star team. That's pretty interesting. So
It's pretty
All-Star
interesting. You
team.
know, that's pretty interesting.
So what's
MPJ's
that,
average 26.
What's that? 2006
Yeah.
Swiper?
That was 2005-6, yo.
Third
Yeah,
year,
06.
MPJ's
So,
averaging
probably
25 and a
05,
half.
Who would have?
By 05-06, LeBron was averaging 30, and Melo was what, a measly 26?
Braun was also
Braun's better than Melo?
I'm not gonna.
I know, right?
You're right. I'm gonna avoid that. But yeah, LeBron was
Who were the
obviously very
forwards
good.
that year? So Elton Brand is on the crew. Yes. Garnett is on the crew. Yes. Gasol is on the crew. Is Sean Marion? Is that Carmelo Anthony's spot, or is Tracy McGrady? Is that Carmelo Anthony's
It
spot?
wasn't Sean.
So it wasn't Sean
Know
Melo. It wasn't Sean Marion. It wasn't.
What year you talking about, you?
06, 05, 06.
Was
So I'm-
Melo better than T-Mac in 06?
That was the Houston T-Mac, by the way.
Yeah, that's Houston T-Mac.
Yeah, that's Houston.
T-Mac had
Nah,
36
he
in
wasn't.
that All-Star game, by the way. Just so you know.
Oh no.
You say he put up 26 in All-Star game?
36.
T-Mac had 36 in the All-Star game.
Yes,
No,
36.
Maybe 07. 07
Yeah,
probably
maybe
where the tides
07
had
on,
changed
yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Really 08, but you know.
So it wasn't.
All
really
right, but let's
moving.
jump out west though, y'all.
Mhm.
Let's see what's going on out west. Embiid
This about the
and MPJ snubbed from the All-Star game. Maybe. It all depends on how you feel, but shout
No,
out to the
Joel was
first time
definitely
All-Stars.
snubbed.
Who?
Joel was definitely. We didn't even talk about Joel for real. We just talked about-
it is what it is. We used to be in
No, the guy that dropped 40 yesterday, Ron, probably should have been all.
Like we kind of just glazed over him. Ain't he doing something ridiculous this year, Ron? Like he went 40 and 11 a couple of nights ago. Like I think in the month of January.
he was mid in that game. We know me too. He was mid.
38-point triple-double.
What
Cooked the Knicks
Mid?
just last week.
Yeah, we hold him beat to higher standards around here. He was mid against the Pelicans, but it's cool. He had 40. So shout
Did
out.
he not play enough
Back
games?
to hold him to.
Nah, yeah, I seen enough. We back to holding Embiid to the Embiid standard. I seen enough. So yeah.
So
Embiid-
chill. He's
Embiid
played
good.
28
Embiid good.
games, but he's
28
literally
games.
played.
Yeah,
can't-
28 games. Yes.
So in like the last, let me see, in the last 18 games, he's only missed in the Sixers' last 18 games. He's only missed 2 games.
and if I'm not mistaken, you dudes just hit
Last
me with
20 games, he's missed 3 games.
and you dudes hit me with the stat. He averaging something like 34 and 10 over like 10 games or something like that.
Yeah, it's probably something ridiculous.
Yeah,
like
something
that.
something crazy like that, like 34, 10,
Yeah.
and 5.
Yeah.
Which had me thinking, I'm like, is this 2023? What's going
I
on?
guess, Chill. I don't know.
Are we back? Are we back to 23s? Did somebody rewind the clock? Because that's what I remember. Like
That's
when I
what it's
think
looking
about
like.
He's averaging 31, 9, and 5 last 10 games.
30,
51%
so
from the field.
What
unbelievable.
shooting splits? You said 51 from the field?
Yeah, 52, 40 and a half, and 87.
40 and a half what?
3 from 3 on 3.7 attempts a game.
That's pretty. That sounds very Embiid-ish. If we're being honest, that sounds very Embiid-ish. So, yeah, I had him on my All-Star ballot. Yes, I did. I had Embiid making the crew.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
he's
actually
definitely
had
on mine as
Pascal.
well.
I
didn't
initially
think
had
about
Pascal, and then I had to rethink it. Really, too. So I had Pascal, and we were still waiting. So we hadn't reached the deadline for our list. I did it like a couple days early, and then Embiid gave the Knicks that work that he gave the Knicks. They lost, but he gave the Knicks that work. I was like, nah, it ain't no way. I'm leaving this out.
Yeah, we just watched him bully Cat, and it's like, yeah, Cat's the worst though. Okay.
It's pretty, Ron, if we're being honest, and we did kind of scoff over this, it's pretty remarkable what Embiid has been doing. This is a dude who could barely run not too long ago. He could barely run. He could barely stand up. And now this dude is on a Tuesday. I'm good for 29 and 11. Yeah, just pencil me in for 29 and 11 on a Tuesday. And he could barely run like 2 months ago. He not the
11 is a bit of a stretch, but
I'm sorry, Moss. 29 and 9. How about that? Okay.
Yeah,
So pencil me in for almost 30 and 10 on a Tuesday. All right. So with that being said, I mean, it's pretty remarkable, what's been happening with him, how Philly's been handling him and him being able to get back in the lineup. That mid-range look like it's still there, right? Him finishing around the basket. He don't dunk it like he used to, but he still finishes around the basket, right? He still is bullying guys, still getting to the rim. The athleticism looks like it's waning, but it's still good enough that I can still dominate. So I think it's pretty remarkable what Joel Embiid has been doing over this last 2 months.
We're talking medical retirement, man. I remember, man.
We literally was having that conversation, Mars. That was going on.
Yes. Days. They were talking medical retirement. Come along.
Before we do move to the West, obviously Chill outlined Giannis is probably not going to play. That leaves one more spot. Who do you guys give your vote to then?
MPJ.
Embiid.
He's not going to play.
Well, I mean, that's his decision, Chill. Like the league isn't going to be like, you shouldn't play, so we're not going to give it to you.
Right. I think he would get the nod.
Deserving person is Embiid. So
yeah. I agree with that, but I'm still giving it to MPJ.
It's either him or Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram shouldn't touch anybody's All-Star game.
And I've heard, and I'm not buying this, and you guys know how I feel about him, but I've heard Bam, and I'm not buying that off the clearance rack. No, I'm not.
I've got LaMelo over Brandon Ingram, so
I think not only is MPJ.
I got Con Knuckle over Brandon Ingram this year.
MPJ,
okay, you guys gonna pay for this
most,
tomorrow.
MPJ is the most deserving.
We don't have to do this pretending. Yeah, Porter's been better than. It's just great. Yeah, Porter's
not. I mean, not only is I don't think. Well, obviously, I think we're all on the same page. I know Mars. I think we all are on the same page as far as like Embiid just won't play. You know what I'm saying? Even if he does get it. But I also think MPJ's earned it too, though. Like I don't think you can go wrong with that choice if you choose MPJ or Embiid. I'm leaning more towards MPJ, but I don't think you can go wrong either way. But once again, I don't see Embiid playing though. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll just use the games played cop out. MPJ's played 10 more games, so I'll just use that. There you go. That's
right. Yeah, there's that. But then this is kind of like, come on, bro. I don't see Joel getting out there running around in an All-Star game, bro. I don't think that'd be a good idea.
All right, fellas. Well, as you can see, we have a members chat from Mo. Mo said Harden and Kawhi snubbed. Let's go ahead and get into the Western Conference. This is what things are looking like out west. This is who made it as a West Reserve. Denny Avdia. Pretty sure we all had him on our list.
I did.
Kevin Durant. No?
Neither did I.
I did not.
I said Wemby by accident.
Wait. Let me see. I maybe did.
Okay. Kevin Durant. I know we all had KD on our list.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Edwards. I know we all had Anthony Edwards on our list.
Mm-hmm.
Jamal Murray. I know we all had Jamal Murray on our list.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then that leaves 4 names that were up for grabs. Devin Booker, Chet Holmgren, LeBron James, Denny Avdia. First off, before we get into
I
this,
had Chet.
shout out
I seen it.
to Denny, shout out to Chet, and shout out to Jamal Murray, all first-time All-Stars. Now, let's talk about this set.
Yeah, Kawhi not making it is a travesty. Based on like merit alone is a travesty. I think he's the best player to not get voted as an All-Star.
Like ever?
I think so.
Maybe so, yeah, possibly. But you know what's funny? No, what's funny? Shit, I don't know.
Here we go.
I mean, I'm not gonna act like I've gone through the archives of NBA history to tell you explicitly. Oh no, 1987. I don't
think
know.
Harden made it.
But my gut feeling is I can't think of a player who's.
I don't think
played
Harden
better
made it in
than Kawhi.
22-23 on the 22 and 11 year.
He didn't want to go to Utah. That's why. It's
But I
not
could
that he didn't
argue
make
No,
it.
he
Kawhi's-
didn't get voted. I don't
could
think he got
argue
voted
Kawhi's
for
playing
Kawhi's
like
been
a
better
top
than that
five player
version
in
of
the league.
Harden.
Yeah, I could argue Kawhi's been playing like a top 5 player in the league. and
Hey,
he hasn't.
James Harden has been playing very well this year as well.
Yeah, yeah.
And so
I think both of them should have made
Yeah,
it.
he's
I-
he kind of does this like year in, year out. So like we know
Yeah.
that. But
And
thank you
so,
for
and so
noticing,
my
though.
thing, well, why are you telling me thank you? I'm talking about James Harden.
I'm saying James Harden does this year in, year out.
My only thing about James Harden and Kawhi, I was wondering like how often do you have two guys that could possibly be in the game, right? That people are calling this a snub, so we think that they deserve to be there. A lot of us do, and the fact that the All-Star game is actually in Inglewood.
Yeah.
Is like to me adding a little bit more insult to injury. You know what I mean? Like, do typically how often is the game in somebody's building and they don't have any representation?
Pretty confident Lauri Markkanen did not see the floor when the game was in Utah. I don't
Okay.
think
No, he did.
All-Star
Yeah,
selection.
Did he
That
make
was
the
his one
All-Star
and only
team
time
that
he
year?
made it.
Yeah.
Jarrett Allen made it when it was in Cleveland.
Yep.
I thought that
Tyrese
was
Halliburton,
I thought it
they
was the
made
next
sure
year
he
with-
was
with,
in when it was in Indiana.
2023.
I
Larry
thought it was the
Markkanen
next
was
year.
an
I'm sorry.
All-Star.
With Markkanen.
You
I
get
thought
that
it
little boost when that game is in your arena.
Yeah.
Larry
I thought
Markkanen
so.
made it. Jarrett Allen made it. I remember
Yeah, I
because
thought it was
Jarrett
the
Allen
next year,
closed
my
that
fault.
All-Star game over Jokic,
Mhm.
and Nick Wright used that to push propaganda. I remember that vividly. But yeah,
Okay.
I don't know how Kawhi didn't make it.
Let's be
Well,
honest.
I know how, but I don't know how.
Yeah. Well, though, Mars, this is another situation. That's why I said earlier. I would say we're going to talk about this again in the West.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard is another guy who probably should stay away from extracurricular activities right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I feel that mindset where it's like, well, okay, bro's probably not going to play, so maybe let him stay home. You know?
You think the nonsense in
Yeah,
the offseason?
based on
Oh,
merit, I think
hey,
it's
chill.
egregious. I don't
I'm glad.
think
See,
I don't
me and
think
Chill,
it's
we be on one accord. You see
I'm
what I'm
just
saying? 'Cause
saying,
I was thinking the same thing.
Think the
I'm
nonsense?
thinking this has a little bit to do with all the extra trees
Yeah,
out
the
there
nonsense in
in
the
Los
offseason might have had something
Angeles,
to do
something
with
to
it.
do with the off season, and maybe Adam Silver whispered in everybody, "Hey, we're not rewarding
we
them
ain't doing
with
that
no
with Kawhi
All
Leonard.
Stars.
We're not rewarding what
We're
allegations.
not
This
reward-
is a
It's already
this
bad
is-
enough. The game.
This is this is America. Y'all taking
already
y'all
bad enough
taking
game,
Pablo word. This is America. This is
I don't know. He was
allegations.
pretty convincing, Ox.
Yeah,
He was
it
pretty damn
pretty
convincing.
I ain't gonna lie.
I swear to God, I hope.
I think
you know
Adam
what?
was
I usually,
convinced as well.
I always say that y'all need to stop ducking jury duty. We can't complain about the justice system and continuously duck jury duty. You two brothers down there, stay off the jury. Stay
Oh,
off.
Now we gotta stay off
Let's be
First
clear
off,
about
I'm
one
a
thing.
faithful jury member.
Let's be clear about one thing. I do not. I tell them I hate white people. That's how I get off the jury duty. That's how right from the beginning. I go in there. I tell them I hate white people. I don't trust white people, and they like goodbye. So I'm out. That's how I get out of it, and I'm straight.
I'm saying y'all are having Kawhi. Y'all are holding Kawhi guilty based on public perception.
You on
Ron,
mute,
you
Ron.
muted.
As he
Based
should
on
stay
purpose,
on me.
like-
Oh, I was just saying, everybody watching
one of
live.
these times, we not
you
gonna
know what
tell
to do.
Ron that. We're just gonna let him talk.
Yeah, facts, right.
But I think that and we can't leave out a pretty important factor. It is the Clippers, right? Like Ox, you complain a lot of times about Sacramento. I mean, it's the Clippers. If you think about the history of the Clippers are never going to get the benefit of the doubt. Now, as opposed to somebody else that's on the crew. Like, did you guys honestly think that James wasn't going to make the All-Star team? Are you serious?
I think we knew he was gonna make it. I think everyone
And
knew
to
that.
flip that around, Mars, if Leonard was on the Lakers, do you think Leonard would have made the All-Star team? Yes,
Yeah.
he
So
absolutely would have made the All-Star team.
this isn't about history. And once again, like Mark said, I think we all knew Brown was going to be in the All-Star game. But I think we also all knew that Brown didn't deserve to be in the All-Star game.
Did he
So
though?
it's just,
I mean, who cares?
I mean, well, we're talking about it, so it's like, you know.
But I'm just saying, like, if you want to start substituting other people out to put Kawhi and Harden, I had Kawhi, Harden, and LeBron all on my reserves. I'm looking at mine
Yeah,
now.
you took Danny off, and you took
take off
Chet
Danny.
and Book.
No, I actually had Chet too because I knew Chet was going to make it because it was going to be 2 from OKC. I didn't know that. So it's Book, Denny, and who else?
Swiper, you think that? Because I didn't even consider Devin Booker.
Kawhi and Harden.
Maybe I'm on some nonsense, but maybe I'm on some nonsense, Swiper.
Yeah, I had Booker.
I didn't even consider Devin Booker, and maybe I'm.
Wow.
Yeah, I think.
I feel like not considering him is a bit.
We had an argument about this with Julius Randle last week, and I just don't understand your logic at all.
Yeah,
so we did that last week.
To be honest with you, I didn't even consider him, and one of the main reasons why I didn't consider him is because you and I had a conversation. Even though Devin Booker clearly is the best player on Phoenix, I'm not going to argue that point at all. He is 100% the best player on their crew. They're in playoff contention. Maybe it was kind of like what happened with James a couple of years ago, where James had that month stretch where he wasn't that good, and like Dylan Brooks
also happened this season.
Well, here's the thing, though, Moss. Okay, one, the popularity between James and Devin Booker are like night and day. So let's and remember who we're talking about here. We're talking about the fans. That's number one. Number two,
this was the coaches, but
number two, I mean, Dylan Brooks was playing really well. Dylan Brooks was playing, and again, I'm not saying that he's better than him. So let's be clear about that right now. But he was playing really well. So I thought to myself, I mean, could Dylan Brooks be an all-star over Devin Booker? Like, I didn't even consider him.
I didn't have him, but I think he needed to. Yeah, I think Devin Booker's making it. I have no problem with it. Well, I don't have a problem with any of these selections. It is what it is. But in terms of like, if it was just the 12 most deserving, I think Kawhi for sure would have been there. I think James Harden would have been there. But it is what it is. That's kind of where I'm at. It is what it is.
I had so the two guys, so it was Denny and Devin Booker. I had Randall and Leonard. Those were the two. I had everybody else right, but those are the two other guys that I had that I got that one.
Chill, Denny
wrong.
Denny was my non-negotiable this year. Like,
I wasn't surprised, Ron, that Denny made it. I wasn't.
There's obviously guys that had to be in. SGA is a starter, but when it comes to the reserves after Ant, it was Denny Avdia for me.
Yeah,
like, I wasn't surprised. What he's doing. Like, he had to be an all-star game.
Where are we with Denny?
He was a reserve before Kawhi to you? Because Kawhi wasn't a starter.
Yes.
Yeah.
You think Denny's been playing better than Kawhi this year?
I think his body of work is more than Kawhi's.
Okay, I guess.
Salute to Denny Avdia, man. Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
I think his body Kawhi has been better, but I didn't even put in work.
You think Denny's been better than Harden as well as far as the body of work?
And bro, yes.
You think
definitely
obvious. Yeah, obviously.
Kawhi is but like Denny's played 4
James Harden. Just clears James Harden.
Never said he clears, but he's been better than James this year.
Yeah, obviously. He's just obviously.
Mars, you think that Leonard has been playing at a top 5 level this year? And when I think about top 5, I'm thinking, damn, like, so Luka, Jaylen Brown. Yes, Jaylen Brown.
You're not going to convince me that Jaylen Brown's been better than Kawhi. Like, you could say his
this season.
You're not going to. Yeah, I don't care. You're not going to convince me.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you're not going to convince me that Jaylen Brown's been better.
I think at this point Jaylen Brown's having
one of the most overrated seasons. Like, shout out to Jaylen Brown. Like, well deserved.
That's
overrated.
Here's the reason why it's not overrated.
Respectfully, Celtics fans.
The reason why it's not overrated. The reason why it's not overrated is because the expectations of the Boston Celtics. It's
not about expectations about how you're playing, and he's
right, and how he's been playing this season.
Well, though he's not playing better than
Kawhi. He ain't playing better than Kawhi.
He's not playing better than Kawhi.
That was the prompt. The prompt was playing better.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about.
I don't care. Like, Jaylen Brown, well-deserved all-star star. Congratulations, having a great season.
Sure,
best season of his career.
Yes.
He ain't been playing better than Kawhi to me. You're not going to convince me.
He's not playing.
So I'm not going to engage in the debate because I don't care to have that debate. Kawhi's just.
But Mars though, Swiper just moved the goalpost and he said he's having one of the most overrated seasons.
That is so when you say better than Kawhi, that does mean overrated.
Okay.
Because you're rating him above Kawhi. Therefore,
if you're using that as your basis, okay. But outside of that, nothing that Jaylen Brown's doing is overrated.
We're
For
gonna
them to be
we're
winning
we're
as
not
much
gonna
as
have
they're
a good
winning,
conversation
if-
about this. I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna say several names, and we're gonna disagree about this. So it's not
and
what
you
we're
can
getting
and you
into.
can do that. You could do that. My only
Okay.
thing is for them to be winning and him to be the alpha dog over there. I
And they
have
have
to give him his
they have a
props.
very,
It-
very,
it's-
very good team, and Derek White is having another great season this
You
year.
didn't know that.
They have a very, very, very good team.
There's
Now,
multiple. There's
now,
multiple.
Dallas
now,
very,
now,
very, very
now,
good.
Blake, yeah,
I'm allowed to
Right
speak
there,
on my
man.
own without people interrupting.
you are
I think
allowed to
that
speak.
Derek,
We're allowed
that
to
Jaylen
counter
Brown
your
is having a
bullshit,
really
though.
good season.
Yeah,
He's
we're
having
allowed to counter your
he's
bullshit.
having an All NBA season. But yes, the Celtics
No, he's
are
having
doing
his first
very
team
well with
All-Pro
and without
NBA season.
Jaylen Brown
That's
in
the
the
kind of season
lineup.
he's
They're
having.
doing very well on and off
How
the
many
floor
games?
without
How many
Jaylen.
games did Jalen Brown miss?
No, not about miss. Not
Three,
about
I
miss.
think.
Not
Three or
about miss.
four.
Not about
Three or
miss.
miss.
Well, no, 'cause
They're
you-
doing.
it is
The
about miss.
Celtics are
Well,
thriving.
Boston have played
here we
14
go.
They're
On and
not
off,
games.
thriving without
Ah,
Jaylen Brown. They got
He's missed
throttled
four.
the other night without
So he's missed
Jaylen Brown.
four.
No, it's not. No,
Toronto.
He's talking about off-on numbers. and
Yeah,
shit,
the
when he sits
on-off
on the
numbers,
bench
yes.
and all
Like
that.
they're
That kind
doing
of
very
stuff
well
just
this
makes
year.
me
He's
nuts,
scoring well.
Viper, that you
That's
do
fine.
that
You can-
because we
you
need
can-
to
No,
win.
you can be upset.
need-
They
You
played.
can say,
If they played two
that's
consecutive
To be
that's
games,
fine.
fair, they're 3-1 without Jalen Brown. So I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I
not-
mean, and so
you
some
could
of this,
look
some
at-
of this
yeah,
is,
so
some of this is
even
as
who
though-
simple
they
as
play in
this.
those 4 games?
14.
Jalen Brown is a very emotionally
they
charged
beat-
player
they
in
blew
this
out
space, and so I think
Sacramento.
that there's
They lost by 2
legitimate
to
reason to
Weekday.
like Jalen Brown. He's having a really
then they
good
beat
They
season.
beat
But yes,
Sacramento.
if you're going to
Lost.
compare him to other players,
I'm not
like
saying
Kawhi
that's the
Leonard,
be
then
anyone.
yeah,
I'm
then
saying they got
it's gonna
throttled
be
without Jaylen
overrated.
Brown isn't even true. They lost by 2 in the one loss they had. So I don't know what game Ron is talking about.
Swiper, can you
It's
make
Jalen
so
Brown
that
they-
was
point
they-
again?
four
What game
games,
was
they
that?
3-1. The one they lost by 2.
They beat
What game
Sacramento.
was that?
Who the other two
They
wins?
beat Sacramento, they beat Toronto, and they beat Washington. So once again, it's
Okay,
not
so
it's
two of
not
the
3.
three
Yeah,
worst
it's not
teams in the
3
league.
big wins. I'm not saying that. But Ron said, "Oh, they just got throttled without Jalen Brown." That's
Oh,
not
who'd they
true.
lose to? Who'd they lose to?
They lost to the Pacers by 2 points.
Another
They
worst
were
team
down
in
in
the
that game.
league.
Yeah,
Shit,
pretty
we
sure
can-
they were
we-
down in that
we
game
can
and made
beat
it clear.
Sacramento,
They lost to the
Washington, and Indiana.
Yeah, I'm not.
Well,
Once again,
us
I'm not
six
saying
right
that.
here.
I'm not saying that's proof that Jalen Brown don't mean nothing. I'm saying that they
Right,
definitely
right.
never got throttled in the game that Jalen Brown missed.
I think
that's-
a lot of people that are.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
hear
all
that.
I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
As you were saying, Swiper,
I think a lot of people that are again very charged about the JB thing. I think JB's having a very good season, but we had this conversation last week. I don't think he's been better than at least 6 or 7 or 8 players in the league this season, but just fine. I think that Kawhi's having a better year than him. I think that if the Eastern Conference and Western Conference did not have conferences, then I think the West starters would probably be all the starters. So it's not. I'm not trying to like say that JB's been bad, but it's just Kawhi has clearly been better. He's been underrated this whole season. We've had conversations about Kawhi multiple times this year, having his best scoring season that he's had. He's playing very good defense. The passing is never going to be great because it's Kawhi. He can't pass, but neither can JB. But he's been phenomenal this season. Like he's having a great all-around season.
Swiper, it sounds to me like you're saying
they're
this because
17-4 in the last 21 games. He's
Sure.
been the biggest reason why. Shout out to James Harden for playing well, but it's been Kawhi. Like, I mean, it's just I don't.
So two
you know.
things. So 2 things, Swiper. Number one,
It's
I understand that you
50,
think that
40,
he's just a better.
92.
I think you think he's a better player than.
No, he's having
Jaylen
a better
Brown.
season.
Okay, I can get with that part. But Mars,
Yeah.
my issue is like okay, they're 3-1 with Jaylen Brown out of the lineup, but he'll play 11 games, miss a game. He'll play 10 games, miss a game. It's not like they're rolling with him out of the lineup where he misses 4 or 5 consecutive games, like what was going on in Denver when Joker was out of the lineup. That's not going on in Boston. Like he'll miss a game, then he'll play 11,
Jaylen
12
Brown is
games.
available. Yeah,
right?
absolutely. He's more
So
available.
I have a difficult time with that kind of logic off the strength that he's in the lineup more than he's out of the lineup. On top of that, the on and off stuff is what really blows my mind because we need our guys in order to win, right? So we need Joker, we need SGA, we need Jaylen Brown in order to win games. So if we need these guys in order to win games, I ain't tripping on the dude being off the floor for 5 minutes and what they doing when he's off the floor for 6 minutes. I'm not tripping off that. What I am tripping off of is what is he doing when he's on the floor? What are they doing when he's on the floor? I can tell you what they are doing. They are winning when he's in the lineup. That is a fact.
Yeah, they're almost.
He's off the floor for
They're
40
almost as
minutes.
good. Yeah, you're right. I agree,
He plays
Joe.
35
They're
games.
almost as good.
Plays-
They're almost as good as the Clippers when Kawhi Leonard is playing. I agree. Yeah, Kawhi
Now that
Leonard
14
is
minutes
having a
all-
phenomenal season. He's lost in like
The Clippers
LA.
have a better roster than the Celtics right now. You do know that, right? You can put your hand all in your
You
head.
fight that,
all you want.
Swiper?
It's a fact. There is no player
In terms of talent.
Jaylen Brown has over there as good as James Harden. Not a one. Their center. Who do you want? Luka Garza or Kata or Zubac?
To be fair, this year's Zoo, I don't even know if you want to have that conversation.
Stop, Mars.
Nah,
Stop.
this year's Zoo been
Stop.
stinky. Oh my god.
Stop.
I'm
Stop.
Brooke Lopez is playing a little better than we. Than
shout out to Ty Lue. Did the unthinkable. He went big yesterday. Played Zoo and Brooke Lopez together. Shout out to him. Yeah, shout out to him.
Because he got to stretch big. He's
a changed man. Shout out to Ty Lue, man. Doing things I never thought I would have seen. But the on-off data doesn't mean a whole lot to me. I just think Kawhi's been better. That's kind of it.
Yeah, Kawhi's been better than Jaylen Brown. And I went to bat for Jaylen Brown in the Kevin Durant segment. I still believe that he's been just as good as Kevin Durant this year, but I can't go. Kawhi's been better than both of them. So I'm not going that far.
And I agree. I do think Kawhi's been the best of the three.
And don't misunderstand me. I do think Leonard is a better player than him. I'm not going to argue that point. I just did not imagine what I'm getting from Jaylen Brown this season. I did not imagine that. We're looking at almost 30 and 7 and 5 on pretty good efficiency, right? And arguably in all league, he's playing defense at a pretty high level. So with that being with that
Who's been playing bad defense, Kawhi or Jaylen Brown?
I think Leonard plays in better stretches. Yes. I think that Jaylen Brown plays. I think he plays longer. I think that in stretches, I think Leonard has been better.
All right, fellas. I want to bring it back to our first-time All-Stars, though, because there are 6 of them, and I want to salute to these guys because making an All-Star game, it's a pretty amazing thing, So we got Denny Avdia, we got Chet Holmgren, and we got Jamal Murray out west. Mm-hmm. On the east side, we have Jalen Darryn, Jalen Johnson, and Norman Powell. Salute to these guys. Salute to the jump that they've made, and salute to just being named to the 2026 All-Star Game in Los Angeles at the Intuit Dome. I can't wait to run into you guys while we're there, and all of that good stuff.
You better hope you don't run into me. That's what you better hope. Of all the people that you don't want to run into, you better hope you don't run into me. But
see, I got security with me.
My big fella. I got a question for my big fella. Ox, what does it feel like for the Clippers for Norman Powell to come into their building as an All-Star?
That's fine.
What does that look like?
I don't know. I mean, it depends on who you're talking about. If we're talking about Lawrence Frank probably feels like a jerk. He probably feels like an asshole, a real dickhead. You know what I'm saying? but for the other guys, I'm pretty sure it's probably like
wasn't that a part of the making moves?
That's what's up. Like, for me, and Bradley Beal, John Collins. But for me too, I think as like the teammates, I think as like the other guys, I think like that's what's up. They should be happy for him. You know what I mean? I know I would be. I would certainly be happy for Norman Powell because he did a lot for them last season. You know what I mean? When Kawhi didn't play till the middle of January. You know what I'm saying? It was James Harden, Norman Powell, Zubac. They was holding it down, and Norman Powell was averaging like almost 25. Norman Powell did great things for the Clippers. So I would hope it's not, you know what I'm saying, like a no hate or resentment. I would hope they're showing him love because he's earned it. He's been playing very well these past few seasons. I mean, I've always thought Norman Powell was a great basketball player. So it's really cool to see him get this recognition. He deserves it.
As soon as he left the shadow cast by the big palm tree out there in LA, he got some credit. It's funny how everybody is like, oh my God, snub Kawhi, snub Kawhi, snub Kawhi. Nobody's talking about James Harden. James Harden has been holding down that franchise for the past year and a half. James Harden, to me, should be an all-star just as much as Kawhi Leonard should, in my opinion. But nobody's all up in arms about James Harden missing the team.
I think we just did bring up James Harden just like a couple minutes ago. We was just talking about James Harden and how he deserves to be an all-star.
I'm not just talking about up here, Ox. I'm saying the basketball community at large. Everybody.
You know that goes just because Kawhi. That's just because Kawhi's the better player, and so they're doing that. But,
I mean, we didn't know that till like 20 games ago. But
we've known that. We've known that since they were drafted.
James Harden was quite literally better than him last year.
Yeah, until he got healthy. But my thing about it is just like they're Kawhi Kawhi Leonard's the better player, so people are going to be more up in arms. Kawhi Leonard's having a better season, so they're going to be more up in arms. But James Harden absolutely deserves to be in the All-Star game. I think so. I think both of them could be All-Stars. But honestly, like I was saying before, I think it should be James Harden due to the fact that Kawhi Leonard don't need to be doing any extracurriculars. If Ron were to ask me who was the guy in the West that should be an All-Star that's not, I'm going to say James Harden. Because I don't think Kawhi need to be doing any extracurriculars anyway. And plus, James Harden's also been playing very good basketball this year, and I think is being overshadowed by what Kawhi Leonard is doing right now. Although James Harden is putting in that work as well. So that's just my take on it. But you know what, though, real talk? I just think the issue is that when you want to praise James Harden for being the great basketball player he is, you don't got to do it by hating on Kawhi.
I'm not hating on Kawhi. I'm more so disliking the narrative around the situation out there in LA and Inglewood. Because like I said, everything is just about catering to Kawhi, which I mean, I guess, but when I watch these two teams play, well, not two teams, but these two players, play, more often than not, I'm coming away with the conclusion that James Harden is the Clippers' most important player and their best player. Especially when they play their team in Colorado, because Kawhi is just destined to score 21 against them. But we'll talk about that later, I guess. We go on to the next chat.
All right, fellas. Well, what we're going to talk about now is a great place called Splash Sports. This is your time to make your stamp in history. This is your time to take your game to the next level. And it's also your time to get a nice little chunk of change in your bank account right here with Splash Sports. You see, with Splash Sports, you make your picks, you put your money up, and then the money hits your bank account when you win. And it's very easy. We're going to show you guys how to do it right here, right now. Before we do that, though, I just want to give you guys a quick outline. So after you download the app, by scanning this QR code on the screen or by clicking the link in the bio, you need to know that you will be competing against fans on Splash Sports and on Splash Sports only. You see, unlike other little places or other little apps or casinos that you may go to, you're not playing against the house. You are playing against other fans, other people that, well, just like you, they think that they know ball. And you pick between 2 to 6 players, and you simply pick more or less on their player projection. You see, it's fair matchmaking because you have other ways to outsmart different opponents by choosing different lines and choosing different players and choosing the amount that you want to put up. And the thing about it is you will only be put against people that play the same amount of money as you. And you will only be put against people that have the same amount of picks as you. So let's go ahead and show you guys exactly how to do quick picks on Splash Sports right here and right now. Let's get into it, fellas. So today, let's run it up, y'all. How are we rocking?
Mr. Ox, hello, sir. Good morning to you. I'd like to put in my order for Mr. Leonard. They got the Philadelphia 76ers in town. Can I see what that line looks like, sir?
I'm playing back to back. Shout out to him.
That 24.5, I'm very much liking that. I'm going to take the more on that, Mr. Ox, please, with some extra sugar. Thank you very much. It's good to see you this morning, sir.
Especially since Paul George won't be there to guard him, right?
I'm going to take the more on that. Yes, sir.
That's nice. That's nice. Well, chill, you know, hey, I used to pray for times like this. Let me get Joel Embiid, you know, like I never thought it would be a day where I'd be able to get Joel and Kawhi playing against each other, and I could both put them on my Splash Sports contest. Game time decision. When's the last time Joel played?
Philly have a back-to-back tomorrow, so I don't know if he's going to play tonight or tomorrow, but obviously he's only playing.
Who they play tomorrow?
If it's an easier game, I would project he plays tomorrow.
Exactly. They're in Los Angeles, so
they play the Lakers tomorrow?
Is it, or is it the Warriors?
I know they're in Los Angeles against the Clippers.
I just seen their schedule. Yeah, they play the Warriors tomorrow. I don't know. He might have PTSD from the
that's an easy game, yeah. So,
but he might not want to rumble around.
He might not want to relive Jonathan Kuminga landing on his knee. You know, that's probably
true.
Right. So I'd assume he plays tonight.
All right. Well, whatever the buckets are.
The fact that we have to do this gymnastics is insane.
Points and assists, 33.5.
He gonna hit that with just points. You ain't gonna worry about points.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that. Points and assists.
They're in
Just take
Golden
the
State
points,
tomorrow.
man. Like, what
Yeah,
the hell?
they're in Golden State tomorrow night. Yep, that is correct.
No, Mars.
We'll
You
take the
always
points.
wanna
We'll take the
attach it to
points.
something just in case, you know.
Joel will score 30 with his eyes closed now.
Right. So I mean, if you take 33.5 points plus assists, I mean, you bound
Yeah,
to
but now
get,
if he
what,
scores 31
4?
and has 1 assist, now what? You sold. You might as well just take the points.
Hey, man.
All right, what else we getting into, fellas?
Who's
I see Zion, I see
playing
LaMelo.
the Pelicans?
New Orleans.
Oh yeah, gotta take something on them. Con been selling me, but that's only because like they blew somebody out, so he wasn't able to get that last 3-pointer.
Well, he's averaging 17.6 in his last 10 games, and it's at 17.5. So I'm actually staying away from that one because I was just looking at that.
Heavily
Yeah.
boosted.
Why don't you like that? Why don't you like that, Swiper?
17.6 and 17.5 is a no-go. That's you don't have good enough you don't have good enough odds. That's what we would say in the common world. So I'm not doing that one.
Interesting.
What about LaMelo assists? What's LaMelo assists looking like? They got his assist line at.
LaMelo assist. We are looking at. I don't think we have LaMelo assist.
I see
We do
assist
have
and
LaMelo
rebounds
turnovers, though.
assist and rebounds is 13.5.
Points and assists is 27.5. God damn.
I wonder what
PRA,
the line was on
32.5?
Jared Miller yesterday.
I like that PRA, honestly.
32 and a half.
It is the Pelicans, though. I don't know.
Pelicans play a little bit competitive.
Oh, is Musa on here? Do they have points
How
plus rebounds?
dare you? How dare
Yeah,
you?
let me look at that. Dybantsa?
He didn't play the
out
last time they
Embiid.
played the Pels neither, by the way. Earlier this season, he didn't
Give
play.
me more on the double-double. Give me the double-double prop. Give me the double-double prop. Yeah.
I everyone know about. Okay, let me sit there about.
This one's a little
All right,
bit
we
of
got that.
This one's a little tough, but I've been looking at the rest of the slate. I don't feel as confident, but this one feels like it could hit. Give me Jaden McDaniels 20.5 points and rebounds today.
I like that.
Like, play Memphis
Jaden
again. Shout out to Ty
McDaniels.
Jerome coming back, by the way. Shout out to Ty Jerome.
I don't like that Musa line, that double. I mean, last time he saw them, he had a double single. I think he had like 6 and 5 against him, some nonsense like that.
Well, they weren't playing as good as they're playing. They're rolling right now. You know what I'm saying?
Did he just try to disrespect Musa Diabate?
That's 100%. You're 9-9 demon, Mars. Yes, sir.
Yeah, buddy. What's he talking about?
Uh-huh.
What else
Wait,
we
does
got,
Zach
fellas?
Edey play for Memphis? Is he still out?
I think he's still out. I haven't seen anything to say anything else.
Gobert rebounds kind of free there.
Jaren Jackson rebounds, right?
Yeah. What's Gobert rebound line, Ryan?
Let's go to them Rudy rebounds. Let's see about it. Rudy rebounds 12 and a half.
Yeah, he clearing.
How you
man.
feel?
You know when your rebounds higher than your points.
Yeah. He got a double prop
What's
too.
the points of rebounds?
22.5.
Bro, that's 10 and 10, Mars. I mean, Ron.
It's not.
It's 12 and 11.
Yeah.
That's 10 and 10.
I'm sorry. Well, yes. A double. He can do that against them.
You heard me, Ron?
Say that one more time.
Change my Musa pick and give me Rudy Gobert for double.
Good work.
Yeah.
Stay away from Musa, man. How dare you?
Yeah. That should hit.
That actually is an
pretty
amazing pick, that double.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody else? Going once? Going twice?
I'm good.
Hey, what's Ant at? We can sweeten the pot. What's Ant at?
Ant
the
is
L
at
word?
What is
30
it?
and a half.
Game time decision.
Game time decision. Yeah, I ain't balling.
We'll leave him alone if he a game time decision.
I'm good on Ant.
What's wrong with Ant?
wait.
He's been like in games.
He got a foot injury.
Foot injury or something like that.
Yeah, he's got that. He's got a foot problem.
Well, what about Kevin Durant?
What about him?
Nah, man.
KD not playing.
No KD
KD's out
tonight, Mars.
Yeah, KD's out tonight.
So,
All right, well, That looks about right, y'all. We didn't put everything together. Ox, we
What
got
about
any
this?
promotions?
What about the Siakam line? No.
Anything
Okay.
2 to 6?
I was
2 to 6
wondering what
picks?
that Siakam line look like.
Add that Monday boost. Yeah.
Mhm.
Chill want to throw Siakam on here. So
I just was wondering what I was wondering what his line looked like tonight.
I know you better take the more on that. I know y'all seen that.
Yeah, I was wondering what 23 and a half. I think he's good for that. Mm-hmm.
I like that points and rebounds, honestly.
The PR, what does it look like? 29? Almost 30?
They playing the Rockets. There's gonna be plenty of rebounds available. All them bricks they've been throwing up there.
I do like the more on that, Ron. Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna take that from Siakam.
All right, we got a fully loaded lineup today. $10 turns to $750. Boy, we paying some of y'all rent today. 20 turns to $1,500. We definitely paying some of y'all rent and some more rent, groceries, and a couple of side festivities.
I can get
Yes,
cheese.
sir.
I can get cheese
Go
on
ahead
my.
and send that through, Ox.
I could get vegan
Ox,
cheese.
so
on
we
my
got
veggie
is
burger.
Kawhi Leonard points. Can you read it out loud, please? I'm sorry.
We got Kawhi Leonard points, 24.5 more. That is a gimme. We got Joel Embiid points, 28.5 more. 2 gimmies. Jaden McDaniels, points and rebounds, 20.5. Rudy Gobert, a double-double. That's another gimme. DJ McConnell, when'd you get here? Well, it don't matter, Chad.
That
He's
was an
here.
Ox pick.
14.5
100%.
PRA. Big Ox win with TJ McConnell. We going more on that. And then we got Pascal Siakam, 29.5 points and rebounds. We going more on that as well. Guys, I'm really confident in this. I'm not as confident because we don't have that daily less on there. But I think we're going to get it done.
You can
However,
find one
fellas.
Lester? Not one Lester?
I tried to. I tried to find KD, but
He was looking for
He
the
ducking it
Lester, actually, but he wasn't available.
Sure, the new Lester.
I mean,
is
KD and the Leicester crew. It's a crew of them. It's just the leader. It's just the actual leader. But speaking of Leicester, let's get to these super chats.
Since we on that subject, Ron.
Yeah. We still got some things to talk about, y'all. We got top 5 comments of the week today. That should be fun. We talked about our All-Star reserves, but I'm pretty sure we'll circle back around to it and talk some more about the All-Star game and the rosters and the reserves. We had some trades this weekend. We got to talk about those trades. SGA and Jokic dueled last night, and then we had a crazy college matchup between presumably the number 1 and the number 2 pick, AJ Dybantsa and Darryn Peterson. We got to talk about that. However, the first super chat that we're going to rock with is from DNE MLV, and we are going with this super chat first because he is a Hall of Famer. DNE said, we need a new word for what happened to Kawhi. That is beyond a snub. From a level of play perspective, he has been at least on par with Steph and Ant. One is an all-star starter. The other deserved to be one.
I call it trade. And the reason why I call it trade is because Trae Young has always been the guy that you leave out. Just off the strength of leaving him off. Like Trae could be 26 and 11. Trae could be 27 and 10. But nah, we leaving him off. So I call it getting trade.
Talk about your guys.
Is Kawhi, in fact, the biggest all-star snub?
This year, yeah.
Yeah, this year.
Hey, man, it happens.
I'm trying to
I know if I'm Kawhi and James Harden, give me 2 tickets. I don't care if I got to pay for them. Give me 2 tickets courtside.
Sitting right there.
Sitting right there.
That's Steve Ballmer house. They don't need no tickets.
At their own arena?
Yeah.
All right, well, give me the tickets. But like I said, if I got to pay for it, I'm paying. Give me 2 tickets courtside. Y'all going to feel my presence.
You just want to make sure that you see me.
Not the media, not the voters, not the crowd, the players. We're going to see y'all soon.
See, I feel the exact opposite. I'm not even going.
We're going to see y'all real soon.
We're gonna be in Bali chilling or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to that shit. I feel the complete opposite. What am I going for? To watch it? Hell nah. And if I'm Kawhi, even if I got selected, I'm still not going.
You're just not
All right,
playing.
the next super. The next super chat is from The Godfather 651. The Godfather said the best player in the country is Sarah Strong. It's nothing she can't do.
Respect Sarah Strong. I know every time she comes up, I say the same thing. I'm gonna say it again. Am I tripping, or did she just get bigger over the summer? Like, she just looks bigger. I'm talking about she looks a little taller, a little thicker. She just looks bigger. Like, Sarah Strong, I wouldn't want to see her on the block, but I'm telling you, I would not. I don't want no problems.
And I have poked my head into a couple of UConn games. She is mean on the box. That's what I like about her. Like, she's mean. Like, she's that big that she doesn't ask for the ball. It's bring the ball over here. Come here. I got something. I got somebody behind me that can't do nothing with me. Bring the ball over here. You gotta bring the ball over to her.
I'm talking about like Yolanda Griffith mean on the
yes,
ball.
like that. I love that edge that she has to her. Like, you know that you got to pack your lunch today when you. Like I told you, Ox, when we was talking about it was Bam and Sabonis, and I'm thinking to myself, like, imagine fighting with her all night. If you were big, as good as you are, imagine fighting with her all night. Man, you in for it.
Sure, that's the stuff nightmares is made of. There's a reason. There's a reason they got them ice tubs in the training facility after the game. You know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ.
Like the thing about it, Chill, I always say this, and I've said this forever, like as long as I can remember. When you talk about the paint in basketball, we talk about the key. That's the jungle. Like, it's a jungle down there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we down there to fight. Like, we down there hitting each other. That's when you come into this paint area, there's no holds barred. Like, we getting busy. And Sarah Strong, like, she subscribes to that line of thinking. She's down there. You're gonna get hit.
Well,
you're on defense. You're on defense getting beat up. Like,
she's
you know what I'm saying? I love that.
She's the big. She's the big that if I'm on the opposing team as a guard, I know that I got to get in there and I got to help you out tonight because I know you got your hands full with her. I know that for I know that as good as you are in terms of being my big, and I know that you can rebound, and I know that you tough down there, but I know you got your hands full with her tonight. So I got to get my ass in there and I got to help him because he got his hands full with her. He got his hands full with him.
With that being said, though, Chill, I think we both know the best basketball player in college basketball resides in Austin, Texas.
That's what I think it is. I do.
Shout out to Sarah.
I think it's Madison Booker. I think she's the best player in the country, Ron. I do.
Not Fort Worth.
Madison a junior, right?
Real talk. Not Fort Worth. Yeah, she's a junior this year. Yeah.
Can't wait to see her go 5th in the draft next year. But
that's a good place to go. Can't be mad at going 5th.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Dwayne Wade went 5th.
You can, you know.
Plenty of
there's
guys.
4 other spots that you would probably rather have. But
you know, it depends on who got those. Like, you know what I'm saying? It depends on who got those picks. You know what I mean?
Hunter TV.
Wait. Before you read it, though, because I want to agree with Penn, because y'all know I agree with Penn so often. Penn, you are 100% correct about that. If we did one-on-one Sarah Strong versus the chat, she is busting all y'all ass. All of y'all in the chat are getting demolished, destroyed, embarrassed, and demoralized. All right, go ahead, Ron.
And y'all always run to Nick the Quick. I'm gonna show you guys how little Nick the Quick is. All right, one of these, I'm gonna catch up with Nick real soon, and I'm gonna show y'all just how little he is. Y'all know when they be doing this and this, y'all just wait.
Mm-hmm.
We got another super chat.
Your ass. Don't say nothing.
You just make sure you're not in the paint when I come through. All-Star Weekend.
I'll flagrant foul you for you dunk on me.
All right.
Bye, boy.
Man, I would have bust your ass, yo. A bunch of gray hairs ago, I would have ate your lunch. I swear.
Hey, chill.
You wouldn't have been able to do nothing with me.
Hey, chill. I just thank God I ain't have to see it.
I'm not even bringing my shoes to All-Star Weekend because I already know what time it is, right, Mark?
Facts. That's why I'm not bringing mine. Yeah.
Ain't even no point, man.
You gonna bring your ass out that hotel room, no, Mars? I bet you gonna bring that, though. I know that. Yes, you are gonna do that.
Don't act disappointed when it doesn't happen. Like,
I'm not gonna be disappointed
when we're back on the panel the next week. I don't want to hear anyone acting surprised. Mars didn't leave his hotel. I don't want to hear no surprises. I've been told you what's gonna happen.
Are you interested in any surprises, Mars? Are you interested in any of that stuff?
I've been.
Oh, it's gonna be a surprise.
Mars,
I can't wait.
Mars.
I can't wait till you see the surprise coming for you, Mars.
Mars, I found the activity. You know,
Friday night.
Every time, Mars, I keep trying to tell you, let's do this. Let's do this. We're gonna live stream it. The people are gonna love it. Mars, you never down with my ideas. You're gonna love this one. Look, we're gonna get on the freeway. Check me out, Mars. It's a quick 3-hour drive. You're gonna head to Vegas real quick. They got this thing. They got this.
Vegas is not 3 hours away from Los Angeles.
Mars, no, you're gonna want to hear this, Mars. They got this helicopter. They got this helicopter ride thing. We get in the helicopter, and it's like one of like Black Hawk things where you can shoot, like the machine guns. You can shoot out into the desert. You're gonna love it. You're gonna.
Hey, Mars, you want to go to the
They
library?
let you shoot guns out into the open?
Yes.
Well, it's the desert. I mean, you can shoot in the desert. It's no big deal.
Mars, you want to go to the library?
You ever been to the desert? You ain't gonna shoot nothing but
that
a
has bad news written all over that. I'm not gonna lie. The wrong person get on that helicopter and it's over.
You gotta live. You gotta live a little bit. Mars, you down, right?
Around and fall out of that thing. So now
You lost me a 3-hour drive.
You strapped it. I'ma drive, Mars. Chill.
Unless that magically teleports me to the location. No. You lost me a 3-hour drive.
Well, I mean, this is the thing about that, Mars. If you fall asleep in the car and then you wake up somewhere, technically you did teleport there.
Actually, that is a good point, Mars.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
That is a fact.
You know where I can really sleep? My hotel.
Where? You know where else you can sleep, Mars? At home, and you're not home. You're in Los Angeles at All-Star Weekend, so we're not doing that.
The hotel is my home for as long as I'm there.
No, you're just staying there for a couple of nights. So
I can't believe Mars is allegedly going to go to LA and not do nothing.
no, that's not happening. Real talk. That's not.
That is
I
crazy.
promise you, that is not
My
happening.
life doesn't change based on geography. I do nothing wherever I'm at.
Okay, Mars, you don't want to shoot guns at the helicopters. Okay, you don't want to do that. They got these surfing lessons in Manhattan Beach.
Which is not far from Los Angeles, Mars, just so you know.
I don't believe in beaches.
Next super chat, Ron.
Y'all, come on, man.
Mars, do you believe in
This is what I'm
beaches?
talking about when I
Now,
say
I'm
that.
telling you, like, you could come to the
got
library with me, and I'm telling you, they got these thick books.
Ooh-wee.
They got these real thick books in the library. I'm telling you. Think about
Which
it.
one?
It don't
The
open
one in
until-
Westminster or the one in Anaheim?
Mars ain't ready for the one in Westminster. The one in Anaheim, no. I'm telling you. Hey, Mars, the thing about this library, don't open till around 12 p.m.
And there ain't no
AM,
books.
my bad, AM.
And there ain't no books in there.
Mars will
Hey.
not be in his hotel
Think you
room, ladies and
feel.
gentlemen. He will be out and about. So, yes, we are getting Mars out. He will see Los Angeles. He will be in film.
I
He
might
will be,
sneakily pay for a different hotel room just so you guys can't find me.
we definitely gonna find you.
Crazy.
And the interesting thing, Mars, is just so you know, what we you're gonna be around us. So because we got to work. So don't
Yeah,
think
for my
Right.
obligations. Yeah,
Right.
for my
So-
obligations.
So,
for
once
sure.
so once we get you around us, you're trapped. You're not going anywhere.
Well, no,
You're staying out.
last time I was
Swiper-
around you guys for my
Swiper is
obligation, then I just
Swiper
go
is
on Uber
to
back.
Swiper is going to physically take you wherever I tell him to physically take you.
You don't want to know what I'll scream in public. You got, I will scream.
That's some everyday shit in Los Angeles, Mars. Ain't nobody tripping on that. So don't even worry about
Someone,
that.
someone gonna say, someone,
That's some everyday
someone gonna save the young Brit
Somebody's
from
gonna say
being
nobody's gonna say
abducted
anything.
by
So
you
that's every day.
6'8" behemoths. Someone gonna save me.
That is a wild.
All right, fellas.
All these
The next
niggas in Mars little ass.
The next super chat is from Cuck Sanat. Chuck Sanat said, Mars, saw your LaMelo ranking tweet. I don't have him as a top 5 PG, but the defensive jump, rebounds, plus he starts breaks, elite transition playmaker, and collapses defenses at will. He's pretty close. 2-point scoring just makes it easier to argue.
Yeah, I think he's close. I had him on my All-Star team. I keep saying that. Yeah, I think he's assuming health, so I'm factoring in Tyrese Halliburton. I think I have like my 5 pretty close to set, and then you still have like Jalen Brunsons of the world. But like 7 through like 9 as a point guard, I think LaMelo's probably in that group. And if he could score at all inside the 3-point line,
Man,
I think he'd have an argument to be top 5. That's what my tweet said. Because LaMelo, I believe, statistically is like the worst 2-point scorer in the NBA.
Yikes.
It's like him or Klay Thompson, but Klay Thompson barely takes 2s. So I think it's him. If he could just score inside the line, he'd be another tier up, I think.
And I got to give LaMelo Ball for credit. I got to give him credit for what he does on the defensive end. He actually competes on the defensive end more than I give him credit for. He actually beats guys to spots. He is a little more physical than I give him credit for. He's not a cone like some other guys. He will give you some effort on defense. He will recover. So I do like that about him. Amongst other things, I do like that about him.
It's almost like as soon as he's on a serious team with some serious players, he can play serious basketball. You know, there's a lot of critique of LaMelo Ball and his platform going on that I was thoroughly against, right? And I think that shout out to Melo FC, we're winning the war. You know what I'm saying? You put some competent players around him, and now look at that. He passes the ball. But oh my God, let's overreact when he has to shoot 30 shots a game because he's playing with Taj Gibson in Big 2025. Yeah, you know, teammates probably dictate a little bit of your tendencies in play. Figure.
This is the only thing I have on that, real talk. And I feel you as far as them being a serious basketball team, like competitively, when Brandon Miller's healthy and Kyle Knippel's on the team. I understand that, and I agree with you. My only issue with LaMelo was just the unseriousness in the way he was playing basketball before that. Because I'm of the mind that even if you have guys that might not be in all-star conversation, they definitely not all NBA conversation, that doesn't mean that you can't be a leader. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean you can't be a leader on the court, off the court, and just try to, you know, try to facilitate that serious level, that professionalism on the court. That's the only thing I would say. It's like just because you guys aren't gonna be competing for championships, don't mean you just gotta be out here running around just doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like you can still, you know, play a serious.
Be a professional.
Be a professional. But this is what I would say to that point, though, right? I get that point when somebody is new to a situation and you try to do that. You know, you've been there a year or two. You know what I'm saying? But eventually, no matter who you are, most of the time, it's human nature to kind of fall into, you know, your environment, or at least adapt to it in some capacity. And so when LaMelo Ball probably first got to Charlotte, he was probably, oh yeah, man, we're going to get here. We're going to change things up. We're going to turn the franchise around. But when you're in year 4 and you're still playing with a nigga that's not going to be in the NBA in 6 months over and over and over again, I mean, you tend to fall into that environment. And now, you know, how serious can I be if the franchise isn't serious, and I've been here now 3, 4, 5, 6 years? You know what I'm saying? Like
I can understand that. I could dig that. But also, somebody in the chat made a very good point. It's not like he was on the court all the time. I think his injury slowed some things down too as well. But he's playing great.
That does matter.
Right now.
That does matter. Like I said, over the last 3 years, Ron, he's averaged 36 games a year. He's already surpassed that. He played 47 games last year. It looks like he's going to get past 47 games the way he's been, you know, taking care of himself. And I had asked y'all already about, you know, if I could get 2 months of LaMelo Ball being healthy. And, you know, he's been relatively healthy throughout the course of this season. I've been getting a pretty steady diet of him. And with him being on the floor, to Real Talk's point, playing with better players, and Brandon Miller being on the floor, Musa turning into what Musa is turning into, Moss, to your point. And I think that has something to do with LaMelo too, to be honest with you. I do. I think that has something to do with, just like Musa has something to do with LaMelo's development. So, I mean, I think it's a combination of the two. And the biggest thing with this group, more than anything, I think, is the fact that they've been together. Like we're able to see Brandon Miller, Bridges, Ball, right? We're able to see these guys on the floor at the same time for an extended period of time, as opposed to, Real Talk, I got these guys on the floor for these 3 games. Then I only got one of them on the floor for the next 2 games. Then I got 2 of them on the floor for the next 5 games. Then I don't have any of them on the floor for the next 4 games. Like we're actually getting a consistent diet of these guys on the floor for a period of time, and it's working. It is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and everybody keeps saying, you know, we want to look ahead when it comes to Charlotte, but the way that Charlotte is playing right now, you know, they're going to be in contention for a play-in spot. And I'll say this as well: if that starting 5 of theirs is healthy, I don't want to play them in the playoffs either, because one thing that team can do, I said this in the preseason as well, if they're healthy, they can put the ball in the basket. They're going to be able to score. Now, can they defend?
Good luck with
you
that.
know, time will tell. But one thing they can for sure do when they're healthy is put that ball in the basket.
I think Detroit smokes them. I don't think they beat them. I think they smoked them.
We'll see.
Fellas, the next super chat is from Hunter TV. Hunter said OKC can't hit open threes for most of the season, and then we get hit with magnet ball. But in all seriousness, shout out to SGA and Kason Curry. Couldn't stop them all night. Jokic and Murray were definitely disappointing, but Peyton Watson is him.
Yeah, Kason Wallace. I don't know if Kason Wallace will ever replicate that game again in his career. In the short term view of his career. Not by the time he's 30, who knows, but I definitely didn't expect going into that game Kason Wallace to go what did he go like 7 for 10?
He made 7 threes by 8 minutes left in the third quarter.
7 for 11.
Yeah, it's just that's ridiculous. So it's like some part of it is like when highly touted matchups like that get decided by the guy you planned on letting shoot, for lack of a better term, there's only so much you can take from it. It's like, yeah, well, Kayson's not going to make 7 threes every time they meet up. So it's like, that's not really repeatable. But then, like, Shea was, like, amazing. So it's like, that's repeatable.
That is 100%.
We saying stuff not repeatable, but Denver's philosophy, defensively, and it has been now for a couple of years. I mean, you let a professional basketball player sit there and take a wide open jumpers. I mean, there are going to be games he hits them. Now, there are going to be games where that turns out in your favor and they miss them, and then you'll win that game. Absolutely.
And then you get said you played elite defense.
Yeah, exactly. Then it gets said that you played elite defense for leaving people wide open, right? I experienced this firsthand when they played us, and it's like, oh, man, Denver's knocking them down. It's like, no, Rui sit in the corner missing wide open by himself threes. Like, if that is going to be your formula for success, sometimes it's going to work out for you.
Well, to be fair, that was OKC's defensive formatting too yesterday. The Nuggets just didn't. There were multiple. The first half of that game was, I hate it.
Let's get into it. Sure, let's get into it.
I don't like when there's no defense. Everybody knows this. So I just just shootouts or whatever. The first half of that game, both teams were they were leaving wide open shooters. OKC, the difference was they had the 8 offensive rebounds in the first quarter, and they got extra possessions off of that. Sure. But firstly, I mean, Shea was he was 11 of 16 from the field. He was 11 of 13 or 12 of 14 from the free throw line yesterday. He made 6 mid-range pull-up shots, which is obviously that's one of the highest he's had this season. He got to the rim. The details at the rim were insane. He had 13 assists, which is a season high last night as well. I mean, that was probably his best all-around offensive performance. And again, some of that is finishing, because if they don't make those shots, does Shea play a less impressive offensive game? No, it's just I think he created the advantages and they took advantage of him. OKC fans have been complaining all season about them not being able to hit those shots. And last night, Kaysen made 7. Lou Dort was 2 of 4 at one point. Wiggins was 3 of 6, I believe. Will at 2 of 4. They were just like every single thing. But and Adelman talked about this too. He called Shea the most talented isolation scorer in the league after the game, and he obviously is. But yeah, it was just. I mean, by the time the third quarter started, the Nuggets got it to 74-77 with 5 minutes left, and OKC made 4 straight threes. It was Kaysen, Wiggins, and then step back from Shea. And then the lead went to, 89-74, and then it was 91-76. And then basically they didn't get it within back 10 for the rest of the game. They just couldn't get enough stops. I thought OKC they came, not to make a statement. I don't think that they came into the game thinking that, but they for sure did. I think they just showed up. Shea was incredible last night. And
real talk.
Yeah, it was. Go ahead.
Real talk. You said something a couple of days ago. I think the phrase is everybody thinks a Chrysler look like a Bentley until a Bentley actually pull up. And I'm watching Shea last night, and I'm watching Jamal Murray, and I'm going, that's not fair.
That's not fair at all.
That thing is not the same.
I'm thinking. No one's ever said Jamal Murray.
No, that's not fair at all. That's not fair at all.
I'm thinking about
Jamal missed. Right? Can you let the man finish a sentence? Go ahead, Jim.
What I'm thinking about is I'm thinking about the matchup. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about the matchup between these two lead guards, and I'm thinking about what SGA is doing for his group, and I'm thinking about what Jamal Murray is doing for his group. And I'm watching SGA with his group, and I'm watching Jamal Murray with his group, and I'm going, that dude and that dude are different. Nope, that guy is.
But chill, he had
that's
5.
not to say player.
But I want to make sure I correct this.
Making.
Jamal had 5 wide open 3-pointers he missed yesterday. He was 1 of 8 from 3. So if he makes 3 more 3-pointers, and all of a sudden the stat line looks different.
My point. That dude and that
but
dude
but he's the best he's the best pull-up 3-point shooter in the league this year. So he missed those shots.
Yes.
So I think the other end of it is he statistically is. I don't want to keep arguing about that. I don't want to keep arguing about that. He is statistically. So I don't think that's fair at all to Jamal, because he's not in MVP talks with Shea.
But so, you know that Jamal and Shea are not the same vehicle, though, right?
Who said they? But I've never heard them compare.
So that's all Chill's saying. Like we seen Jamal play. We seen Jamal play great all season. But when the Bentley come through,
it's different.
And it's not even like.
And I also think
get that Chrysler off the road.
I don't think that they were actively leaving. Excuse me. I don't think that they were actively leaving Case and Wallace open. I know it sounds crazy. I know it might look like. I don't think that they were doing that. I think that ball was moving yesterday a lot more, and I think Denver's rotations, a lot of them were late. I thought that in transition, their defensive transition, they were not able to find guys in transition, Case and Wallace in particular. And on top of that, with those second chance opportunities, it's not like Case and Wallace can't make wide open threes. He's proven that he can make wide open threes. And that was in the scouting report with Case and Wallace. We got to find him at the long ball line. So they weren't actively just leaving him open going, in order for us to win, okay, you got to shoot. Because after 1 or 2, him making them, of course they're going to make an adjustment, only except they didn't. And the reason why they didn't is because Oklahoma City's offense, when the ball was moving, SGA in particular, that's why I brought him up, real talk, I felt like the ball was moving and he saw Case and Wallace, and he was firing it to him. So they had there was a play in the I want to say in the second quarter where SGA had the ball at the top. SGA had the ball at the top. Case and Wallace is on the right break. Case and Wallace is on the right break. Peyton Watson is covering Case and Wallace. He's covering Case and Wallace. Only except he's giving him a lot of room. So soon as Peyton Watson is paying attention to SGA, he fires it over to Case and Wallace. Now he's on his heels, shot. Like, that's kind of stuff right there is what was going on. The closeouts weren't good. I felt like the transition defense finding Case and Wallace in the half court, I don't think that was good. And I think that the other thing that we didn't talk about, real talk, has you ever heard somebody say, yo, mind your business? Has anybody ever said that to you?
Oh, yeah. The
reason why I'm bringing that up is because I felt like Joker, I felt like he was handling the physicality between him and Hartenstein. I think the problem was Lou Dort got involved in that. And I don't think anybody in Denver did anything about it. He was roughing up Joker too, in addition to Hartenstein roughing him up. Like, he'd run back on defense and Lou Dort would check him. Lou Dort would run in front of him. And nobody on Denver did anything about that. That got nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. That's between these two big guys. That's why I said that the refs better get a hold of this game because it's about to turn into something else. That's where Peyton Watson comes in. That's where Strother comes in. That's where these other guards come in, where they can do something about that to get him off there.
But
before Peyton Watson ain't finna get mixed up with Lou Dort.
Yeah,
they need Aaron Gordon for that.
Somebody had to do something about it.
But before we get to the oh my goodness, the reffing gimmick about OKC, because I actually didn't have too much of a complaint about how the game was ref last night.
Oh yeah.
I will say this about the Thunder and the threes. I've been saying this all year. Quoting, shout out to Jason Tipp. Thunder, the OKC are a top 5 team in open 3-point percentage.
Interesting.
So even this year, with the narrative surrounding that team being that they aren't shooting the ball well, they're top 5 in open 3-point percentage. They're also, however, bottom 5 in contested 3-point percentage. You see what I'm saying? But again, this is Denver's motto of we're going to be zoning up and letting people shoot and hope they miss, and then we'll call it defense. They've been doing that for some time. It bit them in the butt yesterday because Case and Wallace hit 7 threes. Now, do I think that Case and Wallace is going to continue to hit 7 threes? Obviously not, right? But can Case and Wallace hit 2 or 3 of wide open 3-point attempts? Absolutely. But I also want to transition to something that Mars tweeted. This is something that I've been saying for some time when it comes to Anthony Edwards and how y'all, oh my God, he didn't make these crazy passes. Hey, passing isn't hard when nobody can guard you one-on-one. Newsflash. Hey, if nobody can guard you one-on-one, which Denver could not guard SGA whatsoever by themselves, no one particular person, guess what? You have to help that much of the nail, that much in the gap, and guess what? Just one pass away is creating a wide open three. I don't have to make a skip when somebody right next to me is wide open because you have to be in that much gap help. And the only thing that changed for SGA, people are going to say that this is some great playmaking game from SGA. The only thing that changed is they made shots. That was it. SGA plays like this 9 times out of 10. They made shots that game, so his assist numbers were high, and everybody's going to act like the process was different, when in all actuality, SGA is just that good. He's always been this good one-on-one. He's the best scorer in the game. So yesterday, I think he made a statement of being the best player in the game, and then his teammates followed suit and hit some shots for him yesterday.
Swiper, is it fair that is one thing that has to be ironed out? Because I still think that Denver can beat these dudes. I do. I think that Denver can beat these dudes in a 7-game series. I just think that their ability to guard at the long ball line consistently, because Oklahoma City ended up flaming out at the end of the game. And in the fourth quarter, they weren't good at the long ball line. But those 3 quarters, I think that was the difference in the game. So with that being said,
they went 8 of 11 from 3 in the third. So yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean that's one of those things where there's nothing you can do to, if a team gets that hot, and at that point everybody started shooting the ball super well, then it's really difficult to bring them back down to earth. Because shooting in the NBA is a momentum thing. Because last year, I brought this up in my show last year on Lockdown NBA. The Nuggets scored 144 points in OKC last year, and that's because they made 50% of their threes. And I remember the conversation afterwards was like, well, that's all the Nuggets are going to have to do. They just have to spam the 3-point shooting versus OKC. And then in the series versus OKC, they shot 30% from 3 on open threes because obviously in the playoffs, everything is different. So for me, yesterday, I think to Marza's point, I don't really have a bunch of takeaways. My first real takeaway, SGA was phenomenal. That's my first takeaway. I thought Jokic in the first half, they were kind of the way they were guarding him. They were allowing for the ball movement to happen around Denver. They got really good shots off of them inverting their defense. They converted them, to be fair. It was 50-59, I think, at the first half. I just thought Jamal, again, 5 of the 8 threes he took were wide but open. He just missed them. Tim Hardaway Jr. was 0 of 5. So Jamal and Tim Hardaway Jr. versus the Clippers on Friday, they were 9 of 12 from 3. And then yesterday they were 1 of 12 from 3. So that's also one of the differences.
What did you think about the physicality in this game? Do you think that was matched last night? Because I don't think it was.
Adelman talked about this right after the game. Literally, he said verbatim what I've been saying consistently, that bigs and centers are allowed to be defended ways that guards are not. But the real question for Denver is going to be, who cares? That will be the story once again, and you're going to have to solve that. And I think to the Lou Dort point, they didn't. Now, to be fair, the referees did a better job yesterday. To Real Talk's point, when Lou Dort was getting into Jokic threw him to the ground a couple of times yesterday.
Sure.
And they just let it go. Because the refs were like, okay, well, if you're going to body him like that, he's allowed to then get his space. And so Jokic threw him down physically, but it was really him and Ihart that were going at it a lot. Yes. Ihart, obviously, he knows he needs to get in this grill constantly. But even in the first 3 quarters, I didn't really have any issues with the way Jokic was playing. It's just like he came out in the third quarter, started scoring, but then, like I said, then the 3-point disparity ended up creating the difference. And then the minutes restriction for Jokic, they took Jokic out at the end of the first quarter or towards the middle of the first quarter, in the middle of the third quarter, and then Valanciunas didn't have a good game yesterday. So there's several.
He actually did though, Swipe, and I want to stop you right there. Ooh. Because I think Valanciunas, because I think that was because of Adelman. I think Adelman took him out of the game when he axed out because he was good. They were going at Jalen Williams.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about Valanciunas. They were going at Jalen Williams. I think that he had scored on him twice.
No, but he had two horrible on-ball turnovers, and he wasn't securing.
Even the two horrible on-ball turnovers. That's still that's
no, but chill. They gave him
buckets.
No. When he was on the floor. Of the 12 offensive rebounds they had, I think 6 of them came just on when John Valanciunas was on the floor.
But even with that being said, they were in the game, and with them being in the game, when I felt like the momentum changed, Valanciunas had axed out of the game, and he came back with Joker, and then Dagnall came back with Chet. I'm not taking Valanciunas out the game.
No,
at that
no,
point,
that's not what happened. Valanciunas got
I'm
pulled
sitting there
from the
watching.
game.
What do you mean that's not what happened? I'm sitting there
Because-
watching.
Yeah, he
him.
got
I'm
pulled.
watching Valanciunas
He didn't
act
ask
out
for the game. He got pulled. He got
No,
pulled.
he looks over and he acts out the game. He puts his hand up and he asks out the game. I'm literally watching him ask out of the game. What are you doing, Swiper?
In the fourth quarter, Valanciunas didn't
fine.
come out. Valanciunas did not come back into the game because he got pulled. Because he wasn't doing anything on the board. So he got pulled and they put Spencer Jones in. That's what happened. He didn't even play. They like in the fourth quarter, they typically have been going to a non-lineup where they don't have Watson or Jokic or Murray in the game. Now that's just since Jokic came back from the injury. So that's not
Chill. I seen that happen too.
That's a
definitely
whatever
seen
thing. I'm sure you did, Ron. You didn't watch the game probably either. So I think the issue is they started the fourth quarter with Julian Strawther, Spencer Jones, Bruce Brown, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Jokic. And then eventually Jokic came out and they went small. So he didn't play at all down the stretch of the game after the third quarter because, again, he just had some abysmal stretches. If you can't rebound, then you just can't be on the floor because OKC was gang rebounding. So I didn't think he played well. But like I said, Casey was great. AJ Mitchell, Aaron Wiggins has some really
the same guy who they were actively going to him, and he was going after Jalen Williams, who couldn't cover him.
Yeah, he scored twice. He scored twice.
Jalen Williams couldn't cover him, and when we're talking about them being on the glass, I mean, they didn't have a lot of they didn't have as many second chance opportunities as you talk about. I mean, a lot of that stuff was when they were cracking the long ball. A lot of that stuff was wide open stuff. And it wasn't like Valanciunas wasn't trying to rebound. No. It wasn't like Valanciunas wasn't doing anything.
He was getting out rebounded though. He was watching. He was ball watching.
It wasn't that he wasn't. It wasn't that he was getting out rebounded. He was on the defensive glass, right? But what are you talking about?
Chill,
what am I missing here?
Chill. I have every note from the game in the third quarter and in the second quarter and first quarter right here. Sure. Multiple times, Valanciunas got beat on the board for extra possession for OKC, and they were 1 of 8. In those possessions in the first half on the score.
Ron, you ball headed?
Yeah.
No, it's okay.
Anyway.
Look, you gotta let it go sometimes.
But shout out to Peyton Watson. That's my real takeaway from the game. I think Peyton.
But swipe it though. All of that's not just on Valanciunas. Like when kind of the Chill's point, when a team's shooting a gang of threes, those long rebounds are not on the big. Like a long rebound can bounce over a big man's head. And a lot of times, like you'll say it's on the big because you expect the big to rebound, but like I can't rebound out of the 3-point line if I'm under the hoop.
No, but there's a reason he didn't play in the fourth though. Like I think what I'm trying to point a picture is they saw
Jokic.
Jokic went out and then they went small again because they couldn't. That they were trying to figure out a way to actually defend the 3-point line. To what you were saying. But the like I said, OKC just won. They just had a phenomenal shooting game, 18 threes in the first 3 quarters. Shea was great, whatever. That's why they won. But Peyton Watson, like I said, 29 points yesterday. I thought he was he continues to make a stamp in the world that I just, he said he's one of the emerging two-way stars in the league, and I think he continues to prove it. I think that's going to be one of the big answers that they have in the playoffs when they get fully healthy is that they're going to have a fourth option
coming up too, Swiper. Because what are you going to do with this guy come this offseason? Because I mean,
everybody keep asking that.
Yeah. You got a situation.
Chill, don't worry about it. He's going to be in his hometown.
He will not be. And again, I guess I want to clear this up.
I guess immediately. No, he won't.
I guess I want to clear this up. Mathematically, the way they're going to solve this is simple. They just would trade Cam Johnson because he's an expiring contract. So we've already planned this, kind of mapped this out in multiple shows. Peyton will get an extension. It's probably going to be anywhere 25 to 30. And then they'll ship out Valanciunas, who has a $10 million team option. And then Cam Johnson will probably be gone for expiring.
You don't like Valanciunas on this crew, huh?
I do. No. It's just the money. They can't. They will be in the second apron. They probably don't want to do that. So I think that to make the money work to get out of the second apron, they'll have to get rid of Cam Johnson, and then they'll have to get rid of Valanciunas, and then make maybe Zeke Naji as well, which is additional $7 million. And then Peyton will be able to take that slot, and then they'll be able to do what they need to do and fill out with veteran contracts around it. So that's why
I just wanted to be known, by the way, that Jonas Valanciunas isn't good against OKC. Like not just this year, but like he played him in the playoffs a few seasons ago.
He didn't dominate Chet like I was told he would. Wow.
No, but so I don't think that problem is like going away anytime soon. And I know that many will say that Aaron Gordon and Brown didn't play for Denver, but just also know that OKC didn't have AJ Mitchell or Alex Caruso or J-Dub. Like they weren't at full strength either. So there's a few things I think you can take away from this game. Number one, I'm questioning if Valanciunas would be playable in this matchup. I am questioning that. Number two, I don't think they have an answer to guard SGA, which I mean, I don't think anybody in the world does. But
no, nobody.
Yeah, but there's starting to be a question: can OKC neutralize the Joker, who had 9 shots, better than Denver can neutralize Shea? So we'll have to see about that as well. What do y'all think about how Nikola Jokic performed yesterday? Because he did, after a month layoff, outperform one of those fake fraudsters in LA. But then a real superstar pulled up, and he couldn't outplay the guy after sitting down a month. So what do y'all think about Nikola Jokic and his performance?
I think he got wrapped up in the physicality early. I think that affected his game, and I think he was able to overcome his game. Yeah, I do think that affected his game early because, again, when you're out for an extended period of time, and I equate it to running backs. What I mean when I say that, Ox, is when a running back hasn't played for a long time, like I need to get hit a couple of times, then I can get back acclimated to the speed of the game, to the physicality of the game. He only been back for a game. Hartenstein made it clear that this was you were not just going to be able to just get the spots that you wanted to get to, get on the glass the way you wanted to get to. And I think that affected his game. I think that affected his game early. I think he was able to overcome that in the third quarter because he was able to get going, create some open looks, not just for himself, but get within the speed of the game. But I think it's going to take some time for Joker to get himself back into the flow of things.
Were we saying that after he had 31, 12, and 5?
I don't think nobody was. I didn't say he was bad.
Oh, okay.
No, I did not say that. No, and I knew that at some point, like Joker. I don't think Joker struggles with physicality, but when you get hit, immediately, you got to recognize who's hit. One, who's hitting you. Two, the magnitude of the game, and where you fit in with that. Like Joker can play physical, but I got to change my game in order to do that. And I think that I want to say around the second quarter was where he realized that this was going to be one of those kind of games. The same thing happened to Joker last year when they played against the Lakers. When they went to that.
But you keep saying that he doesn't struggle with physicality, or when two bigs are on the court at the same time.
I don't think so. No, I don't. Okay. I don't.
It also depends on how that whistle's going. Against some teams they let him shoot 17 free throws. Against some teams, they let Lou Dort tackle him.
Adam also said that yesterday too. He brought that up.
You know how it goes.
I'll shoot Yoke a little bit of bail. It's he been out for a while. That's a tough defense to play against. Tough team to play against. They just had Denver's number yesterday, Jamal included, all of them except for Peyton. So I shoot him a little bit of bail today. Real talk. Typically I'd have kicked the door down today. We would have had to talk about something. I'll shoot him a little bit of bail.
I don't think I think I'm not with. So Nuggets fans or some Jokic fans rather. They always, when Jamal has these stinkers or whatever, they always want to blame Jamal and say he dribbles the ball too much and this and that. But when Jokic plays the way he played, they don't give him any of the same criticism. And I think for me, I don't think Joker needs criticism per se, but also Joker, I think he did the passive thing, but it's not a passive thing like I don't want to score. He just, okay, we're getting open looks constantly. Like, what do I don't need to go score. But then in the third quarter, he started scoring. I think he had 14 points, I think, in the second half, obviously, which is in limited time. But I think Jamal, like, he was getting looks. He had 12 assists yesterday. He was getting in the paint. He was getting open threes. He just didn't hit them. And that's just the difference, I think, between the game being, 81 to 79 as opposed to 74 89 over the stretch. I just think him and Tim Hardaway Jr. in particular, they're both shooting above 41% from three on volume. So, I mean, like they're both of them missing shots yesterday was, I think, a variance. I just think OKC deserves credit for hitting those shots yesterday. But Yoke, could he have played better? Yeah, I think he could have. I think he could have been more aggressive at the score. I don't think he needs bail either, Ron, because I think some of this is like, again, Adelman bringing up the foul disparity and, the way Shea gets 13 free throws, Jokic is 4, even though Jokic is guarded more physically. But guess what, Edelman? That's going to be the story in the playoffs. Like that's exactly how it's going to be.
No,
Jokic
it's
will
not.
get guarded heavier.
No, it is not, because we're going to have games where he has 12 free throws or 13 free throws. That's going to happen with
Yeah,
Joker.
but I
They're not
think
just going to let him rough him up all night.
But that's dependent on
That's
the
not gonna happen.
referees, though. They're not always going to reward whistles for physicality, and I think that's the thing. You can't live in that space. Like you have to exist.
Got to
in
be
a
able to
place
play
where-
through it. Sure.
You just got to go.
I can definitely get with that logic.
you
you
just
got
gotta
to
go
play
high.
through it. But
Yeah.
he is going to get to the stripe. Like I think last night, him
Sure.
only shooting 4 free throws, I think that was an anomaly. I think that when we get to the playoffs, if they end up seeing him, I think that people are going to, especially the officials, are going to recognize that this is going to be a physical series. And the last thing that I want to do as a ref, Ron, is to lose control of my game.
Yeah, they almost
I do
did
not-
yesterday.
I do
Yeah.
not want to lose control of my game.
Yeah.
No. And I gotta have guys like Joker and Hartenstein be able to play physical, but still have control of my game, where I don't have guys like Lou Dort and Wiggins and guys like that getting out of control. No, I don't want to do that. So we're gonna have games where Joker has 11 free throws. We're gonna have games where Aaron Gordon, when he gets back healthy, he has 7, 8 free throws, and these guys go to the stripe significantly more than they did last night. That's gonna happen. 100%. That's gonna happen. I just think last night was an anomaly.
I just want to say very quickly too, it needs to be highlighted how special of a season and how special of a player SGA is. So
Can we please
on
talk
this
about him,
year,
real talk? Can we please talk about him? Yeah,
I'm going to talk on this year. SGA is shooting 55.8% from the field
66%,
as a guard.
56%. Yeah.
Yeah, where's
shooting
Buddy who told me that was
39
going to go
from
down? Yeah, someone
He's
told me that
shooting
was gonna go
39
down.
from 3. In fact, do you know SGA right now is shooting basically 61% from 2 as a guard? What he's doing right now is absolutely absurd. Right now, he's averaging what? 32, 4.5, 6.5 on 67.5 true shooting. People don't want to get into statistically. The guy has been playing like Michael Jordan the past 2 regular seasons. And I know that makes people uncomfortable. And I'm not saying that SJ is as good as Michael Jordan. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying, though, is that we need to start acknowledging the kind of regular seasons this young man is starting to stack and put together as a guard. He's literally playing like Michael Jordan.
Mars, we
Well,
had
real
this
talk.
season, if I'm not mistaken, really quickly, Ron, if I'm not mistaken, how many guys are 30 a game on almost 50, 40, 90? I mean, because he's like 39, 89 at 32 a game. How many guys have done that?
KD's probably done that. Steph. Larry Bird has done it, I think. Like he was like
This
29.
is who the people we talking about, real talk. Listen to the people we talking about.
Yeah.
It's not a very long
It's
list.
a short list.
I looked at it not too long ago. I believe the only guards who have averaged 30 on 50% from the field is like MJ, George Gervin, Steph, and Shea. I think they're the only ones. And Shea's on like his 4th year of doing it. Steph
In a
did it
row,
once.
by the way. Not like 4 years
Mike,
over the
Mike
course of
did
his
it
career.
maybe 6 times. Shout out to Mike. You know, he just does Mike things. And then George Gervin did it like 3 or 4 times as well. He's in historic company. Shea shot above 60% from the field, 60% or better in 7 of his last 8 games.
Mm-hmm.
That means 3 out of every 5 shots, I'm making them.
Yeah,
That's what that means, real talk.
And we're talking about a point guard who shoots. We watch Shea. There's a lot of jump shots in there. Yeah, he's 60% or better in 7 of his last 8 games.
Ron,
While averaging, I think 34 in that stretch. So.
He hit one last night, Ron, where he had the ball in the right wing. He got crowded by Watson. He threw that bitch between his legs twice and froze Watson and just blew by him. I was like, "Ooh, we need to get him to peel again.
his
Go
handle's
back
crazy.
to him, man."
Yeah, he had one
And
on
so
Bruce
y'all-
Brown too.
Now, like we got to do this. It's
What do we have
about
to do,
that
Ron?
time.
Here we go.
No, it's
What
time
we
to
have
do some
Ron?
ranking thing. Yeah. So.
Hey, no. Well, yes, but no. Best in the world talks. They
Oh.
played against each other last night.
Oh my god!
We've had these discussions.
Swiper, why don't you want to have
That
this
shit-
conversation?
Because I don't think doing it off
Swiper.
one game is like
You-
I
Oh,
never
you don't
like
want
I've
to do
never
it?
like
Hey,
that.
sit,
Yeah, I've never
sit in
like
the
that.
corner there.
No, Chill asked me a question.
I'll just ask the question. That's all. But as you were
Sorry, my
saying,
bad.
Ron,
I'm sorry, Swiper.
as you were saying,
Um,
Ron.
I'm just saying, like, and Swiper, I'm not even necessarily saying based on last night. What I'm saying is this has been a lead up. This has been a culmination of things that SGA has done and Jokic as well. We've watched. So Jokic entered his prime or his peak or whatever you want to call it before SGA did. He reached that pinnacle at that MVP level before SGA did 2 or 3 seasons. However, now SGA has come around and we've become accustomed to the things he's done. He's even taken his game to another level. Fresh off of finals, off of finals MVP. There were people questioning his defense. He's shown us his defense. He's about to break Wilt Chamberlain's 20-point per game record. Consecutive 20-point games. I'm saying you have to add all of this up. And on top of that, watching his level of play, I think I'm fair to ask, is SGA now the best player in the world?
Before you answer that question, Swiper, can you give me an honest answer when you watch SGA and you watch Joker, and can you look at Joker and say he is definitively better than this dude?
I mean, coming off of last night's game, I feel like it's like
I didn't talk about last night's game.
Yeah, if you're doing season in totality, like I think the thing with Joker that SGA deserves. This is why SGA deserves credit. Like 32 points a game on the efficiency he's doing at is nuts. 67 true shooting, 39% from 3, mostly pull up shots. Like he's hit 54% of his mid ranges, I think, on the season, which is nuts. Which is short and long mid range. He's shooting 72% at the rim or whatever else it is this season. Like, yeah, that's like. Combination of weak. Kobe doesn't have those numbers. Respectfully, Jordan doesn't have those numbers, including 3-point volume. Harden doesn't have all those numbers in efficiency. You know, his passing, I don't think he's a great passer, but like at some point, to Mars and Real Talk, we talked about this before, if your connected passing is so good because your gravity is you have so much scoring gravity, then, you know, that does make up for some deficiencies you might have as like a natural court processor relative to like Luka and Trae Young and other guards. So I think he's 100% like, if in the convo, I think the issue with Joker that we're having at this point is that we've gotten so used to a dude scoring this well on this volume. He's currently shooting 67%.
We can say the same thing. We can say the same thing about SGA's 30
no, but
games.
I know, but I'm going. I know. I hear you, Chill, but you're asking me a question. I'm answering the other side. I think Joker at this point, he's shooting 67% from 2 and 44 from 3 for, you know, like 63 from 2
like
last year.
We talked about SGA. Jokic is literally 29 on 60, 44, 84. So it's like
it's so goofy.
Yeah, and he's averaging 11 assists a game and 12 rebounds. Like I think at this point it's just there's 2 crazy peaks happening simultaneously. I mean, that's kind of the only way to describe the conversation. Huh?
In trade talks.
Yeah, in trade talks. Apparently going to the Warriors for Jimmy Butler and Jonathan Kuminga and 4 first-round picks. So shout out to the Warriors
what does that got to do with
I mean, I just can't believe he's coming to the West. Like I have no idea why everyone keeps coming over here.
Yeah, but what is Giannis? Let's talk about them numbers you was just talking about.
Well, I think the conversation.
Oh yeah, well, Giannis this year is averaging like 28 because he's playing less minutes.
Yeah. But Giannis is having another crazy season too. Like,
yeah, Giannis is having.
Yeah, and actually, we can even read the 3-point percentage this year for Giannis because I thought
that's facts. That's
facts. So Giannis is Giannis is 28, 12, and 6.
Mm-hmm.
6. We'll say 65, 40, 66 splits. But like that's cool. Yeah. And I would still probably say he's the best defender of the two.
That's
he's also, but again, I think to Shea's credit, him and Giannis are scoring.
They've been playing defense for a month. I don't know what to tell you.
They're scoring at the same efficiency now, which is crazy because Giannis is all done.
What about the defense, Swiper?
Giannis is not scoring.
Yeah, I'm literally looking at it. Like Giannis is scoring this year at 67.7.
What about the defense?
But those 2 things are not the same. I mean,
we know who
Shea is scoring better than Giannis. Yeah,
yes,
I'm
100%.
I think Shea's scoring better than everyone, is, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, and then Giannis's defense this year has been good. Like I think I've highlighted that this year. Like I think he's playing good defense.
Why is Giannis a part of this conversation right now? Giannis has been in and out of the lineup. Like this is
so is Jokic, to be fair.
Yeah,
so is Jokic, to be fair.
Okay, but with Joker, but wait,
I think he's bringing up all the years. I don't know.
What? See, so Jokic just gets to skate by missing a whole month. But Giannis, he in and out.
We're talking about who's the best player in the world. That's why
Jokic played 5 more games than Giannis.
That's why. If
we go about in and out of the lineup, then it's just Shea running away. No one even in these talks.
If you're gonna have a best in the world conversation and think we're not gonna talk about Giannis Antetokounmpo, then you're out of your mind.
I would have. I 100% want to talk about Giannis, but as of right now, I mean, Giannis has been in and out of the lineup for the majority of this season. Joker got hurt and he missed a month, right? Yes, Joker got hurt. He missed a month. He's also Shea has
That's
been
a big
consistent.
deal.
Yes, it has been a big deal. Shea has been consistent, and we've seen him the most. And you guys know perception is reality. When you see something more than something else, as good as Giannis has been over the course of time, the fact that I get to see SGA more, I get to evaluate him more. Yes, I might even get to nitpick him a little bit more, but I get to evaluate him more. And the fact that he gets to the rim the way he does, the fact that he lives in the mid-range, how efficient he is, the fact that he's able to get off the peel, the fact that he's able to decipher defenses and recognize who to get the basketball to, how they orchestrate their offense with him in it. I can appreciate how Denver orchestrates their offense with Joker in it, but the fact that they was rolling without Joker in the lineup speaks volumes for what's going on in Oklahoma City. Speaks volumes for them, because I'm pretty confident they're not rolling in that lineup without SGA in the lineup like that. They're not doing that.
How times change.
Yeah,
Exactly. Hey, when they could just
a month
win
and a half ago,
55
they were gonna
games
win
a month
55
ago,
games.
yeah. Without
and
saying
I
now
was
they
playing
can,
the side of then I can know that.
you know.
I don't think I
all of
I mean,
a sudden-
Tennant-
Because
I mean,
we haven't heard the on-off stuff in a while, because OKC are worse now without Shea. Than and we haven't heard OKC are plus 16. Yeah, we haven't heard that in a while because it's not true anymore. Because,
They heard which part? Which part? Which part?
Spoiler alert: a team with a 93 defensive rating was not sustainable. So yeah, OKC are actually not better without Shea anymore. In fact,
Imagine that.
Hey, shout out to the Shea on off, man. As everyone expected, that 93 defensive rating did not sustain. It's now a 104.
Yeah, it's now
without Shea.
104.
Yeah, so
Uh-huh.
crazy. I mean, who would have thought?
Ron, I think he's the best player in the
so-
world. I do. I think he's the best player on the
Shout out to
planet.
Shea, man. Shout out to Shea.
You got
He
SGA.
also has an
I remember the
11
good old
point-
days of the Shea on-offs when OKC were a plus 18 without Shea.
I think he's the
You
best
have to
player in the
hear
world,
how he's
Ron.
actually
Yes, I
not that
do.
valuable.
I think he's the best player
Chill.
on the planet.
I think I'm there with you.
Yeah, I do.
I can't fight what this dude has done the last 3 seasons. And I'm not talking about the last 30 games. I'm not talking about the last playoff runs. I'm talking about everything leading up to this. Shea has
Three
consistently.
seasons.
He's consistently.
Well, I mean, if we're doing, I mean, the
What does that mean?
3-season
It's
thing
like
is
for
like
3
that's
seasons.
yeah. I mean, I think if you do 3 seasons across the board for all of them, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, but
I think 24 is probably a reach. I don't think Shea was in best in the world talks. in
No,
24.
Luka was better.
Oh,
I
no,
think,
I'm not saying that. I'm saying-
last year is when he
But
really elevated.
here,
to that
yes.
status, in my
what
opinion.
I'm saying
But I
is
think
he's
this year he's even better than he was
consistently-
last year.
Well, can't we say the same
He's
thing?
consistently been at this level and got better. He's
okay,
consistently
but what is? I guess, but what is
I would
Jokic at
argue
this
Jokic's
point?
been getting better year
Yeah,
on year.
what is Jokic at this point? Because right now we're watching him like he's having back-to-back 30, 12, and 10 seasons on like
And I'm 30 a
all-time
game for the 4th
efficiency.
straight years. I'm 30 a game for the 4th straight year. I'm doing
Yeah,
that.
you're,
What's going on, Spike?
again. I don't want to just do.
I'm
that
35 and 5
right.
for the 4th straight year. It's not like I'm just a bucket
Yeah.
getter. That's not what's going on with me. No, I'm not just a
Even
bucket
if he
getter.
was, who cares?
Even if he was, this is what the problem is.
Dude,
The
he don't
idea that yes, hey, I can just be this great of a scorer, and it lets me into
That should be
rooms and
enough.
conversations of
That should
people
be
that
enough.
fill out the stat sheet. Obviously, I mean, at this point, why are we even still having this kind of debate? They're like, that hurts my nerves
Yeah.
when we do that. Oh, he was just a bucket getter. Yeah, I'm better at that than everybody else on the planet, and it allows me to be in this kind of conversation.
Yeah.
If we're going to start devaluing scoring, I don't know how the hell MJ going to still be some of y'all go. And we're just devaluing scoring.
Because
And
real
it's
talk,
about PRA. Oh, do you pass and play make at an all-time great level with the like? No,
nigga,
he
you
doesn't have.
just you just did that to a lesser extent. To a lesser extent, you just did that an hour and a half ago about Norman Powell.
What do you
In
mean?
comparison to who?
Comparison to who?
No, when we
You
talk,
think
when we
Norman
talk,
Powell getting all-time buckets?
I just said a second ago to a much lesser extent. I
Hey,
just
put him on
just said-
OKC.
Did I not just say to a much
You did say
lesser
that.
extent?
Yes,
Yeah,
you did.
yeah,
Ox.
yeah.
To
You
a
did say
much
that.
lesser extent, you just did the same thing when I said, well, isn't Norman Powell responsible for a lot of the wins in Miami? And you said,
Yeah.
well, yeah, if he's only scoring, if that's what we're talking about, that's what you just did. I think it's natural for people to do that to a sense. So I'm not necessarily saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I think it's natural for people to do that when we talk about basketball.
Oh, true, but I'm saying like, oh, he doesn't rebound, he doesn't play defense. Like that's what I'm saying. As far
Even
as,
though he does do that, by the way. Even though SGA
Norman Powell
100%
is
does
not-
that. I'm talking about SGA.
Oh,
SGA,
yeah.
SGA
does all
absolutely
those
does
others.
that.
Yeah,
SGA is a one-man offense. Like it's like
Yeah.
we can like when it comes down to like offensive impact, defensive impact, and like the disconnect I have with certain people, and it's not to harp on PRA or whatever. Like that's neither here nor there.
Sure.
The goal of offense is making like you want your team to score the basketball. That's the goal. In helping your team score. The goal of defense is helping your team get stops. So some people elevate their team's offense by scoring and passing. So they're gonna have that combination. Some people elevate their team's offense mainly through scoring. Some people do it mainly through playmaking and passing, whatever the case may be.
Sure.
But at the end of the day, you doing both doesn't inherently make you more impactful on offense. It doesn't inherently mean you're making scoring easier for your team. One
So
person
would
who's
this be like your Luka conversation, Mars?
It could be, if you want to apply names to it, it could be a Luka conversation. It could be whoever.
Trae
Like,
Young and
so, like, for example, like Steve Nash provided most of his value offensively through playmaking. Steph Curry provides most of his value on offense through his scoring and his scoring gravity. Luka Doncic does it through scoring and passing. Shea does it mainly through scoring. All of those guys are tremendously impactful offensive players who make their team's lives easier when it comes to scoring. Shea makes his team offense better because you can't guard him. That's how he makes his team's offense better. Luka makes his team offense better because he can handle every single possession and create a good look for himself and others every time down if he so chooses to. Steve Nash was able to elevate his team's offense because he was able to make reads consistently that created the best look possible for his team while being uber efficient on low volume shooting. All of them do it differently, but they all elevate a team offense. So like the idea that you have to be the best combination of scoring and passing to be the best offensive player, I don't subscribe to that. I don't want to say it's reductive, but I feel like it's kind of reductive. Well, like it's not that simple of 9 out of 10 scoring, 9 out of 10 passing, better than 10 out of 10 scoring, 6 out of 10 passing. Like I don't think that's how it should work. Like I don't think that's how
I understand exactly where you're going, Mars, because I think you can equate that to Wemby, for example, with Wemby with his defense. So Wemby being the rim protector that he is and the paint presence that he is. Okay, Wemby might have some deficiencies in the other areas that he should be good in. But he's so good at this right here that it basically negates all of that other stuff. So if you're talking about a guy like SGA, who as good as I don't want to negate a guy who's an awesome bucket getter, because we've seen awesome bucket getters, in addition to other guys, still be better than them. Steve Nash is a prime example of that. As good as Steve Nash was, being responsible for almost 50% of the offense, being the distributor that he was it better than Bryant though? In 2006, with what Bryant was doing in 2006, averaging 35 a game, like this is. I think this is the point that you're making, Mars. That because I'm awesome at this one thing, it shouldn't, just because there are other guys who are. Don't get me wrong. I do appreciate the logic of being a two-way player or being an all-around player. I don't want to discount this one thing that this guy does that's awesome though. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I think that's where my other side of it comes in. If like I think Jokic he gets discounted so much as a scorer because of whatever the reason is at this point. But I mean, we're on 6 years,
like nine shots in a game, for example.
You said what?
Yeah, scoring aggression, because Joke only took one shot.
That's why he
gets
discounted as a scorer. Like when we go through games and he has 9 shots, that's why he gets discounted.
Well, you think, but that's
do it.
Oh, okay. All right.
Which, by the way, Swiper, what was that about?
Is that not a valid?
No, I mean,
when we're evaluating the top of the top scorers.
I know. I hear
is
you.
The willingness to score not?
No, I hear you, but Mars, that to me, that's incredibly nasty because like it did happen yesterday. I agree. But I think he's averaging 21 shots a game in the playoffs over the last 6 years, or 19. I can't remember the exact number.
Okay,
it's like top 6 volume in the league, and he's doing it more efficient than anybody else in the playoffs. So I think I hear you, but like the large sample size says that like Jokic has been one of the premier volume scorers and the most efficient since he entered its MVP like run in 2020-21. So I do think, Mars, that like I hear you, but that's what I'm saying. Like I think the narrative around Jokic is that like he doesn't have that, and so I think people maybe discount the efficiency, but the efficiency, he has 2 55-point games this year, more than anybody else in the league, unlimited, obviously like more limited games. I mean, Shea had 34 and 13 yesterday. I mean, Jokic has probably done that I don't know how many times this year. Like, I just think for some reason, maybe it's because he is such a good passer. I do think there's something to people are just don't take in full credit what he's done. I mean, he's at 27 a game since 2020 on like plus 10. You know, like
he's a ridiculous scorer. That's only used to nitpick Jokic in the conversations of the Shea conversation, or if with Luka or Giannis or whatever. Not whether or not he's a better scorer than
30 and
I
12.
don't what name should I Devin Booker, for example. Like
30 and 9.
yeah. So it's the same nitpicking. Like Shea's a great playmaker compared to Devin Booker, for example. But like compared to Jokic or Luka or whoever, like he's not as good of a passer as those guys. So like it's the nitpicking thing. Like Jokic is an amazing scorer. I think Jokic is the second best scorer in the league. I think that's where I had him when I did my list like 2 weeks ago. So I think Jokic is the second best scorer in the league. I just think Shea is number one. But I'm still probably on the side where I think Jokic is the better player. That's probably the side I'm on. But I do think we are looking at 2 all-time great peaks. I think Jokic is getting better year on year. Like the same way we can talk about, Shea's getting better each year, which I agree with, by the way. Yeah. Jokic is getting better each year as well. Like, so if we're willing to say, and I'm not saying it's wrong, if we're willing to say Shea is better than Jokic and Jokic is peaking, people are very willing to put Jokic's peak in certain conversations. Yeah. Which would then mean Shea's peak has to also be in those same conversations. And if you're not willing to do that, then I would ask you where's the logical consistency.
This is the kind of stuff that I can honestly say I'm so happy to be alive to see it. I am. Like, I was alive to see the big man era, right? Which with Lajuan and Shaq and David Robinson. I was alive to see that. I was alive to see Bird and Magic. This is that kind of situation with Joker and SGA. Like, I was around when this was going on. I was alive to see James and KD and Curry. This is that situation right here that I'm in, that I could say 20 years from now, I was alive when SGA was playing and him and Joker were going at it. And these two guys were awesome. And James was still playing in the league. And KD, this is a great time, man, to be a basketball fan. And if you're not around, you're missing the show, guys. You absolutely missing it. This is awesome.
Yo, and chill. Since we talk about best in the world, I have to say, everybody got about 2 years to get their shit together.
Because
why?
Because that boy from France.
Yeah, that's assuming some things at this point, though.
I thought he was about to segue into the Darryn Peterson game. That's what I thought was about to happen.
That's not assuming anything. I'm because I was watching both games last night while y'all was focused on what was going on in Denver. I had the Magic versus the Spurs on another screen.
I was watching Cleveland and Portland, actually.
I'm telling you, it's already scary, but it's only going to get worse and worse and worse.
He just does things that he just does things that are humanly possible for not humans, though, if that makes any sense. Because like the stuff that he does to be almost, 7.5 feet tall, like people that big shouldn't be able to do that kind of stuff. And the stuff that he does, it just doesn't look it doesn't look real. For me, it doesn't look real. Like I'm living in a world where a 7.5 foot dude is catching the ball and just throwing the ball in the rim like it's a Nerf hoop. Ron, what's going on?
When he caught off the pick and roll,
Darryn just threw it in the rim like he was playing against a bunch of kids.
All in one motion, he catches the ball and he damn near caught it like middle of the key. But he's like so big that he like covered the whole key. But he caught it and then he just in one motion turned around and just dunked it.
You think you got a layup, and he covers so much space, and he's smacking that shit in the third row.
That Jalen Suggs play was crazy.
Man.
I think it was Anthony Black, actually.
The first one was Jalen. He tried to do a floater with his left hand, and then he met him at the apex, and then threw the ball before it hit the backboard, which was just. And he got an alley-oop dunk right before that, ran down the court. Jalen sprinted by him and everybody else, and then Suggs tried to beat him to the point, and then Wemby caught it on the way up. Like he jumped and then on the way up got his arm like this to the rim and then threw the ball like out of the goal. Like it was, I mean, I'm
very curious to see how teams game plan for Wemby's defense in the playoffs. Very curious to see.
Yeah, we're gonna get
because you have to get him away from the rim. You
have to go 5 out.
It's not going to be something as simple as just go after him. No,
you got to be very strategic in trying to get him away from. I think it's going to be a chess match when it comes to Wemby.
Do you think they're going to do what they've done? Do you think they're going to like if it's for instance, if it's a 2-3 series right now, and it's Denver and it's okay, or Denver and it's the Spurs. I mean, I think Jokic is like destroying Wemby. Do you think they're going to go on the one-on-one, or are they going to or are they going to put Luke Cornett and Wemby in the game?
Oh, double big.
That is where we're leaning towards.
If I had to guess, I think double big would see a lot of time in that series for San Antonio. But I also wouldn't be surprised if they decided to. I'm not saying I agree with the strategy. Wemby roam off a Christian Brown. Aaron
Brother, he
Gordon,
will. Hey, I got news for you,
I'm not- I
brother.
wouldn't be
If
surprised.
it's like that at all, he will be on the bench, and it will be. It will be.
Because if I'm gonna be
down.
honest, if you go into a series and you have a non-shooter and you're playing the Spurs,
Yeah.
It's over.
you might struggle to crack 100 in that series.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be like Houston if they see San Antonio, it's gonna get dark for a
Jeez.
mental.
That's all they're gonna
Oh,
do is just
my
put Wemby
goodness.
on him. That's all they're
That's
gonna
gonna
do.
be
Is
It's
just
gonna get
Well, even
dark.
even in the
That's it.
Lakers series, because real talk, are you playing Vando in that series?
Vando
When
can't be on
Luka's-
the floor when Wemby's on the floor. He can't be.
Yeah,
he can't-
it's fine. And we have Luka playing back at this level, so offense is fine. I don't
Is the
know.
offense fine though? Like, I don't know. I watched the
Well-
offense struggle against the Knicks. Is the offense fine?
no. It's
Yeah,
not.
offense is fine. We'll wait till we have our second best offensive player back. Well, second best player, period. And
Yeah,
then-
I don't think we talked about that nearly enough. Real
I'm
talk.
gonna
How
be
much
honest,
y'all
Austin
missed?
Reeves been out
Austin
for a
Reeves.
sneakily.
he been
long
out
time.
for a while.
Like,
He
Yeah.
been out for a
Been out for a good
sneakily
while.
long time.
Yeah.
What are we in? What's today? February 2nd? Yeah, he's
When's
been
the
out for like
last
2
time Austin
months.
Reeves played? Like mid-December?
I don't think
Something like that.
No, wait,
Christmas-
you're saying
Christmas is
so.
the
And
last
by the
time he
way, I
played.
think
Like,
if
it's
you
been a
track
while.
it currently right now, I can't remember who put the tweet out. But in the Western Conference,
Christmas.
you're gonna have in the
Last time he
West,
played.
you're gonna have one of. So it's gonna be one of Shea, Wemby, Jokic, Kevin Durant, Ant, LeBron, or Steph, Booker, Kawhi. Like multiple of those players are going to be out in the first round this year. Multiple players from that list, which just goes to show you, I think, the level of talent that there is that like there's a world in which Kawhi Leonard could, out back-to-back years in the first round, or Devin Booker, whatever, I guess. But like LeBron and, right now, like,
to back.
I know Real Talk feels good about a Lakers Nuggets series, but like Luka and LeBron, and then Minnesota versus the Rockets.
I don't feel good about it. I just said
But,
of the
yeah,
best teams in the West, I feel like
Sure.
in last night definitely
Yeah, I
helped
think
my
you'd rather see
thesis
Houston than Denver.
for sure.
But that Rocket series
all
is
right,
over,
fellas.
over in 4, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Let's
That's
get
okay.
into it. It is time for us to segue into our top 5 comments of the week. You guys go crazy in the comments, and that's during the live show. You guys really do your thing. However, there are comments that get left after the live show, and these are more than not the better comments. So let's go ahead and dive into it, and let's see who really came with it for the comments of the week this week. The first comment that I got is from Hallie96K7R, episode 745. Said Mars role player gimmick has to go on the picks.
What's your role player gimmick, Mars? What's that about?
I pick the players who have like projections of like 5.5 points.
Mm.
That's worked for me every time except Jared McCain. Jared McCain is the only one who didn't hit. But that's a very successful strategy. Also, my DeAndre Ayton pick against the Wizards did more than hit. He was up 10.5. He had like 28. So
Real talk. I promise. I'm coming into practice and I'm starting to fight with DeAndre Ayton. I'm doing it.
Chill, I'm so over DeAndre Ayton.
I'm starting
just,
to fight with him.
whatever
yeah,
positive
but
he
he
can
had a
give
good
us.
game against the Wizards. What are you doing?
Yeah,
was actually 28 points.
Luka
Super.
throws it up to the rim.
Yeah, and he caught it. What you
Dunking.
mean?
I
Yeah.
You were
guess,
gassing
brother.
Luka's game. Why can't you gas DeAndre Ayton's game? He had 28 and 12 in that game.
Gas Lucas because Lucas is actually the one creating the 28 for him.
You got to finish the shot.
Yeah, I
He didn't
guess
miss a shot last night, by the way. Just so you know, he went 6 for 6 from the floor last night. He didn't miss a shot. No, he didn't.
Ooh.
No, he didn't miss a shot last night. What I don't appreciate.
Look at them discounting DeAndre Ayton, man. Even
Yes,
Do you know
absolutely. You know why?
how easy it is just to throw the ball up to the rim to a 6'11" nigga? Like,
No, facts.
Exactly.
It's real easy.
No,
Everybody
exactly
does
that.
it.
Exactly that.
Everybody does it as much as Luka.
And on top of
Absolutely.
that,
No,
like,
no, no,
I
no,
didn't
no,
say
no,
everybody
no,
does
that's
as
not
much
what he
as
said.
Luka.
That's not what he
Those
said.
words
You're being
never came
nasty.
out my mouth. What I said.
Well, then they should be if it's so easy.
It is so easy. That's why Trae Young does
should.
it all the time.
They should. Absolutely, they should. It's really
James
easy.
Harden, Tyrese
I don't know what that
Halliburton.
mean either.
Mhm.
In fact, it's harder to get off the contact when somebody's actually playing a little physical defense. To get off the contact and get in the air in the middle of the paint and dunk the.
Well,
dunk
too
the
bad
lob
there's
it
no
is to throw the
contact
lob.
because their man is actually stepping up to guard to stop Luka, which is why he's open to throw the lob anyway. So
So this
Luka
is
kinda-
two
he
easy
kinda
things.
stopped
That's what
himself
I'm saying.
yesterday
Like,
versus that Knicks game.
I see when you do things like that when when one person does an easy job and the other person does an easy job, you just choose to hate on one of them. When it's like that's a
Damn,
simple
real talk, he
basketball.
studied your style.
That's a simple basketball play from two people. It's just simple basketball. Throw the ball by the rim. Throw the ball by the rim. Like, I don't.
Luka has to be good enough. Luka has to be good enough to demand the two on the ball to throw the lob.
You discredit Steve Nash for doing that.
It doesn't take a wizard to throw the lob.
I don't know. You know.
All
We're
I
trying to
was bringing up-
minimize Luka's playmaking. It's
No,
cool.
we're not.
No.
All I was bringing up is
Yeah, I'm minimizing the difficulty of throwing a lob. Yes, I am. Because it's not.
I mean,
that hard.
obviously the difficulty of throwing a lob, sure, but the fact that it's that available to Luka all the time is because Luka's that good. That's why it's available to Luka all the
I
time.
just didn't appreciate the lack of you said this, Mars, a couple of days ago. The very thing that the Phoenix Suns people were complaining about, the very thing that the Portland people are complaining about, is the very thing that the Laker people are now complaining about: the lack of aggression. I'm watching him in the paint when a shot goes up, like he's not even looking to block anybody out, and then when the ball comes, anybody that knows basketball and knows rebounding, you have a nose for the ball. So I've said this countless times. I can teach you footwork. I can teach you how to slip blockouts. I can teach you how to block out. At the end of the day, stick your nose in there and go get the damn ball. And DeAndre Ayton, last night, he's getting pushed around while Cat's coming down the lane when the shot goes up. Instead of him hitting him, when the ball comes off the glass, he's still looking around. I'm like, big fella, rebound. And I've seen DeAndre Ayton rebound, and I've seen him rebound at a high clip. But it's like he can't rebound in traffic against other physical guys. And I'm thinking, big fella, there's no way you've never played against physical guys and not been able to rebound. There's no way that you've never been able to do that.
Yeah,
Never.
all right, but chill. At some point, I'm gonna say me and you in particular, from the people on this panel, me and you, and then these other teams have to stop expecting somebody to do something that they don't do. Now, one thing, DeAndre Ayton, I think is a really good rebounder. I think he's a really good rebounder, regardless. But the physicality part, he's just not an aggressive person. He's not a physical, dominant, like, assert my dominance type person. He just doesn't have that. And so for the Lakers to get upset about the same thing the Portland Trailblazers got upset about, the same thing the Suns got upset about, well, that's the Lakers' fault.
That's
Well,
not.
well,
Well,
Ox, that's clearly
I
just-
don't like that logic of they've been doing this, so you can't say anything about it. If they're currently on your team and on your roster and getting minutes, then we can complain about something you're not doing on the court. And also, I would like to add this part of it: DeAndre Ayton is in a contract year.
Which is
Okay,
huge, by
most
the way.
people, most NBA players, even if they haven't done anything or this particular thing in their career, they at least try to put a facade on for these.
I mean, he's averaging 14 and 9 this year, though.
I know, but it usually lasts a season. It didn't even like us last.
Wait, chill. Hey,
What-
wait, real
what's-
talk. He's averaging 14 and 9 on 68% shooting, though. Like,
Yeah,
somebody's going
cool.
to pay for that. Somebody will pay for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
DeAndre
there
Ayton's
will
gonna
be
get
a,
in
there
that
will be
contract.
a team stupid enough to invest for sure.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's the thing. That's not stupid because DeAndre Ayton's a good basketball player. And once again, I didn't say that you can't
They invest like 18, 20 million.
What I'm saying is I never said that you can't be upset about somebody not doing something. What I said is you can't expect somebody to do something that you've seen them not do, regardless of what year it is. Contract year, not contract year. I don't care what year it is. If this person's not a physical basketball player, don't assume that they're going to become a physical basketball player just because they put that punk-ass Lakers jersey on. They're not a physical basketball player. They're not physical. He's still he's a good rebounder. And you can absolutely be upset like, damn, I wish this dude would hit somebody. Damn, I wish he was more aggressive. But you can't expect him to all of a sudden be aggressive. That was
Well,
my
Pagash, you gotta look at who we're dealing with. We are the panel and we are the chat. And we're all expecting Mars to get up out of his bed and do stuff in LA. And he's not going to do it. So maybe it's a us problem. However, we got to keep it pushing on these chats of the week. And the next comment of the week I got is from Six Ray Cage. Sixth Ray Cage said, chill. Imagine coming to work every day and all you hear is people telling you suck. Ron, yeah. Imagine that.
Well, you do kind of suck, Ron. That
Chill. Can you actually say something nice to Ron? Do you actually think he sucks?
No, I
Don't do it. Don't do it, Chill. Don't do it. Don't say anything nice to him.
Yeah,
Give him
Chill,
some
say
words of
something nice to
affirmation.
Ron.
Ron, if you had to rank your love languages, I feel like words of affirmation is in your top 3. Affirmation is definitely in his top 3. Words of encouragement.
Ron, do you need to? Ron, do you need
I
to?
swear
Ron,
to
you are
God,
doing a
this nigga
great
Swiper
job.
Swiper always brings first date conversations to the panel. What are your love languages?
Shout,
Nigga,
man.
what? I don't know what.
Shout, man.
Words of
What are my
affirmation
love
is
languages?
absolutely
What?
not top 3 of my love language.
Before-
All right,
You said
Before
words of
we get through
affirmation.
this-
Then what?
believe me,
Gifts, acts of service, quality time, and touch.
We got bigger things to worry
Wait,
about.
what
than
are
words
they,
of
Swiper?
affirmation.
So what?
All right.
Wait, what are they? What'd you say?
Gifts,
All the
acts of services, words of affirmation, quality time, and physical touch are the 5.
Acts of services, absolutely.
services for sure.
doing things for me. And by the way, Swiper, no, I'm not gonna say nothing nice about Ron. No, he sucked. No, you suck, Ron.
Kick him when he
Garbage.
down, Chill.
And I'm boxing
I'm
you when I
talking
see
about
you. How
when
about
he
that?
down, kick his ass.
I'm
Hey,
boxing.
chill. You're Tio, okay? Teofimo. I'm Shakur.
I don't know.
All right.
who that is.
Yeah,
my
yeah. Hey,
God.
you gonna learn.
Chill. That boy
Hey,
got beat.
when your
That boy
eyes is
got
like
beat so
this.
bad. He got beat so bad he apologized for slavery. Nigga said-
Hey, shout out to Shakur.
Chill, you
man.
see
Hey,
Shakur's
Shakur
from
nice.
Jersey?
Yeah, he from North.
He went to he's from Newark. He went to like North or something like that, North High School or something like that.
Yeah.
Shout out, man. Jersey got him.
How you
Shout out
apologize for
Shakur.
slavery?
Mhm.
Hey man, getting whooped would do that to you.
Hell no.
All right, the next comment of the week is from episode 744. Sincerely Kentrail. Y'all know Sincerely Kentrail. Sincerely said, Ox take being different, or takes the being different gimmick to new heights.
That's just saying Ox is
Yeah.
a free spirit.
No,
That's
I
all.
just come, I just come from a time where, you know what I'm saying, we weren't all on the internet trying to be like each other. That shit's weird.
That was not going on. A long
We were in
That
friend
shit-
groups
that
trying
shit-
to be like each
That
other.
shit, that shit.
No,
that
we
shit's
weren't.
Weird.
We were
Yeah,
not.
we were.
Swiper.
Never, no. Maybe
Ox,
Swiper.
so
maybe
wait, hold
not.
on, Ox.
Swiper. No.
Ox, so
Swiper.
when
I'm
you
not-
watched the
I'm not
Woods,
gonna
you
do
watched the
this.
Woods,
I'm
you
not
watched the
gonna do
Woods,
this.
didn't you
I'm
watch?
not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this old commercial shit with you, Swiper. I'm not doing this with you today. I don't know what you was doing, but I'm always gonna be.
Chill, when he
myself.
watched the
If
Woods,
I-
he
if I
did the
feel-
same thing that he
if
saw
I
in the
feel-
movie. You better
if
believe
I
it.
feel, if I
Real
feel
talk,
a
you know exactly which
different
one I'm
way-
talking about, too.
If I feel a different way, I have no problem
Don't
just
involve
being
me in
myself.
your fools.
I don't.
Chat.
I didn't
When
grow-
Ox
I didn't
watched the
grow up in a
Woods, he went to
time-
school the next day and did the same
Swiper,
thing.
I don't need you to speak for me. I don't do that. I never have done that. And I'm not going to do that. I didn't grow up in a time where we were all out here just trying to be like each other. Like, be you. We grew up on that. Be you, nigga. Stop that shit. Like, what is this weird ass shit? If y'all think one thing and I think a different, oh, he just want to be different. He a contrarian. What?
This is rolling,
Just some
this is
sheep.
Mike.
Y'all some sheep.
and then Dave is Slim. There you go.
And you Alicia. I'm calling my brother.
Comments of the week.
I'm calling my
Comments of
brother.
the week. Comments of the week have called out 3 different gimmicks. The gimmick that Mars does with the players, the role players. The gimmick that we'll get to you in a second. The gimmick that you do with not respectful words of positive words of affirmation, and then the gimmick for you just trying a little too hard to not be who you really are. Hey, Ox, be true to yourself.
No doubt.
Ox, my grandmother
All right,
told me
the
when I
next-
was a kid. Ox, my grandmother told me when I was a kid, if we agree on everything, one of us shouldn't be here.
Nah,
Ox, you
that's
can
a
agree
fact.
on you could agree on a couple things though. Like we're not gonna kick you out the house.
Well, no. If I agree with you, I have no problem agreeing with you. But I'm not gonna wake up like, hey, whatever Ron or Swiper think, I'm gonna think that. Like, nah. What?
See,
Ron's
that's
had
your
you out.
problem.
Ron's had you out for a mini of 4 and 5
a.m.
a.m.s before. Stop it.
Hell yeah.
He
'Cause I
ain't
like
had him
to be
against his
out.
will
You know why?
out at 4
You know why,
5 o'clock.
Swiper?
I don't know.
You know why, Swiper?
No,
Because
no,
I
Ox,
like
he might
to-
have. He might have.
Swiper, you know why? Because I like to show up at home at 8 in the morning.
No, it
I like Swiper. You know why? You know
no,
why?
it
Swiper?
Ox. Oh yeah, you
Swiper,
don't know Ox.
Swiper, you know why? Because I like to run in the house at 7:50. Like, oh shit, I hope I charge my laptop. I gotta get on the panel. That's the type of nigga I am. Swipe up.
Hey, you know what? It's actually quite the opposite. Like, nigga, will you please get me out of here?
Hell
Please.
no, Ron, we ain't going nowhere. Just sit back, nigga. We chilling.
Hey, don't
That's
worry.
gonna be you.
You'll see.
Yeah, that's
about
gonna
it
be
soon.
you. Yeah, you. Yes, sir. You. That's gonna be you.
Yo, Swipe, it's been
Yes,
plenty of
sir.
times like I done ran in the house and splashed some cold water on my face like shit.
I was like, what's
Gotta go
going
on the
right now?
pen.
What's happening?
I did that one time. Went out all Halloween. We had 6 a.m. workouts. I got back to the facility at 5:40 and did the hardest workout of my life. I never did it again. Oh, I can't live that life. It's not for me.
I done did that plenty of times in college.
Mm.
Hey, and they looked at the trainer afterwards like, oh, that's it.
That's it.
But anyways, we got to get back to the comments of the week. This comment of the week is from Who's
Oh, wow.
07, episode 746.
I'm
Who's
missing something
07
else,
said,
Hmm?
Jordan first job being at Kroger's is interesting. I wonder if he met the Kroger demon there.
Who's that?
No.
No, what's the missing context? I don't know who that is.
Jordan's first job was at Kroger's.
No, but who's the Kroger demon?
It's a demon in every Kroger.
Who
You've
is
never heard of
seeking
it?
gossip, man? Who cares?
I have nothing. I have no context to that.
Oh, yeah.
whatsoever.
Every Kroger has a demon working there.
Yeah, facts.
They don't got Kroger's over here on the West Coast, so I don't know nothing about
Unfortunately. No, don't they have them in LA?
They got
Real
sick.
talk. Can I
it.
Urban
I don't know what they
Dictionary
got
Kroger
down there. I
demon?
know they don't got. That's LA.
Yeah, I mean you can. I don't know what to pull up for you if you Urban
No,
Dictionary.
they got
that.
Vons. They got Vons in LA, Ron. They got
Okay,
Vons
well
down
the nothing came up. It said something about Kroger being a.
I think Kroger
Just type in
Demon
Kroger
refers
Demon Hunter.
to
there. It's like
refers-
Safeway, ain't it? It's like a grocery store, ain't it?
Yeah.
What's low?
Swipe it. Type
What's
in Kroger Demon Hunter.
honey?
Yeah, or that works too. Kroger Demon Hunter.
You know, maybe it refers to a demon employee, right? An employee of Kroger that's a demon. You know what I'm saying? Over
Like
there
are
in the
we talking
meat-
about like a black
in the meat
colloquialism
shit.
demon or an actual demon?
Oh, what?
No, I'm talking about
Colloquialism.
I'm talking about a purple demon with the horns.
Yeah, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like a colloquialism, Ox.
Mm-hmm.
Like an inference.
Got you. I'm just, I'm staying out of this. You know what I'm saying? You know,
I'm
I ain't
staying
no-
out of it as well.
I ain't no cloud chaser. You know what I'm saying? I would stay out of this, man.
Yeah, well, shout out to Jordan. We all got to work somewhere. Kroger was his first job. I'm actually thinking about applying here very soon too. You know, I need some extra
You need a
pocket
job
change,
with
and on
your
top of
broke
that,
ass.
you know, no, I need a demon. That's what I
Good
need.
job, yo.
For sure,
Nigga,
for
go to
sure.
work.
Well,
Damn.
we'll see y'all. If I gotta leave early, like around this time every day, you guys know why. I'm going to Kroger to
Go do something with yourself.
better my life.
Mhm.
But the next and last comment of the week that we have is from Chucky Sheed. Chucky Sheed said in episode 747, here's the truth. Loyalty is overrated in the NBA. People shouldn't bring up loyalty when talking about Kobe and Duncan when both those guys had one foot out the door at one point.
That is a fact.
But
I mean,
that's
is that
but
really a
did they
question of
leave
loyalty?
though?
Well, KG did, but is that really a question of loyalty? I feel like the same way. I mean, this is a job. If you get a better opportunity, you're supposed to take it. I don't like when we get into those type of conversations from the front office or from the player. You know what I'm saying? Like if you know, I mean, yeah. I know I've said some shit about the KD move to Golden State, but you know, that's just a non-competitive type thing. But for real though, it's like if he got the right to go wherever he wants to go. We all know that. And if a team has the right to trade you, I just don't like loyalty conversations in professional sports. That's my point. I just don't like it.
Because they ain't
But
loyal to your
also
ass.
the-
Your ass to get fired tomorrow.
The questioning of loyalty though, because they at one point wanted to leave, to me that still doesn't make sense. Because like loyalty doesn't mean that you don't still go through emotions as a human, right? Loyalty means even after I'm done processing them, you know, and there will be times I want to leave, right? But if I stay, then I stay. You know what I'm saying loyalty doesn't mean that I no longer have any emotion for what could be or is the grass greener. It's just after I do have that and I process that, I'm still here. You know what I'm
Like
saying
what you were talking about earlier, real talk with LaMelo. If they would have kept that going, would he be disloyal if he was like, I can't do this shit no more? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, is that disloyalty? I don't think so. I think that's just wanting to go play somewhere else, somewhere you could compete. Nothing wrong with wanting to compete, man. But if you want a team that's already competitive and could potentially win a championship, and then you get your ass walked down in the Western Conference Final, and then you do some sucker shit like go on the team that walked you down, man, that's not only is that disloyal, but that's just some punk ass shit.
You also want to know what some punk ass shit too? What's some real punk ass shit, right? Is when you try to make a franchise who's been standing on business and have been a model of consistency for 20 plus years, make it try to seem like their foolishness, go to another town who gave you the red carpet, gave you a penthouse for free, gave you helicopter service for free, made sure that every time you walked around, you didn't have to pay for anything. They would give you a good roster on top of that. You win a championship with a team that could win games when you didn't play in the regular season because you were too busy load managing, and then you still leave that franchise high and dry after supplying you with a great roster, a great town, a great city with great treatment and red carpet treatment, and then you go leave to another team, right? You go to another team and you demand that they get another player, right? You bring another player on, so then they can not only could you play with him, but you circumvent the cap because now you want to run around planting trees. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to run around planting trees. So you do that, right? You get PG, you cheat the system, and you still don't win when you should have still been in Toronto with that great team and that great organization that you had 5 months ago.
Possibly winning. Possibly winning championships, by the way.
You see how long that took you to try to draw that up to make that shit seem like it was close to the same thing? That's ridiculous, real talk. Ridiculous.
All right, fellas. Well,
can I get an amen in the chat? Let's get the plates going.
Chad, drop the amen in the prayer hands. However, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. Before we get to these super chats, there's still another game that we have to talk about from two top prospects in the NBA or in college, soon to be in the NBA. This is one of the most anticipated college matchups that we've had in years. And it was between Darryn Peterson and AJ Dybantsa. Y'all, in Kansas, BYU pulled up, and it was a good game.
You can say it, Ron.
Y'all talk to me. I'll let y'all say it. What do we see?
Richie Saunders put his name in the draw for real. That's what
Facts.
I seen. That's what I seen.
Facts, boy, went crazy.
Richie Saunders is hooping.
Darryn Peterson, I haven't spent too much time watching any of these college prospects. I'm not going to act like I'm sitting here watching college games on top of all these NBA games, but I catch a few of them. Darryn Peterson is really good every time I watch him play. Can score basically on all three levels. The only thing I'm concerned about as far as Darryn Peterson on an NBA level is his handle. I don't know if he has a tight enough handle yet, but that's something that can improve. But as far as his polish as a scorer, there's really nothing he can't do scoring the ball. It gets to the rim. He's athletic enough to finish at the basket. He has a mid-game, good pull-up. We saw that pull-up he hit over AJ off the dribble, and then shooting 42% from three as well. So I'm pretty high on Darryn Peterson. Made some good reads as well out of pick and roll. I did see that as well. AJ, in my opinion, I'm going to say this. I think his game will be better once he gets to the NBA. I think the lane will be a little bit more open for him. However, I didn't see that. I ain't see no dog out there, Ox. I saw one dog out there. I saw when Darryn Peterson saw AJ in front of him, he was like, yeah, I'm going at him. You know what I'm saying? I'm going at AJ. But then AJ come over there for BYU, get the ball, and let me swing it. Oh, let me go stand in the corner. And I'm like, brother, don't you know that you're in a big-time matchup right now? You don't know that 32, probably all 30 teams are here watching this game for you and Darryn Peterson, and you just want to swing, and stand in the corner? Really? That's what you want to do? For
I'm
this
try- I'm
He
big
trying-
time
typically don't be
matchup?
on that too. Real talk. That's why it was kind of surprising for me. See,
I
he
told
typically
y'all.
be getting to it.
I told y'all when he see them other dudes that are them other dudes, he be getting. Bro, I've seen AJ get picked on a few times, bro. I done seen AJ get picked on a few times. And that's all. He's still an amazing basketball player. Think he's still a top 3 pick in the draft, but I done seen him get picked on by them top dudes before. I wasn't surprised.
I think he had a better game in the second half, though. He did definitely pick it up in the second half. But that first half, he came out very passive. I was highly disappointed in how he attacked that game, just from a mentality and approach standpoint. With the lack of aggression.
Is this Darryn Peterson cramps thing? Is this an issue?
Paolo had a similar thing that he was going through when he was at Duke, and some people said that was a concern for him. I don't know. I mean, I think it's a concern alongside just the hamstring stuff in general. When you are young guards, explosive, and you dealing with lower body injuries, cramps, whatever the case may be, I do think that is a concern for the long term. But it also could just be that being very cautious because they need AJ for March more than they need him for a game in January when they were already up at 216.
To be honest with
Mars,
you,
they said that. Right quick, chill. They said that. They said they've watched the cases of Tyrese Halliburton, Damian Lillard. It wasn't KD. Oh, Jason Tatum, obviously. And then they mentioned, Kobe as well. Like in the article that I read, they
He's
literally
having
said
calf issues.
No, it's his hamstring. It's his hamstring. Like he had a hamstring injury that was kind of like lingering. I think he's over that. The reason why he didn't play was because of cramps though. But it was cramps in his quad too. But they said like I was just kind of like reading the article and just listening to what they were talking about. They said like little injuries like that because these guys played through injuries. So whether it was a calf, whether it was a hamstring, or whether it was whatever it was, they played through those injuries, and that led to Achilles tears and other things like that. So they said they're being real cautious because, like, I mean, when you break it down, like this dude's about to be a multi-millionaire next year if he does it, barring a crazy injury. So they're like, that's more important than
what a life.
Yeah, they're like that's more important than any game this year. Trying to play through it and prove a point. Like his point's already proven.
Yeah, so he showed the world a lot in that first half. He was the best player on the floor by a significant margin. Offensively, defensively, he was making plays, getting in the passing lanes. And then offensively, like I think the most memorable play is when he had an AJ on him. He waved the screen off, got to the midi. It's like, yeah, that's but I've been fairly consistent. I think Darryn is like he's a 1A, 1B type prospect for me. I've said he's the best guard prospect since Luka, in my opinion. I don't think he has many flaws in his game. I do agree with like the handle stuff. I don't project him as like a point guard. I think he's more of a combo guard. So like the handle stuff I do somewhat see, but like the shooting from everywhere, get downhill, can make reads, defensively major upside alongside being good right now. Like health is the only like real concern I have for him as a prospect. Everything else is like, yeah, this guy, he's special. He's special to me anyway.
Ox actually coined the phrase carryability, and I'd like to add to that. I'd like to call it get to it ability, because Darryn Peterson does not around. He gets to it. He ain't wasting no time. Yo, bring the pail over here. And there's none of that come screen or no. He's making a beeline right to you. And I really like that about him more than anything. Now, the thing that I do like about AJ Dybantsa, real talk, is his ability to adjust. Like you might see him struggle early, but don't worry about it. I'll figure it out. Just give me a second. What that suggests to me is that when we get to the next level, that suggests to me that that's a guy who is a quick study. Like I can recognize, all right, I'm screwing up here, I'm screwing up there. Okay, I can fix that. And a lot of this other stuff is just ability, which is the stuff that he has. And if you're in a league with a lot of guys who can run fast and jump high, okay, well, how can I decipher being able to just figure it out as quickly as everybody else? Because I can, even though all of these guys can run fast and jump high, they might not be as smart as I am, right? So I say that to say that I'm not concerned with him in that aspect, because I do think that he can figure it out. But Ox, this kid, Darryn Peterson, he's got that get to it ability. He does not screw around. Absolutely. He gets right to it, and he ain't letting up on you neither. Like once he get going, He's asking for the ball. Once he gets going, he's not letting you off the hook, and I love that about him too.
Darryn is dog.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, but I was just gonna say about AJ though. I want to see AJ be more confident and more comfortable pulling up and shooting. Like a lot of times,
like, he be on that though. I just don't know why he wasn't on that night because he be on that.
What do you mean pulling up and shooting?
When I say pull up and shoot, I mean like. But I've watched some other AJ games. Like he will do that little post up turnaround fade from time to time, but he is definitely looking to get in front of the rim, which I'm not saying is a bad thing. Like he's hunting the most accurate and efficient shot, which is a shot at the basket. However, when teams like start to load up and they're going to W every single drive, which basically what Kansas was doing, like when those lanes and stuff disappear, you have to be comfortable, in your over-the-top shot making. And that's, to me, that's not something that he does rather consistently when I watch him. Like, he's trying to get all the way to the basket majority of the time. And again, like I said, it's not like a problem per se, but he's not a comfortable, in my opinion, like taking 7, 8, 9 jump shots in a game. I don't really seen him do that, really.
Sure. My thing with Darryn Peterson, what you were saying a minute ago, is similar to what I was saying about Cooper Flag last week. It's just that ability to know how to play ball one-on-one on the wing and not have to make a whole bunch of moves. Like I know if I'm faster than you, or if I could just make you shift real quick, I can get straight to it, right? Like. He does, like how you were talking about waving off that pick for AJ. Darryn Peterson could do that against most guards. Where I can, I don't need a bunch of picks. I don't need a bunch of cross. I can really rip through and go. And I think a lot of times I've been seeing it a lot because obviously I see a lot of youth basketball. Like every weekend I'm at a tournament. Every weekend I'm watching youth basketball, boys, girls from ages 12 to 15, 16. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing where a lot of times, like. The youth, they're not really understanding the power of just a rip through. Like
just get to it.
I could just rip through and just go. Like I can explode. I can get low. Playing one-on-one basketball, the offensive players should always have the advantage. And I think Darryn Peterson really takes advantage of that. Like his ability to just rip through and just go straight. You know what I'm saying? Go this way and get there, or just a simple cross and go back this way. You know what I'm saying? Like I see him do that a lot, and I think that's very important as a one-on-one scorer, as a two guard, just as a wing player, just as a scorer on the perimeter. I think it's very important to be able to do that.
Ron, since we on this subject really quickly, I got a question for the panel because I heard this earlier today, earlier this weekend. If Cooper Flag was coming out in the draft this year, where's he going?
Man, he's going. Was that from? Hold on.
Hold on, no, swipe.
Was that from that?
I think he would. I think he would still go number one based on the upside.
Is he the best player in the country, Mars?
No, I don't think he's playing better than Kambuza. No.
Yeah, Kambuza going number one too, regardless.
I don't think Kambuza's going number one in this
going
class. That's more of an upside.
6.
That's what Mashburn said.
That's what Mashburn said.
Yeah, that's what was said.
Oh,
that's what was said.
Hell
But
no.
I think Coop still goes number. I do want to say I don't agree with like the idea of like, oh, Coop's in the NBA right now doing all of this. He's clearly better than those guys. I'm fairly confident if Darryn Peterson or Kambuza were in the league today,
they'd be getting busy too.
They'd also have really good games. Not saying they would be consistently averaging 20. I'm not saying that. They'd also have really good games. AJ would have really explosive games. I'm like, Cooper Flag is in the NBA because he's that good. But I don't think just him being in the NBA having good games means he's definitively better than these guys because they're only in college. I don't think that's how that works. But I think Coop would still go number one in the draft. The upside, I do think, is undeniable. The defensive stuff. The offense was more of a question for me, and he's already exceeding my expectations on where I thought. Like, how good I thought he could be in the future. He's already, I'm not going to say he's already that good now, but he's further ahead than I thought he would be. Like, a lot further ahead than I thought he would be.
To answer your question, Chill,
So, I do think
I will say, as the NFL season has wind down, I've been able to watch more college basketball because, more time. I think Boozer at this point, if you told me next year that he's averaging 20 a game walking into the league, I would not be shocked at this point. I think he's that skilled offensively. Like he is a bruiser. He's really good. Like he's very skilled, and I think he's going to be stronger still than a lot of the forwards that he runs into in the league too. Chill. Like he
looks to me like he's in terms physically, he looks like he's the most pro ready of all of these guys. And I think that
Clearly,
AJ
yes, yeah.
Dybantsa, I think AJ Dybantsa is a ridiculous athlete. I think this kid from North Carolina, I think he's going to be great. But when I watch Boozer, physically, he just looks like he's the most pro ready. And by the way, Ron, this is Cooper Flagg's. This is his draft class. Don't forget he reclassified.
Yeah.
Like he
And
jumped
so
the gun.
I wanted to put that in the
That's
context.
why-
Cooper
that's why
Flagg
it was just- that's why the
reclassified.
conversation.
Yeah, so Cooper Flagg reclassified. He's supposed to be a college freshman right now. Also, AJ Dybantsa reclassified too. AJ's not supposed to be in his class. AJ's supposed to be a senior in high school right now. Yeah, so that also makes it even more impressive with AJ. Another thing too, to put some more things into perspective, AJ
and
Darryn
Darryn
Peterson
are the same age, though. To be fair,
oh really?
AJ's
I didn't-
19. Cam's the
Oh, okay,
youngest
okay.
of the three.
Oh,
Cam's the youngest.
But also with AJ and Darryn, they both went to prolific prep together. So they've played a whole season as teammates. They know each other real well. And based on the way that Darryn plays when he sees him, so they had a game last year where they played against each other. Darryn hit the game winner, and he had 60 points against AJ. However, AJ did have 49, but Darryn had 60 and hit the game winner. Fast forward, Darryn did what he did this past weekend. I'm saying this to say, based on the way Darryn gets busy when he sees AJ, it was probably some practices where chill. It was like, you nice.
We're going at it.
But you not
They was
me.
there
Though.
together, Ron. I thought
Yeah,
AJ came the year. I thought Darryn came the year after the year AJ left. I didn't know that. I just didn't know they would play together. I didn't know. Okay.
I'm pretty sure they played together. Also, AJ played with Tyron Stokes too the next year. So AJ
I
and
just want
Tyron
to make
Stokes
sure that I
played
heard
for the-
Ron correctly. Did Ron say that they went at it and he put 60 on him and the other dude put
Yeah.
49 on the other one?
Yeah, we
Did I
spoke.
get
We
that
spoke
correctly?
about. We spoke about that
we
when
did,
it
yeah.
happened on the panel. We spoke about that game because this is when like we were getting to know like the prospects. But yeah, Darryn, they've all been like that for years. Like Coop, Cam, like people before Coop reclassified, people were already projecting this draft class with Coop in it to be special. Like because Cam's been dominating the high school circuit for years. AJ goes without saying. Darryn Peterson, everyone's been seeing what he's been doing, and then Coop getting quadruple doubles in high school, going crazy. Like this class has been projected to be crazy for a long time, and now you get guys like Caleb Wilson, Kingston Flemings, Mikal Brown Jr., like Keaton Wagler, like the names.
The center from Kentucky.
Quaintance? You talking about Quaintance?
Yeah.
He's hurt again, just so you know. But like they got this draft is special. We're talking about Darryn and AJ, so I'm gonna leave it to those guys. But like it's so easy, in my opinion, to see like the best case scenario with both of them. Whereas these guys both have all NBA level upside, like even beyond that. But like it's ridiculous. Like, the scoring talent is
and
AJ,
we ain't talking about Darius Acuff either.
I think AJ got MVP potential type. You know what I'm saying? Like build, athleticism, his body and build. I think he got that potential. I just don't think he's got all that skill set yet. And so it's like just completely just projection with AJ for me. I think it's projection. If he can make this leap, if he can put this in his game, if he could do this, then
if you get best possible scenario with AJ, it's scary.
Right, and that's my thing. I don't know if he's gonna get there. Now to your point, Swiper, Cam Boozer is ready for the NBA. Chill. Yeah. That kid is huge. The kid is bigger than his pops.
He looks like a bigger. That's what when I watch him, he just looks like a bigger, more advanced version of his father. That's what That's what he looked like to me.
He can shoot the ball. He can put the ball on the ground. He can do everything.
That's what he looked like, Ron, when I watch him.
Obviously, I'm not saying he should be out there, bing, bing, boom, boom, boom. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying he's comfortable everywhere on the floor. And Chill, you know how serious that is to me. I'm serious about you have to be able to be comfortable with the basketball, 94 feet. Fit all over everywhere. You have to be, and he's comfortable with the basketball, and he can exploit anywhere on the court. Cam Boozer is ready for the NBA.
If Cam Boozer was eligible, I think he would have been able to reclassify and been in college last year. He was because he turns 19 in June this year. He was too young to be able to do what Coop did. But based on how dominant he was in high school, I think he could have done the same thing.
When I see Cam Boozer, I just see I see somebody who's going to be a really good NBA player.
Right.
But not great.
Right.
Or even a great NBA player.
He doesn't see the same upside.
I don't see the MVP player I don't see that with Cam.
I don't see it either, real talk. I don't see it either. And that's what I was saying like a week or so ago. We talked about that. And I was like, when I look at Cam Boozer, I see a dude that I'm sure is going to get 10 to 15 years in the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, maybe I don't, you know, maybe like an Al Horford type career, you know, might not be a superstar, but will remain. But I can see where AJ can get to those first team All NBA, potential MVP talks. But I can also see where AJ not necessarily Cam Reddish, but you know what I'm saying? Like it could go. I think there's a big range for AJ, whereas Cam Boozer, I believe, is going to be around for a long time.
Which one would you prefer to draft?
Yeah.
Based on that, which one are you willing to bet on drafting?
You got the
Sacramento
pick.
Kings. Let's say the Kings win the draft.
You got the third pick.
I've been saying Cam Boozer.
I'm taking. I don't care what
Me
team.
and Odd's been on the Cam Boozer. I've got Cam Boozer. I think Cam Boozer is the best player in the third.
I'm taking Cam Boozer no matter what team I am.
Yeah.
I know one thing, Ron. I know one thing, Ron.
It's tough right now.
When you're talking about physicality, like I said, he just looks like the most adult of all of these guys. Him and what's the kid's name from Arizona?
Koa Pete.
That's an adult right there.
No,
that's a grown up.
Yeah, he grown.
That is a grown up right there. And that's what I'm looking. And I know that you guys see a lot of these 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds. The NBA, they would rather these kids stayed in school. They would, so they can get them more mature. That kid at Arizona looks like an adult. He looked like somebody that I want on my crew.
Well,
he was projected like top 5 coming in, top 5, top 10, but he's got
Nate Ament's been picking it up too. Nate Ament's been picking it up recently because he started off real bad, but he's been picking it up. Like a lot of guys been getting to it. I think the top 3 is probably going to be the same top 3 throughout the year. Caleb Wilson is playing so well that like I think to Ron's point, yeah, it probably is like a top 4 for real because Caleb Wilson has been amazing. But like I think those 4
leads the nation in dunks too. I don't think that's a coincidence.
Yeah, not surprising. I think those 4 are going to stay the top 4. If I had to guess, like I do think it is team dependent, but if I had to guess, I'd assume Darryn would go 1, AJ would go 2, Boozer would go 3, Caleb Wilson would go 4. If I had to guess, but I'm gonna be honest. If you get the 3rd pick and you end up with a Cam Boozer, you get the 4th pick, you end up with a Caleb Wilson.
It sounds like one of them good problems.
That's better than getting the number 1 pick in something. That's better than getting the Risa Shea draft. No disrespect. That's better than that draft. Like I might be getting to the point that might be better than getting Paolo in the draft. That might be better than that. It really might be like seeing what Zion turned into is probably easier to say. Probably better than getting Zion, but like obviously we know what Zion was. But like it's obviously better than getting DeAndre Ayton in the draft. But obviously Luka
obviously better than that.
But like it's better than getting Markel or Lonzo in the draft. It's better than getting Ben Simmons in the draft. It's better than getting him. It might be better than getting Kai in the draft.
I don't know.
I'm gonna say it. I think getting a top 5. I think getting a top 4 pick in this year's draft is probably better than getting the number 1 pick in the Cat draft. I'm gonna be honest. I think like that's how good I think.
Devin Booker cat draft.
I'm thinking back to the draft time. We're not like, oh, in hindsight, Devin Booker's the best player in the draft. Look at the draft time.
You're saying at draft time is better.
Yeah, I'm saying I think there's 4 prospects in this draft better than Cat was.
Real talk.
This is what I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to. You said something a little earlier, which I disagree with. Right. So let's get back to that statement you made. You said Darryn Peterson is the best guard prospect since Luka. I will not ever forget my glorious Markel up there in Washington.
He was the year before. Yeah. I thought about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was 2017.
I hate how much y'all hype.
Okay. Hold on. I got another name though. So he's better than Cade. I just want to make sure.
To me, he's a better prospect.
Yeah.
That was the one I was like, when I said it, Cade was the name I was.
And Edwards too.
Bring up. But I wasn't as high on him.
It wasn't polished.
But I think he's like, I think
thought
Peterson is clearly a better
hard
prospect
too,
than Anthony Edwards was. But Anthony Edwards was turned into a player that's so special that I'm not saying Darryn Peterson is going to be better than Ant is right now in the league. I can't project that. I can't do that. But strictly as a prospect, Ant coming out of Georgia, Darryn Peterson right now at Kansas, there's levels. I mean, I'm gonna be.
Hey, Ron, we ain't gonna sit here and act like Markel coming out of college wasn't super nice. Okay, let's not act like this dude was just good.
Markel was ridiculous.
He was
Markel
super
might
nice.
have been better than Darryn Peterson. Like just at that 1 year at Washington, Markel was a 25.
I'm gonna say I got Darryn, but Markel was special to me. Markel
super nice coming out of school.
But like
the injuries are a major concern though. Like, and that's the only reason why like I can see it with Darryn. I can see Darryn translating into the league like that. Like how Swiper just said that he can see Cam averaging 20
Darryn
next
gonna
year.
come in minimum. He's averaging 18, in my opinion. Minimum.
Yeah, because he just shoots so good in the catch and shoot. Like his trigger is so fast. Like it's all one motion. It's fluid. He's able to shoot over bigger defenders. He's able to get to his spots. He got that knack for just finding open spots and openings to get shots. My only thing is, it's like you're showing it to us, but we haven't. I haven't got a 40-minute sample. I haven't got a 3 back-to-back game sample. Swipe it. That matters. I don't know.
Darryn's doing this, and they're being so cautious. Darryn is only playing against the comp. Like Darryn ain't playing these lower leverage games. And like statistically, he's still outproducing pretty much everyone, and he's not getting to stat pads against the lesser teams. He's only he ain't play when they play Kansas State. He ain't play, but he got up for the BYU game, played a half, and was the best player on the floor. Like so, Darryn is already, in my opinion, I agree with you. The injuries are a concern, but Darryn is showing that even while only playing against the best of the best on his schedule, that he can outproduce pretty much everyone. And I think that's a testament to the level of player in which he is.
I just don't know if I can take him number 1 bars. Just because those injuries are so concerning. And like as of now, as a players right now, I think he's the best player in college.
Ron, you cannot risk
I think he's
passing on
second.
him and he
I think
shit
he's
like
the second
that.
best player in the country.
You can't do that, Ron. You cannot risk passing on him and he turn into
But that's true for all. Like that's
pro.
If that's you pass on AJ and AJ turns into Kevin Durant, it's like damn, you passed on AJ. Like that's the potential with these guys. Like whoever you pass on, they're gonna have the upside to be great. Like there's no, in my opinion, right answer. It's just gonna be down to what you value. I know people are like lower on Kambuza's ceiling, but higher on his floor, whatever the case may be. So like if you pass on Kambuza and obviously not wishing this on either one, but then Darryn or AJ don't work out, it's like, why didn't you take Kambuza? He was doing this in college and then he translated to the league. It's like, oh, how dare you? And then if you take Kambuza number 1, but then AJ turns into the superstar that people believe he can be, it's like, well, why did you take Kambuza when AJ's ceiling was so
What do y'all
higher?
think is going to be more valuable in the next era of basketball? Because you have one elite on-ball scoring guard who can get downhill, great shooter. You have a kind of do-it-all projected wing in AJ Dybantsa, and then you have obviously Boozer, who's like a low post, high post demon who can dribble the ball, work and pick and roll, and he can pass the ball as well. But he might not be
the two-way athletic freak.
Yeah, but I don't know if he'll be the defender.
Calling Caleb Wilson two-way at this point is generous, but I see your point.
Yeah.
To me, the most valuable will be what it's been for the modern era, and it's the do-it-all wing. I think those are the best players. To me, those are always my best of all time. To me, those are the ones that win championships.
To be fair, Kobe and Mike are gods.
Yeah, but I mean, they're wings though.
I can't call Darryn a wing.
Maybe, but I don't. Sure, I don't mean I'm not mad at it. If you want to call him a wing, call him a wing. But yeah,
sure.
I just think. I think if you're gonna get the best, because the consensus seems is AJ ceiling through the roof, Darryn ceiling through the roof, Kambuza's floor very high. If you want the best mix of both, where you can pretty much bet on the floor but also have the ceiling, I think Darryn's a no-brainer number 1 pick. Because I think AJ's floor is quite clearly, in my opinion, AJ's the worst player of the 3 today. I don't think
I agree.
Yeah.
This sounds to me, Ron,
but obviously we're projecting the ceiling of him. But Darryn is, in my opinion, Darryn's the second best player right now, but also has probably the second highest ceiling. Like I just think he's probably the safest pick.
It just sounds to me, Swiper, like I can't go wrong with either of these guys. Like
you will historically there will be one of them that's
right.
I don't know, Swiper.
Someone gonna be dark.
It always happens so. It's always one of them that like. But remember, Blake Griffin, a chill 09, 07,
Yep.
9, 7,
09.
9.
That's correct.
9. Blake Griffin, we all thought, oh, easy. And then right after that, you get
Blake was amazing.
No, but I know, but you get Hall of Famers after that. Like you got like some. You know, Blake was that. He's an all-NBA player.
Steph,
but then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's like, damn, you passed on Steph.
But these guys right behind each other, though. Like the 4 guys that we're talking about, these guys are right behind. Like, we're not talking about AJ
Bro,
Dybantsa at number
I'm
one.
not gonna
and then
lie,
Darryn
I'm
Peterson,
putting my
maybe
foot
a
down
top
here.
10.
I think Darius Acuff is better than a lot of folks are giving him credit for, and I think there's so many guards that are playing well right now. I think Darius is getting swept under the rug a little bit. I don't think he's going to end up being.
He might be the 4th point guard off the board in the draft.
I know, which is nuts. But if you watch Darius play,
bring his ass back to college.
there's a world chill where you look up 3-4 years from now and you're just like, how did Darius fall in this draft? But it's not because it's like he's bad.
It's possible.
It's so good.
He's great.
Is that the guard that doesn't take like threes?
He's not coming back to school neither. Cal ain't letting him come back to
people
school.
complain that he takes too many mid-range jumpers and doesn't dunk enough.
He'll get over that.
But like, that's more like because a lot of the draft stuff is like very statistical.
And Mars not gonna like this. He's kind of like Keontae in some ways, but he's just more polished than Keontae was like when he came out of the draft early on. He again, this is like all by the way within the last like 2 weeks of me watching him more. So just give my own context.
Keontae was more of a 2 guard in college, to be fair.
Yes, but he is.
Well,
I think Darius, if I'm not mistaken, Darius Acuff is how big, Mars?
6.
He's 6'5".
No, I was gonna say
6'3", 6'4",
a legit 6'3", maybe 6'4" if you're generous.
But he's long. And he's a good scorer. Like he has good pace and control to him. Again, I'm not saying he's going to be Darryn, but I do think Chill asking the question you're asking, he's fast too. If you told me 3 years from now that all of a sudden Darius Acuff is in the same conversation with Peterson in the NBA, like I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked. I'm not saying that he gets to that height.
It happens like that too, Swiper.
Yeah,
it happens a lot.
A draft is always going to have those guys, but like I think it's a testament because I do like Darius. Like obviously you got Michael Brown Jr. who is really nice. He shoot the 3 at a good clip. Kingston Flemings is he's my favorite point guard in the draft. I'm viewing Darryn as a combo guard. Kingston Flemings is great. Who else am I forgetting? You got Tyler Tanner is cool. Wagler, Keaton Wagler, like they've got a lot of guards in this draft where Darius might be the 5th or 6th guard off the boards. And that's not to say like he's not going to be a great pro. That's to say how many really, really good guards are in this draft. I'm gonna be honest, I expect a lot of tanking post All-Star break. A lot. The Wizards tried to tank yesterday. They failed.
I have a story for you.
The Wizards tried to tank yesterday. Teams are gonna get
yesterday on Locked On NBA, y'all. So we got the Wizards media host sending a video for us to tell us what happened. Mars, before the game started, they went into a straight takeoff, and then in the middle of the game, the Wizards didn't play their starters.
They tried to tank the game.
18 minutes of the game. Real talk. Last 18 minutes of the game, they didn't play. Didn't touch the floor.
The starters didn't play the last 18 minutes?
The Wizards and starters didn't play the last 18 minutes of the game.
The Wizards tried to tank the game away.
But then the other end of it, Levine and DeRozan had 67 points combined yesterday, and they still lost.
Amazing tanking from.
So what happens when you play the bum ass Kings?
We gonna call. No, we just gonna say the Kings out tanked the Wizards. That's what we're gonna say.
But how?
Both teams are obviously tanking. That's the only explanation.
Levine and DeRozan give you 67.
I watched like the closing minutes of that game. Like the Wizards legitimately closed with Will Riley, AJ Johnson, Sharif Cooper, Skal Labissiere, and Anthony Gill. That was their closing.
Oh my goodness.
That was their closing.
Boys out there trying to earn a contract. They out there like, look, we ain't trying to be on no two-way. We need our money.
Sharif Cooper play for his life. Will Riley
shout out Reeves, man.
Making threes. My demon Skal Labissiere getting to it. He hooping.
What was AJ doing?
Like, this AJ was out there for sure.
The Wizards starters yesterday didn't play the entire fourth quarter. So Riley, AJ Johnson, Gill,
it was the most evident tank of all time.
Jamal Watkins, and Sharif Cooper are the 6 guys. Are the 6 guys who played in the fourth.
It was the most evident
shame.
tank.
Out there losing the Skal Labissiere.
Hey, respect Skal. Last week I spoke about how Coach Cal ruined Skal Labissiere. Now he's back in the league winning games. Come on, man. I try to tell people about Skal.
And it was the vengeance game for Skal, too. You know, he had to get his licks back.
Yeah, it was right.
That's demon Skal right there. But yeah, that was like that tanking, that level of tanking that the Wizards showed, especially when it failed. Yeah, Brooklyn, MPJ, we might not see you in March. I ain't gonna lie. We might not see you.
But hold on.
Indiana, we know what they're going to be. Pascal, March, You've done. You made your
Your
All-Star
All-Star
team.
game is sitting
You
down.
good, buddy. You good. You made the All-Star
but-
team. We don't need to see you no more.
Nimar, you too.
But real talk, don't act like we was out there. Like we started Precious, Maxime, Neek Clifford. Like, come on, bro. Like,
First off,
Hey, y'all, we don't got time to get into that. There were some trades. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about the trades that happened this weekend.
Right now, bro.
And it might be a trade that happens in the next 24 hours. You never know because the trade deadline is coming up. It's on Thursday. So y'all set your alarms. Be ever vigilant because it is around that time of the year where sham bombs do drop. So y'all stay locked in. However, we got a ton of super chats, y'all. It's been a good episode. We still haven't covered everything that we wanted to cover or needed to cover, but hey, we tried. But the first super chat is from, here we go, Hall of Famer, DNE, MLV, sent through a super chat and said, chill ain't lying. You can watch how the Clippers guarded Jokic and the fouls called versus how OKC guarded him and how the refs called it. Flirting versus harassment.
Whatever, Jokic, show up and help Peyton
Somebody
Watson.
call HR.
Show up and help Peyton Watson, the real star. Y'all, real talk. You think I'm nasty now? When Peyton Watson start getting into that, next year when he start turning into that all-star version of himself.
No, facts. When he doing
No,
that,
shut up.
in
No,
LA,
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I gotta troll.
When he doing that for the Lakers next to Luka, absolutely.
Did you hear the Lakers just signed Peyton Watson to a 4-year deal for $50
And chill. Guess what? As soon as they send that contract offer, you know what the Denver Nuggets gonna do? Match. He ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere, brother.
Okay. Peyton may want to move back to LA.
Why would he want to play for a worse team in a worse situation? Do you
A
hear
worse
how?
team.
Do you hear how him, Jokic, and Murray talk about each other, bro? That is the trio now. I just want y'all to know, Jokic and Peyton are like best friends, like relative to whatever that means for you. They talk about each other crazy. Yeah, this is also reported, by the way.
Best friend out the.
Are you cherry picking interviews?
No. So actually, you can actually this is actually common knowledge. The reason why
common knowledge.
Well, yeah, I'll say this about
Niggas are best friends.
Going forward. The reason why I think somebody's not going to be there next year is that there might not be as much love,
Who was a certain somebody?
The recent addition, he might not be like the
Cam Johnson.
Like,
hold on. Is Peyton? Could you see Peyton Watson potentially becoming a Serbian citizen and playing for the national team?
No. He will be by 2028 though. He could be making USA's team. I can tell you that much. He could be making that.
Look.
You know what? 2028.
Hey, this boy been hooping.
He's everything y'all say y'all want.
No,
he's everything y'all say y'all want.
He's been hooping.
He's everything y'all say y'all like.
I know he's been hooping. I understand that.
He's literally everything you say you like. He plays defense. He's a rim protector. He guards.
It was nice he was out there outplaying Jamal Murray. And last night he outplayed both of them.
He did the Dwayne Wade step. Like,
bro, I don't care. He's not going to be on the USA team.
Why?
Because it's other players that are there.
Super flag.
No. You know what? Real talk.
Y'all have to chill for saying
he's just mad.
No. Cooper flag. But that's not the same thing, Ron.
He's just mad. He's just mad.
Hold on. No. You shut up.
You hush up. You hush up. Hey, real talk. Hey, he's just mad.
Shut up, nigga. Anyways, like I said, you asked me a question. I'm gonna answer it. That you got Chet, you got Cooper Flag, you got Jaylen Brown, you got Jason Tatum, you got Anthony Edwards. You got too many players. There's too many players, bro. There's too many players. He's not making the team, and that's not a knock to him. He's a really good basketball player. But please stop.
You didn't even say Cade, by the way.
I didn't say Cade. I didn't even say the kid in Atlanta.
Hey, but guess what?
Elliot Tatum hurt. They might not want to play.
Peyton Watson in 1 year with opportunity passed up Keegan Murray. That's why he is upset. That's why he's mad. That's why he's upset. Next super chat, Ron.
Keegan Murray ain't been healthy all
season.
So
he's the next Jason Tatum?
In real talk, let me just fluff my coat real quick.
Lear's Keegan Murray. I remember all that.
That's crazy.
Regardless, he's definitely not a bum. He's definitely not a bum, but he is hurt. What I am saying is, no matter how good or bad Keegan Murray is, Peyton Watson's not gonna be on the team. I don't care how much you shrug your shoulders.
Bet money, Ox.
Nigga, he's not gonna be on the team.
Let's bet partial ownership on one of your brick and mortars.
Something else,
All right, all right, so I got to get to the next.
Nah,
super
because
chat.
if we get the lawyers on the phone to make that deal, Swiper, I'm coming for my issue. So don't do that.
Yeah, I'll give you
He's not gonna
percentage.
be
I
on
got
the team.
I can do a 3% buyout right now.
He's not gonna be on the team. No, you want to buy in?
Of course, I want to buy it. I'm trying to make some money.
All right, so DSG Piccolo said
We got to
Shea
invest
played
in
like the DSG Piccolo says Shea played like the best in the world. A joy to watch. 40 from Jared Allen. Hey, chill. Get clinging off the floor. Unacceptable. I'm a miss Duop. I call him Jop. I'm a miss Jop but Cronin got me a shooter for cheap too. Talking about Vic Crazy.
They go Vic Crazy, man. Shout out to him. I ain't watched
He's a good
that
player.
Cavs
Forgot
game.
about that move.
I just seen that Jared
He had
Allen
16 in the
14.
first quarter, I believe.
Yeah.
40
Yeah,
and
I'm-
17 in
Shout
the
out to
game.
Jared Allen, man. Yeah, I ain't watched that game. Shout out to Jared Allen, man. Credit to him.
Yeah, shout out to Darryn for getting a 40 on a pathetic clinging effort. But there are some things that are
This
shifting
nigga
around
is such a
basketball.
hater.
What?
I have
What?
never seen somebody just backhanded compliment after
That's not-
backhanded
I don't-
compliment.
I don't care enough about
Just
clinging to
hating.
hate him. I
We was
don't.
talking about Klinger being the
Doesn't
only
matter
defender
either way.
this year. That's what we
Now,
was talking about.
I will say that
We was having
Jared
that
Allen's
conversation.
I mean, 40 on you.
Where-
It's kind of
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie.
Real
It's been
talk,
a
real
shift.
talk, real talk. The type where his homeboy pull up in his new car, he'd be like, "Man, I like that. I like that cheap ass car you got. That's nice."
That's a
Like,
lie. That's a lie.
What?
That's a lie. That's a lie. I beg you up. Hey man, if you doing this, salute.
That car
man.
dope for
Even if,
2020.
even if you pull up in a
That shit is nice for 2022.
you know, even if you pull up in a hoopty, if you bought that hoopty, that's your hoopty, and I'm proud of you. But look,
What if you pull up in a Chrysler 300?
exactly, exactly, yeah. Put it on the price of 300.
As you were saying.
Swiper, are you
Exactly.
gonna take your girlfriend's sweater off or what?
By the way, I
Sorry.
want to get. I
don't like
was
this?
thinking about that.
This
That's
is
like
very comfortable. This is a
nobody
very
said that it
comfortable
wasn't.
fit. It is cold, Ox. I'm warm. Don't shame
This
me
is
at
so
all. This
cold.
is warm. I ain't playing.
Your
By the
girlfriend's
way,
sweater is crazy.
by the way, hold on. Let me show you how I've been walking outside. Hold on.
Oh shit.
Anyway, as you were saying, Rob, as you were saying, Rob,
No, I was saying,
Can't wait to see.
I mean, real talk.
hopefully, since some people that the newer, younger basketball community, some people that they values opinion are being said, and they're saying some things that we've been saying up here for a minute. Thinking Basketball had to make a video about how efficiency isn't everything. That one's for the ball head minutes below me, right? Tim Legler recently just came out and said, hey, the effort in some of these games is atrocious, right? Tim Legler is somebody that's respected. He respects the newer
Love Tim
generation. He
Love
doesn't
Tim
down the newer generation of basketball. Look at this nigga came up
As you were saying, real talk, Tim Legler, he respects
No,
the
but I'm
younger
just saying,
generation.
though,
Yes,
like,
he does.
some things are being said that we've been saying up here for some time, but
Yes, we
hopefully
have.
it'll reach the masses now.
Once Spreadsheet FC starts saying the same things, it might get accepted.
Exactly.
In the words of Craig Mack, you're biting my style. Yes, you are.
Oh, shit,
Mhm. Biting my
All
style.
right, y'all. Dub Ball Out Highlight said, walk with me, guys. But if the Celtics looking for a big and the Thunder need some scoring help, how about a trade centered around Simmons for iHeart?
That's
Or
not
Simons?
terrible.
Simons for iHeart?
I'm
Not
not
sure if
trading-
the money works, but what
I'm
y'all
not trading iHeart for Anthony Simons.
Yeah,
Well, that's first of all.
what
Didn't
if
they?
get-
Didn't the Celtics call it the Clippers and do the same thing? The Clippers was like, click for Zubac. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You're not getting a quality big for Simon. So stop the bullshit. Stop.
And then, I mean, and I don't know how y'all feel about him because remember, I thought he was a good basketball player until last year. Y'all enlightened me on the fact that he's garbage. But don't forget that the Chicago Bulls offered them Vooch too. So for Simons. So I don't know if you.
I don't think
consider him
Vooch
quality.
helps in terms of what they're trying to do. But Vooch is a good player.
I don't know if you consider him quality. I do. I think he's a quality player. But
I don't think
Should have
he
kept
fits
Vooch
what
Burnett
they're-
for real.
I
Vooch
don't
is
think he
that
fits what
uncle.
they're trying to do.
No, he doesn't. Because Vooch is that uncle who he really shouldn't be hanging around you dudes, but you don't want to, because he is kind of cool, but he really shouldn't be hanging around the young dudes. That's who Vooch is. Like,
All right, the next super chat is from the Jonathan Frazier. Jonathan said, Swiper, Kaysen almost outscoring Jokic and Jamal? Yikes. Told y'all we'd be fine. That's championship ball, fellas. It's only up from here. Somebody call the fire department because the Nuggets got lit on fire.
Hey, yo, shout out. My boy Real Talk said,
Look,
Hey, Real Talk, you still think
He can't even take himself serious. Look at that.
Real
If
Talk,
you-
you
if
still
you-
think the
if
Nuggets are
you
the best
could-
team in the league, dog?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah. By the way, I do want to get that on record too. I have the Nuggets as the best team in the association. By the way, shout out to Ox and Swipe and Chill. They've been here. I think Mars was entertaining this as well. I think Mars should join us on this side as well. Denver is the best team in the league. When you look at the expansion and the leap taken by Peyton Watson, I think that just makes them kind of unbeatable or unstoppable offensively. Of course, when they get everybody back healthy with Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown, do you have more two-way viability as well? To me, this is hands down the best roster, hands down the best team. And again, that's because of the offensive leaps from Peyton Watson and Aaron Gordon. I might as well throw that in there as well. So I have Denver as the favorites to win it all.
So I'm not just going to be cooking Swiper. I'm going to be cooking all y'all. When you guys are up here talking about how is this unbeatable team, how is this unstoppable force losing to this team?
No, first off, the reason why Real
I-
Talk doing that could have agendas. That's the first thing. So we all know
I don't
that.
know
But
what
shout out
you're
to my
talking
dog.
about.
But Ron, the thing is, Ron, you have
People do that.
no, hold on. Ron, you ain't got no integrity. So don't nobody care about what you got to say. Feel me? Like you gonna come at people for their takes. You don't make takes. All your takes is wrong in your head. You keep them in your head where they belong because you don't say them out loud because you don't stand on business. You don't stand on business about Giannis. You don't stand on business about the Pacers. You don't even stand on business about yourself. So I don't even want to hear what you got to say right now. So real talk. I thank you for being honest and open. I trust you, Ox, and your honest evaluation of the NBA and Chill and Mars. But yeah, Ron, you are a sucker. And I just need you to know that. And next time I see you, I ain't gonna come at you. I'm gonna rob you blind, brother. So make sure you tuck your chain in when you see me.
No, but wait a second. Just
Getting
for
fired
some,
on,
just
getting
for some,
robbed.
just for some regular,
Oh, you ain't living
just for
right.
some
You clearly ain't living
regular life shit though, y'all. If your chicken nuggets catch on fire, you don't have to call the fire department. You could probably put that out yourself. You
Just
know
throw
what
them
I'm saying?
out. What the hell?
That
or
is
if
true.
you or I mean, y'all should all have a fire extinguisher in your home too.
Mhm.
I don't think we need to waste taxpayers' dollars or waste the fire department because that, you know what I'm saying, that's a valuable resource. And if another place actually does have a serious fire, you don't want them wasting time because your punk ass don't know how to put out chicken nuggets. All right, don't
Hey,
stop.
man, if
stop
they catch
stop
on fire,
calling-
just dip them in
I'm-
some
I'm just
ranch.
saying, stop-
Now you
stop-
got
stop
flaming
calling-
hot buffalo wings.
Stop calling the fire department for no reason. You know, your cat's in the tree type of shit like that, man. Just climb the tree. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all probably didn't climb trees when y'all was kids. Y'all, you know, you youngsters in the chat, man, but we used to be outside. You know what I'm saying? Climb the trees and stuff like that. Climb the tree. Go get that. Go
Speaking
get
of
that
being
little
outside, fellas, I get what y'all
All right,
doing.
chill.
Just be on that subject. Mhm.
Yeah. Hold on, Swipey. There's a super chat for you.
I ain't gonna lie. I would have thought there was an alien invasion or something if I saw a 6'9" nigga hanging from a tree or climbing
Well,
a tree.
I
Nah,
wasn't.
let me not say hanging.
wasn't.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah, I
Climbing
was
a
gonna
tree.
say-
Well, no, I mean, we
In
used to
February,
hang,
a
man,
tree.
like, you know, you can hang
Yeah, February 2nd.
branches and stuff.
Yeah,
in,
stuff like
in
that.
February is crazy, real
But
quick.
I mean, that's okay. I understand what you're saying, but I wasn't 6'9" when I was a child.
I ain't know 6'9" niggas climb trees. That's
Well, yeah, well, I wasn't 6'9" when I was a child.
what? Okay, 6'6".
Not at all. I mean, but all right. But, all right.
All right, so the
Six-
People's
6'3".
23. There is a super chat for you, Swiper. From the People's 23. The people said, Ron, pulled the belt out, walked in and put a spanking on them boys, had Denver fans crying about the refs. Like 15 don't flop like a MF. That boy, too, is effing different. All I hear is he can't pass.
Again, we're gonna evaluate the game off one game. We can keep doing that. You better believe next time Jokic has a 55, 15, and 15 game, I'm gonna share all-time great agendas. Best game I've ever seen in my life. So shout out to you, bro.
I mean, that's
Like
what you
you already
typically
do.
Yeah,
No,
you
no. I didn't say it was the best game ever. But 56, 16, and 15 is one of them. I'll tell you that much.
That was the Christmas game, right?
Maybe you should use your memory bank. You know what it was.
All right. The highlights said you could tell Swiper don't watch the Celtics play because no way you're saying Derek White has been having a great season this year. He's been mid. at best.
That's what I was trying to say.
Leads Boston in EPM, by the way.
I don't care what he leads about Boston then.
Yeah, you gotta get that hate out your heart for Jaylen Brown, by the way.
Swiper just bigging him up because he a light skinned bald nigga like him. That's all it is. They relate to that. You know what I'm saying? That's why you always bigging Derek White up.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Ox, first off, remember who you talking to, number one. Number two.
My bad, bro.
You know trees get chopped down, bro. Just remember that.
All right. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that information.
Guys World sent through a super chat and said the best player in the world asserted his dominance last night over Butterball. Shay's performance last night was nothing short of breathtaking. Offensive perfection. The best guard since 2-3.
All right, now see that last part. See, let's calm down, man. Let's relax. I'm trying not to let that get in the way of me praising Shay. You know what I'm saying? The other agendas, but let's just keep it. Let's keep calm. Let's keep calm.
Is this supposed to be Swiper and Derek White?
That's what it is. Maybe.
Tristan put two bald head niggas together.
Close enough.
Mr. Aboriginal 2626 said off basketball, Swiper, am I wrong for telling my wife last night Quincy was worse of a boyfriend to Monica than Jody was to Yvette?
What?
Also, shout out Pistons.
Quincy married Monica. What do you hold on. Y'all Quincy married Monica. Yvette and Jody were fighting. They got in physical altercations. Now, me in my past, I never experienced nothing like that. But she had Snoop Dogg laying on the bed in the couch. Jody was out here messing with people at her job. What was her name? Real talk. Peninsula, Pueblo. What was her name? Pandora. Yeah, Pandora.
How sweet it is.
Yeah. You would have left the house. I'm not leaving. But I will say though, it's Quincy definitely was a better boyfriend. He married her. They got married.
But even before that, when they was at USC, that whole thing, he took that whole to Burger King. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like
what's wrong with that?
That's what he said. At least she had time for me. You know what I'm saying? Quincy ain't doing nothing to Monica. That was just kids, man.
Well, yeah. They separated, but then what happened? Monica was engaged again, or Quincy was married,
no, Quincy
or he was engaged
too. Quincy was engaged to Tyra Banks.
And then I would have left her quickly too for Monica. That movie changed my life. That's why Ox is lying. Loving basketball changed my life. That changed my life. I wanted that. That was my model for how I wanted to have my own relationship the rest of my life. I looked through my Monica for years after that. It's not like until
But
too bad it ain't no Monicas out here though.
Yeah, there are plenty of them. There's plenty of them.
No, it ain't no Monicas out here, man.
I ain't seen a Monica since.
The problem with Swiper looking for a Monica is when they was playing basketball for a heart, Monica would have actually beat you. You know what I'm saying? He beat her and then said, double or nothing. But Monica would have been out there breaking.
I did lose playing versus some of the UConn ladies. So yeah, I absolutely lost to a couple of them. So I will take that. Fair is fair.
Hey.
Fair is fair.
I wish UConn lady would come over here and bring that mess.
We still looking for some Monicas out here. If you know a Monica. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what was Norbert's wife's name?
It is nigga go.
Respucia?
That's what we need.
Who was Potato Head's wife name? Mrs. Potato Head? Yeah, that's who you need. Yeah.
All right,
both y'all walking around there bitch bald headed. Yeah, that's what you need.
Was that what that was?
Neither one of y'all can spit. Anyway. Hey, Ox, remember that slide they went down? Neither one of Real Talk or her fit on that slide.
Please. First off.
Yo, the Ballout highlight said, when it comes to being an all-star, does winning matter in you guys' opinion? I remember times when players were playing great, but the team was so ass, so they got left off. But now it seems to be changing. Thoughts on this? Does winning matter?
I think it matters for multiple all-stars. I think teams, like, for instance, that's why I don't think the Clippers could have had James and Kawhi. I think it should have just been James Harden. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that when it matters as far as like multiple All-Stars go.
I can't tell
All
you.
right.
man. By the way, Maya's active on Twitter, bro. And one day I'm gonna have to leverage some of my power, see if she can respond to me back. Because shout out Maya though.
You want to guarantee that nigga go to jail, get locked up.
No, if anybody, stay away from them Twitter hoes. Hey, put me on the main stage. I need a PSA to all my real niggas out here, man. Stay away. Do you hear me? From these Twitter demons. I got people, somebody inboxed me the other day talking about, oh, hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm down on my bills. Bitch, I don't know you. Okay? Every experience I've gotten from Twitter or somebody I know from Twitter is not good. So stay away. Stay away from Twitter.
Hey, real talk.
I'm telling you.
I can't say that's been my experience.
Send me that profile.
Huh? I'm not sending you no profile.
Nothing.
Hey, my Twitter DMs are from nice people. I've not had that experience before.
No, fact.
Real talk ain't quite there yet. But I'm gonna tell you like this: in 20 years, real talk for sure gonna be one of them Uncle Charlies though pulling up. But what you need something on that card though?
I promise you.
Hey, I got what's up for you.
What's going on, man? Go ahead, take them kids, get them kids some school shoes. Go
You're
ahead.
lucky you got me on a generous day.
They calling me what's old boy? What's old boy and set it off?
From Set It
Jada
Off?
Pinkett had to go get that money real quick.
That was terrible.
That was terrible. I said, damn.
I felt terrible.
God. What was
I was a kid. I said,
got
Mama,
you.
what does she have to do?
And now don't be ignoring my calls no more. Sending me the voicemail. Only call me when you need something.
Hey. Yeah.
Look at Penn hating on Real Talk. No one messing you to pay their bills, man. Stop it. Real Talk, you don't think you got motion.
But I mean, Penn, you've been typing away about me in the chat now for some time. Just leave me alone. Just because you look like you've been typecast to play meth head number 3 in every movie. That's
ridiculous. I don't think that was.
That's me. You gotta talk about me all show, man.
Penn makes movies,
bro.
Real Talk. So are you saying
I know, and
he's
the meth head number 3 in every one of them. Damn.
Thank you, Hank. It was Nate. I knew I had it on the tip of my tongue. It was Nate. That's right.
Penn, by the way, I don't believe that, but whatever. NYK Kareem, most of you guys' favorite in the chat. Said,
my
and
name
I'm talking
was
about
on top of that girl like that.
You gotta do what you gotta do, Big Ox.
I'm saying, like, if you gonna hit it, you might as well hit it. Go ahead.
NY Kareem said, why y'all ignore Jaylen Brown's turnovers? 4 turnovers a game as a non-pick and roll player. That's awful. His ISO scoring isn't close to Kawhi. Get the numbers, Mars. JB fans hate Tatum because JB will never be as good. R.I.P. H. Rat Brown.
Ain't Kareem supposed to be pro-black?
We don't know what Kareem is. Kareem is hotel, to be honest. You can tell you what it salute to him. We are the original people, my brother. Shout out to all my hotels, man.
They're about to come out the Real Talk. Your DMs about to be flooded.
Maybe.
None of that shit. Brother. Nigga, you brother over there somewhere. Shit. I don't got time for that shit today.
Whoopity Scoopity said, everybody better than SGA till it's time to be better than SGA.
You mean like when Ant was better? You mean like when Ant was better in a game versus SGA? Because we only do this when he wins and when he has a good performance. Because Anthony Edwards just happened a few days ago.
I mean, didn't SGA play well?
Yeah, but Anthony played better, and then he also played better defense down the stretch.
Did he play better, or did he just won?
No, he played better, and he stripped him down the stretch of the game, and hit the put away 3 in that same game.
So you're just telling me that Ant also clears that bumming.
I like Ant. I'll never slander Ant.
Alan L. said Jalen Brunson and Cat were in a steel box yesterday. In Real Talk, your front office is dog doo-doo. Shout out to the player of the month and Braun, though they hooped.
Oh yeah, Alinar is he's not a Laker fan. He's a Luka guy, and so yeah, our front office isn't the best. We did do a good job on Cat and Jalen Brunson though. So shout out to that.
He's doing a good job on Cat. Really a thing anymore? Or is it just
Hey, it's gonna be when my team does it. So good job for that. We're just missing again. We're missing our second best player, and so once he comes back, we should start lining up some wins.
Hey,
LeBron to
if they
activate
did-
the
if
Ray
they did
Allen
a-
mode and just start shooting threes.
If they made a panel movie, chat, I want y'all to put this in the comments after this show, or you can put it right now. If they made a panel movie, what actors would they have to play us all?
Oh God.
That's a good one. That's a real good one.
I want y'all to put that in the comments after the show, or you can put it in the live chat. But I need to see the comments after the show.
Ox, you gonna be mad when they give you Whoopi Goldberg?
Nah, I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping. I don't care. I just like interacting with the people. I want to see who are they gonna put as all of us.
Yo, y'all better not play with me. I don't got time. I will delete your comment, nigga. All right. Okay, buddy.
I'm saying the way real talk get the tripping, they gotta make you you know what? I'm gonna tell you tomorrow. I just want to see if you
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you who I got for you.
Okay, buddy said the apparent best in the world dropped 16 points on 6 of 9. Got to keep that true shooting percentage high. Clown.
Wow.
Getting outplayed by Peyton Watson. Clown.
74% true shooting.
He did walk away with a 74.
Yeah, 74 true shooting.
Yes.
Yeah. What's that?
Shout
Plus
out to him,
17
man.
true shooting.
It's funny to me though, like Jokic continues to hold their title for most, and SGA's just been SGA, and you know what I'm saying. Last year we said SGA in the regular season, that was a historic guard season. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen, he's better this year, but nobody's really talking about it because how dare OKC lose 10 games? Whoa, they're falling off a cliff, right? Jokic isn't playing. Jokic isn't playing. That is cool.
Oh,
Hey, Jokic
man.
did move down to third on the
That's
MVP
comedy.
ladder, so stop hating. He did move down to third. Shout out to Luka taking that second spot. Good work.
Facts.
But yeah, I think Shay's in, Michael Jordan notwithstanding, Shay's in all those talks with every other guard, in my opinion, peak for peak. And if voting goes how I expect it, not how I expect it to go, come the end of the season, if voting goes how I think it should go, Shay should be the second unanimous MVP.
Unanimous MVP. It should be, but Jokic will for whatever reason still receive some votes.
Yeah, he will definitely.
It is
If Shea clean up MVP, Finals MVP again, we can have some. We can have some conversations.
They're not winning it again though, right?
We can have some conversations. I gotta see one more playoff run where you take your team to the glory land. We can start having some conversations.
Why though? We all have Wemby like
Ron's an accolade guy.
But everybody like Ron was up here telling us how Wemby is the most versatile offensive player in the league 2 weeks ago. He already has Wemby top 5. Wemby hasn't played a playoff game.
Yeah, there's some other people. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but you understand the dudes that are in. So Luka hasn't won a championship. You have Ant in there.
No.
Ant hasn't made it to the finals.
Wemby doesn't have a playoff run.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he went to the finals in France. That's cap. Went to the finals.
So how is he better than like Ant?
Ant hasn't won a finals.
But he has.
Yeah, this is where Ron is acknowledging that.
Ron gonna play down. Yeah, okay.
No, I'm not playing them. I'm saying like if we're talking about the accolades, Ant don't got a Western Conference Finals MVP. Ant don't got a. He hasn't been to the finals. Like, yeah, he's had some good playoff series, but okay. Like
if Shea goes back to back
playoff
MVPs
accolade
and
does he have?
finals MVPs, only Bron and MJ have done that in like the last 30 years. Like,
yeah.
So accolade wise,
you've jumped into a crazy tier. We can start having those conversations. And also too, by the way, and when I look at eye test, Ant out or Wemby out eye test Ant to me. Shea doesn't out eye test a lot of those other guys that have these out accolades to me. So that's why I got to see some of these accolades to match the eye test. And then, all right, let's start having them conversations.
The only people who have won back-to-back MVPs and back-to-back finals MVPs are LeBron and MJ. They're the only people ever. So if Shea do that, it's literally him, Mike, and Bron.
Go get it done,
You hear
Shea.
that, Ron?
So
Go
he
get it
third
done.
all time for me.
And-
That's what that means. He
and-
third all time for me.
we can have some conversations.
And he's also already beat Jokic head to head in the playoffs, by the way. Some will say he outperformed him as well in that series.
The PRA will say that.
I'm just saying. all this to be better
Alistair.
than Jokic. The standard for being better than Jokic is so high. What the hell do y'all think about Jokic? That'd be my question in my mind. If you
To
have
be
to do
fair, we
all
seen
of
what
that
Steph
to
did
be
in
better than Jokic.
16. We seen what Steph did in 16, and Bron was still the best. To be
So,
fair.
but that's what I'm saying. That means they think Jokic is who? LeBron?
That's what they. But yeah, that's what they think. Jokic is Bron of this era. That's what they think. He Bron.
Oh, brother.
In order to dethrone Jokic, he gotta die. Like that's kind of what.
Like, what? That is crazy.
Alistair sent through a super chat and said, Hornets in the playoffs incoming. Them boys in Charlotte been hooping. Should have had one all-star.
I understand why they didn't have one, but yeah, Melo was mine.
Yeah, I also don't think Melo's playing at all-star level. As great as I think Melo has, shifted his game, and I am proud of him for downs. I am proud. I'm proud that he made the adjustments. He lowered the scoring volume. You know what I'm saying? Playing like a real point guard. Just proving me right time and time again. But he's not playing at an all-star level, though. I wouldn't say so myself.
I would disagree.
DSG Piccolo said Denny shouldn't even play because his back is clearly effed up. Rest up, get healthy as a team, make a push if that's the goal. Otherwise, Darryn Peterson to PDX.
Yeah, I think I just seen Thiago Splitter say that they're gonna be dealing with Denny's back for a while. That just sounds like let's activate the tank. That's what it sounds like to me. Let's go get that draft pick. And
That just sounds like we already suck. We might as well suck more.
Yeah, the Clippers have now
Good
got the
job,
9
Thiago.
seed. Like officially, they're officially holding the 9
Wait,
seed.
Hey,
wait.
Thiago, give me that money, nigga. Hey,
Nah, Thiago,
Don't give me that money,
y'all need
nigga.
to play.
Hey,
No,
Thiago,
no.
get me that money. Hey, Thiago.
No.
Thiago, when we
Yeah,
do our
real talk,
live show,
I fear you may be cooked.
and Thiago, when we do our live show in Portland, which I'll have an update for this for you guys this week on what exactly it's going to be, what game it's going to be, what date it's going to be, all of that good stuff, where you can get your tickets. But hey, Thiago, when we do that live show, if you give me that money, I'll break you off a little something. All right? Sound good?
And he gonna join Chauncey. That's what he gonna do. He gonna join Chauncey.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody gonna know about it, Thiago. But the next super chat is from Kareem Miles. Kareem said, "Happy Black History Month, y'all. New York Knicks are 8-5 when Jalen Brunson scores less than 20. Even though the Los Angeles Lakers aren't comp, I'm gonna take that as a good sign. Knicks in 6.
And Knicks defense been defensing recently.
For real.
So yeah, Jalen Brunson competent within the team defense.
It's almost like we've seen that before. Whoa.
Their opponent hasn't scored more than 100 in 4 straight games. And in this winning streak, no one scored more than 110 against them. Well, 109. That was Philly. In that stretch, they've held a team to 66, held another team to 87, held another team to 92, and another team to 97, and then they held the Lakers to 100 last night. So their defense is definitely defensing.
By the way, the Lakers, we just need number one, I'm glad we didn't get that DeAndre Hunter for Rui trade. Definitely happy about that. But all we need is one more wing. Austin Reeves will be back. And we're good. When Luka's playing like this, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much at all.
All right. Kayer, hope I'm saying your first name right. Kayer Imakura sent through a super chat and said, as a Thunder fan, I agree with Chill. It wasn't just the Nuggets defense that's the best. Our offense flowed the whole year, besides maybe versus the Pelicans.
Yeah, it was one of Shea's best games, one of OKC's best games. Great time to have it.
Hey, Biz Markie could not play me. He's not cute enough, respectfully.
I don't even know who
On
that is.
top of that, isn't he dead?
Yeah, he's dead too, but I'm just
Let
saying.
me let me
not,
Google this person.
He's not handsome enough to play me.
I
Neither
disagree,
is
but
Warren
anyways, Big Fan
Whatever,
Breeze
Warren.
to Brooklyn sent a super chat and said, "You agree, Mars?"
Nice.
Shout out Biz Talk. Biz Talk. Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn sent through a super chat and said, "MPJ better off on our team. / he deserved to be an all-star. What player can the Nets draft and make a number one option / franchise player right away? Dub show."
Well, I think Darryn would be their franchise player. Well, I think whoever they draft, if they get a top 3 or 4 pick, whoever they draft is their franchise player. Alongside if MPJ is still there. Like that's probably their building blocks. So anyone in the top 4 for him.
Good. Do y'all think MPJ will be on the Nets post trade deadline?
He shouldn't, but he probably will.
I mean, they're so bad even with MPJ. It's not like he's hurting their tank for real, especially when they're gonna shut him down anyway. So it just depends, like, how valuable do they like? How much do they want back in return for MPJ, basically? And is this the peak of what his value will ever be?
Yeah, I would.
All right, the next super chat is another one from Kareem Miles. Kareem said, "I also would like to shout out James Baldwin this Black History Month. His works helped open my eyes and made me want to read more and educate myself."
I'm not your Negro.
Shout out to James Baldwin, man.
Real talk.
We got a super chat from.
I was talking about Samuel L. Jackson because you get the tripping.
Oh no, I was just talking about the super chat or whatever.
No, I was talking about the play you, Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, not like y'all look alike. Not like y'all look alike.
Oh yeah.
You can get the spaz it out.
Well, somebody in the chat. Somebody in the chat said Cedric the Entertainer. I agree that we have 3 kings of comedy up here. Cedric, Swiper would definitely be Steve Harvey, and you would be Bernie Mac. That's how it would be. Jordan, maybe. Nah, he couldn't be. Kind of act like DH, but he couldn't be DH or DL. My bad, DL. Yeah. All right. DC 20290 said UConn men and women looking good this year. Might win 4 consecutive titles. How y'all feel about Braylon Mullins? That boy nice, averaged 40 in high school. Don't know about Braylon Mullins?
Not enough to talk.
What are they talking about? What are they talking about? 4 consecutive titles?
I don't know. He probably thought UConn won last year.
Oh,
that's
right.
They were on the 2P. Yeah.
Maybe Clayton, man.
Maybe he's deranged, but thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super. And I said maybe you're deranged. I didn't say you are. I don't know what's going on over there.
Just throwing it out there.
Ron, the chat really trips off you and them jellyfish. From Shark Tale.
Hey, shout out Shark Tale for real.
About it. That movie is so fire.
So what, the jellyfish? I'd be a jellyfish in a movie? Or the jellyfish would be me? That's crazy.
Yep.
Whoopity scoopity said Big Val against OKC is a no-go. I remember that first series between OKC and the Pels a few years ago.
Yeah, but that was different.
When I had to say that Chet wasn't going to get dominated, yeah, I remember that series.
They didn't have iHeart, so I think with iHeart on the team, I think J-Val could play on that one. And it wasn't that I was saying he was going to get dominated. It was just more so I was saying he would bully Chet a little bit. That's all I was saying. Not like he was,
I can't wait till we get to playoff time.
Got played off the floor, so
Exactly.
Right.
Can't wait till we get to playoff time and Val shows us that he's trash again. There's been a lot of Val prop today. Well,
Val
on
been decent. Val been
I
decent.
know,
He's
but
never
he's gonna
never
be
ever
trash.
been trash. He's never been trash. But also
He's never been
you know,
trash?
never been trash. Never once been trash. But the beautiful thing about basketball is that things are different when you're in different systems. You got different coaches. You know, coaches that know how to coach, that can utilize you differently and keep you on the floor, because there's a lot of people, you know, the lesser ball knowers that think when a person can't do certain things that they ain't supposed to play. When in fact, it's a coach's job to figure out how to utilize you. And I think when you have a coach like Adelman, who comes from, you know, prestigious coaching pedigree, he can figure out exactly how to use a player like Jonas Valanciunas. Because when you got a guy like that, you use him. You know what I'm saying? You figure
And
out. how to
Oxy
make
figured
him
out how to
better.
use him last night. Sit next to him. Sometimes figuring out how to use a player is benching their
So, hey, you know, in a single game, you know, things like that happen. But also, the beautiful thing about war is that you utilize things, utilize your pieces for battles, certain battles. In a 7-game series, it's like the second half of game 2, that's a battle I need to win. J-Val, I need you to come utilize your physicality. First quarter of game 5. Hey, J-Val, you're playing 11 minutes this quarter right now. We're going to win this battle. That's the beautiful part of coaching. That's a beautiful part of a war, that like a 7-game series in basketball. I don't need you to play. You don't got to play 36 minutes for this time. I might need you for 7 and very important minutes right here. Go get it.
All right, fellas. Whoopity Scoopity sent through another super chat and said, "Are the last 2 game 7s he lost not worth bringing up for Jokic?"
That was
Well, I
It
don't.
doesn't
The
matter.
Timberwolves game he played well, so I don't care too much about that one. The Thunder one, yeah. Well, I spoke about Caruso more than enough times. Steven Caruso.
Jokic is Teflon, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't matter, bro. He does anything
Shout
bad,
out Yoke,
doesn't matter.
man.
It's just
Shout out
Teflon.
Yoke. Solomon Grundy said, "Fairs, real talk. It really is Braun, Luka, and Reeves take us home. It's honestly incredible. We've been a top 6 to 7 offense with this cast. It's malpractice, to be honest."
Yeah, y'all know Laker Nation was on my case tough when I said we were a play-in talent team. Guess where the Lakers are right now?
You guys are still a playoff team right now, though, right? 5?
Did Phoenix lose?
6. Yeah, they
Phoenix
lost
lost?
yesterday.
Yeah, we're battling with Phoenix now, trying to stay out the play-in. So that's where we are.
The Warriors were right.
Yeah,
there,
the Warriors.
man.
Yeah.
The
If
Warriors
they would have
were
stayed healthy,
right
they would have
there,
caught.
yeah,
They
the
would have
Warriors
caught.
were right there. Yeah, I don't. The Lakers just don't move me, but I'm a Lakers hater, so. You know.
Come on, Golden State.
So that's
Just stay
40,
above
48
Portland.
games.
That's all I
been
need
played,
you
so
to
it's
do.
like 30, what's that? 34. Yo, real talk. So what you gonna say when the Clippers, who are 6 games behind y'all, catch you raggedy motherfucker?
Oh, that's not happening. Yeah, that's
6 games.
That's not
6
happening.
games.
6
I
games
pray
in
to God.
30 plus games, it's doable. I wouldn't bet on it, but it's doable.
God. Oh, I pray to God.
if Kawhi. How many games has Kawhi played?
Ooh,
34.
I'm going to the
35.
church house this weekend, boy. Oh, I pray to God. Oh, I pray to
Kawhi's played
God
35
that the
games.
Clippers
Kawhi's
catch
played
you
35
raggedy motherfuckers, boy. I swear. Oh, hey, real talk. If the Clippers catch y'all, just one of us can't come to the show. Just one, Ron, you pick. Flip a coin. I don't care. I'll take the week off. Me and
I
Real
won't
Talk can't
come.
be. Me
Me
and
and
Real
Swiper,
Talk can't
look,
be.
I'll get-
No. Ron,
Me,
Ron, I'm
Swiper,
telling
and
you,
Pin. I'll get
I
all the
will-
distractions out of y'all way.
If me and Real Talk are on the screen together, I will be
Mars
a
a host.
complete and utter distraction. I will not allow the show to go on. I cannot maintain. I won't be able to control myself. I won't be able to control myself. I'm just letting you know right there.
Chill, because Chill's going to ask informative questions and keep the conversation flowing. Damian, because Damian's just going to
I'm gonna
add
be
only
flaming
positive
Chill ass
context
too.
to it. Mars, because Mars is going to step in with one of y'all's capping. Mars hosting. Me, Swipe, and Pin are going to be out the way. And y'all just going to have at it.
Matter of fact, we'll just do the show on Monday. Just me, Chill, and Real Talk. I'm just gonna be roasting these niggas for the whole 3 hours. See if they can.
It's a good thing I don't have to worry about that. It's funny how Kawhi needs still degenerative. Is that just a thing when he's not playing?
Hell yeah, they are.
I don't know. He finna play 70 games this year. Every time Kawhi got a negative narrative going on about him or his contract year, all of a sudden this nigga can play games. It's real funny. Real funny.
That's
real
irrelevant.
funny.
That's
Hey, that
irrelevant.
year he played to 68. Didn't he get an extension that year?
But he couldn't. He couldn't.
He earned an extension that year. That's what he did. He earned an
Did he get an
extension.
extension that year when he played 68? Then what?
did what he had to
Next
do.
year,
What you
guess what?
saying?
Oh, I can't even play. James, analyst for me. I can't even play.
Yeah.
Coming to the
That-
season,
all
that is
Kawhi
awfully
Leonard is
convenient.
All
actually
this jibber
cheating
jabber
the
and rigmarole
system.
you trying to go through right now
Nah,
ain't gonna save your
Kawhi
ass
Leonard
when
is
the Clippers
cheating
catch the Lakers.
system.
When the kitchen,
He's
when
cheating
so
the system,
so
and all of a sudden,
nigga,
Kawhi
so
Leonard, so that's not the narrative around
when
him.
the
All of a
Clippers
sudden, he can
catch
play
the
all
Lakers,
games.
all this
All of a sudden,
bullshit
he can
you
play all
yapping
games now.
is not going to save your ass.
All of a sudden, he
6
can play all
games, nigga,
now.
6
Real
games. You just
funny.
be ready. You
Real
just be
funny.
ready. You
Real
just
funny.
be ready.
I guess
that shit ain't gonna
guess
save
Kawhi,
you.
Kawhi and Embiid done found a knee whisperer in this bitch. I
That
guess.
shit ain't gonna save you.
found the
Real
knee
How you
talk.
bringing Embiid into this?
They done found a knee whisperer all of a sudden.
It's actually the
Yeah,
same
bro.
doctor who gave both of them their surgery, by the way.
This,
So-
this shit just can't save you. It can't save you. Real
Nah,
talk.
bro,
When they
Kawhi-
catch y'all,
Kawhi- hey, I want Kawhi to know I see you. Hey, everybody else may
There's
not
gonna
see
be
what,
some
what you've been on.
smoke
I
in the
see
city,
you, Kawhi.
boy.
You not as slick as you think you is, bro. You not as slick as you think you is, Kawhi. We
It's gonna
see
be
you.
some smoke in the
I
city,
see you.
boy.
All of a sudden, them knees ain't degenerative. All of a
Look,
sudden.
y'all can see he's scared.
All of a sudden, this nigga play every game.
Math.
Ain't that
He
something?
did the math, and he
Every
realized
game,
this is
average
actually
30.
he
Nigga average
realized
30, play every
he
game.
realized
Now
this is
it's
actually
more
possible,
games.
and now this
This
nigga
is
is
crazy.
scared. Look at him. Look at him. That's
This is crazy.
what he's just doing right now. That's an anxiety rant. I've seen that before. This nigga is shook.
that's not
He realized,
anxiety,
oh
that's
goddamn, this could actually happen. He gonna as soon as you turn this camera up in this stream, he gonna take that hoodie off so fast. His armpits are sweating and shit. Is dripping down his sleeves, all out by his wrist. This nigga can't hardly breathe. As soon as this stream he gonna go get a big cold glass of water. This nigga scared. This nigga's scared. I'm
Ain't no
telling
Swiss
you.
things in his.
You
ain't no
can't.
Swiss
It ain't
things.
go through the sweater yet.
We real calm. We real calm.
It ain't go
cool
through
and
the sweater
collected.
yet.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what?
That nigga go
If
take a
Kawhi
cold
Leonard,
shower.
If Kawhi Leonard plays 70 plus games this year, you all have been.
You gonna
tricked.
find a way to hate.
You've
You gonna
been
find a way to hate.
bamboozled. You've been led astray, and I've been telling y'all this. That man has been robbing the NBA and NBA teams for years. For years now, he's been robbing NBA teams. Talking about I can't play. Then all of a sudden, every time this nigga need a contract, nigga can play all the games. Stop.
So
Stop.
Mike the Champ has become a YouTube member. We don't fuck with Mike. Well, I don't. Players Choice does. I don't. Speak for myself. I don't got no love for Mike. It's forever beef with Mike. Odin 320 become a YouTube member. Shout out to you, brother. We appreciate you. We love you. RRL has sent a super chat. Cade 7 stocks plus 12 assists in 26 minutes. Why is nobody talking about his defensive leap and playmaking leap? Respect that man. Best story in the NBA. Why y'all not talking about Cade?
I had him on my two-way list. I don't know more.
He was on mine too. I also don't think he gets enough credit as a playmaker or passer, though, to be honest with you. I think he is like amongst the upper echelon of the league with that. Damn, they saying all of them don't like Mike. Damn, I'll spit on Mike. Damn.
Mike might like that. You don't know what
Heard
Mike's
it. Okay.
No longer been a member for 17 months, man. That's a long time, man. Shout out to you. OG should be an all-star.
He wasn't even on my consideration list.
OG's one of them dudes that won't be an all-star, but is better than most all-stars, man. Shout out to you, OG.
Like
No.
Derek White. Yeah, like Derek White. Yeah.
No, not like Derek White at all. Zigsaw Puzzle, been a member for 7 months. Shout out to you, Zigsaw. Keep up the good work, man. Appreciate you. Did any panelists take the personality test? That's the one that Penn and Swipe was talking about.
Hell no.
No, you didn't take it. Oh man, y'all should do that. Hey, chat, y'all ever took that test, man? Make sure y'all get in there and take that test. Chat, Send a 1 in the chat if you taking that personality test. Justin Adams became a YouTube member. Shout out to you, Justin Adams. And then last but not least, S Molly 2323 became a YouTube member. And Chief Ray, been a member for 29 whole months, man. Shout out to you, Chief Ray. Damn, that's a long time. My God, that's what he had to say, man. Fire. Well, that's all we got, man. That's the end of the show. Appreciate y'all for stopping by the panel. Shout out to Splash Sports, and y'all know where to find us tomorrow, same place, same time. Peace.
Merry Christmas.
Peace.
All right, y'all. Catch y'all.